The main character was considered the weakest good-for-nothing in his class. But during the physical fitness test, he did hundreds of pull-ups with a 100-pound weight. This left the other students completely stunned. But when he transferred to the advanced class, he was looked down upon. The so-called top genius challenged him to a fight. As a result, the main character only threw a single punch, and it was enough to render him unable to fight. This left the main character a bit disappointed, because he hadn't even warmed up yet. But this display of power also shocked the principal. He was willing to use all of the school's resources, and even beg the main character to represent the school in the upcoming competition. It turns out the main character had been reincarnated into this body. This was a world filled with monsters where the strong ruled. Humans constantly faced the threat of monster disasters. Therefore, the strong represented wealth and status. But the original owner of this body, due to a debt of hundreds of millions, had sacrificed both his soul and body to an evil god. But from this moment on, he was no longer the body's original owner. Instead, it was the soul of the main character, a guy who was working overtime for capitalists who had transmigrated here. Therefore, he had absolutely no idea what the hell this evil god was. The evil god said that insignificant humans were not worthy of knowing of his existence. All you need to know is that the old owner used his body and soul as collateral for a loan. His soul has been taken by me, but the body was supposed to be mine. Now it's been occupied by you. Only then did the main character realize he had transmigrated into the body of a real problem child. Fear made him immediately try to get the hell out of there. However, the contract had been signed. Anyone who violates the contract will be cruelly punished. Seeing the main character screaming as he was engulfed in flames, the evil god found it rather dull. You're just another weak soul. You might as well just die. But at that moment, the main character suddenly spoke up. According to the contract's regulations, for violations caused by irresistible force, Party B has the right to be exempted from liability. If I am being interfered with by you right now and cannot fulfill the contract, that's your responsibility. Therefore, you can't use this reason to kill me. The evil god was being threatened by a human for the first time. Mortal, are you trying to teach me the rules? The main character, though burning, was very calm. He was calm. You clearly could have killed me, but you didn't. That shows you're probing for a suitable person. So, am I now qualified to sign a new contract with you? This made the evil god laugh heartily. Interesting. You're the first one who's dared to negotiate with me. You've caught my interest, kid. Then a new contract appeared before the main character. This time, the capitalist was the evil god. I've decided, if you can grant me one wish, I'll grant you a new life. And my wish is for 999 new wishes. Amazing. Good job. I must remind you of one thing. You don't have much time to think. In about a minute, you will lose consciousness and die. At this point, the main character didn't care anymore. If I want to live now, I just have to agree. I'm all yours, boss. But as soon as the contract was signed, the evil god vanished, leaving the guy to do whatever he wanted. He'd just make a playful request from time to time. So the main character followed his memories and went home. He was still thinking, this boss is so weird. He doesn't treat me like a workhorse, like those capitalists from my past life. After that, he entered the house and saw that the original owner's family situation was worse than he thought. All around were loan shark notices. However, before he could think any further, someone hiding in their shadows gave him a light tap on the head. Damn it, where the hell have you been? How dare you not answer my calls? You really have a death wish. The person next to him said, don't beat him to death. Even with the tough body of an awakened, you still have to be gentle. For a moment, the main character couldn't remember who they were. Who are you guys? The debt collector kicked him again. You didn't pay last week. You forgot that quickly. Have you been getting high or something? And another thing. Why isn't that old woman selling her blood to pay off the debt? Don't tell me she's dead. It's pretty funny when you think about it. Your mom is a real idiot, willing to risk her life for a good-for-nothing like you. But I guess trash will always be trash. Do you really think you can turn your life around someday? Quickly, memories flooded the main character's mind. A conversation with his mother when he was young. Last night I had a dream. I dreamed that you were doing manual labor every day until you fell asleep from exhaustion and couldn't wake up again. I don't want that for you. What if you never wake up again? What if I can't really become an awakened? But his mother gently comforted her son. It's okay, little Shen. Even if the sky falls, Mom will hold it up for you. At that moment, a surge of power suddenly flowed into the main character's body. With a single blow, he sent the debt collector flying. The other guy heard the loud noise and told his partner to go easy. But this time, the one who went flying wasn't the main character, but one of their own. Wait, something's not right. This aura... Could it be that this kid has already broken through to the star level? The remaining two immediately released their auras, preparing to attack. but the main character easily toyed with them. They hurriedly knelt down and begged for mercy. "We were just following orders. It was Lin Yu, he's the one who sent us here." The main character said, "The debt will be paid in full. Tell him not to come and bother me. Now take your buddies and get the hell out of my sight." After confirming the three guys had left, the main character then spoke to the air. "You're watching, right, boss?" Then a book tore through space and appeared before him. "You can sense my presence. Your intuition is very sharp." The main character said there was a very strange surge of power earlier, so he guessed it was the evil god helping him. The evil god admitted it. "If I hadn't lent you my power, I'm afraid you'd have been beaten to a pulp. You should be grateful." The main character was happy. "Boss, you really are my golden ticket. If you can lend me your power in the future, won't I be able to do whatever I want?" But the evil god's power is not something an ordinary person can use at will. That was just a lucky break that didn't push you to your limit. Otherwise, you wouldn't have needed them to kill you. You would have exploded and died. The main character was very confused. "I work for you, and I don't get any benefits at all. If I could get stronger, wouldn't it be easier to fulfill your wishes?" Huh. But the evil god closed his eyes. "Relax. According to the contract, I will grant you some rewards. But as for the specifics, I haven't thought it through yet. But don't even think about borrowing my power again, unless you want to die sooner." However, the main character brought the evil god great joy. This kid had exceeded his expectations. Not only did he borrow more power than expected, his control was also relatively stable. Could this guy be my fated point? At this moment, the main character asked about the evil god's second wish. "Have you thought about it yet?" The evil god hadn't thought of one just yet. "Relax, I've already made quite a few wishes. When the time is right, you'll understand." The main character hurried. "So what am I supposed to do now?" The evil god said, "Who cares about you? Do whatever you want." The main character had originally hoped the evil god would give him a wish, to give him some purpose, but it seems he couldn't expect much. He knew nothing about this world, but there was so much to learn. First, he checked the original owner's phone. From now on, he would have to continue living in his place, so he needed to understand the situation. But the phone was full of loan apps. Does becoming an awakened cost this much money? He couldn't find any information about his family. But at that moment, he saw a single text message, sent from his family. The message was sent last night. The content was that his mother had been hospitalized. But by the time the main character got to the hospital, it was already dark. He only saw a woman sitting silently by the hospital bed. He felt an awkward atmosphere. But thinking about it, it made sense. Forgetting something so important, anyone would be angry. This woman must be the original owner's older sister, Zhou Yuting, so the person in the hospital was his mother. How is this so different from my memories? Could it all be because of me? Then the main character spoke up. "Sorry sis, I'm late. How's mom?" But the reply he received was, "What's your excuse this time? Were you training for a breakthrough or were you busy summoning spirits? Before mom collapsed, she was still trying to earn money to pay off your debts. Why couldn't you even visit her once? She gave you everything. Everything our family had was given to you. And you know what, to pay off your debts? Mom didn't even have the money for the oncology ward. She was holding on by sheer willpower. And she almost didn't make it. Do you even know that?" After venting her anger, she looked up. "I'm sorry, little Shen. Mom and I are both very tired. This is your living expenses for the next 6 months. From now on, I'll take care of Mom. It has nothing to do with you anymore. As for your debts, you can pay them yourself. They have nothing to do with us anymore either. From now on, we have no relationship whatsoever." After that, the main character left the hospital. But the evil god sensed his dejection. "Did that woman hit you that hard? She's no different from a stranger to you. Besides, it's not your fault." The main character didn't expect the evil god to know how to comfort people. "I'm fine. It's just that she reminded me of my past. Back then I was just like this. I clearly wanted to say something, but I couldn't get the words out." The evil god couldn't be bothered and closed his eyes. "Just don't mess up my wishes." But suddenly the main character changed the subject. "You said that as long as I prove my worth, you would make me stronger." "Right. As long as I become strong enough, I'll be able to make up for everything." "Right." The evil god was silent for a moment, then spoke. "Of course, kid. The prerequisite is that you can prove your worth." Then he looked at the main character's figure and pondered. "A fated point, huh? Don't you disappoint me." The next day, the news that the main character had beaten up the debt collectors reached the boss. But not only did he not bring more people to cause trouble, he even ordered his subordinates to be punished. Trash that doesn't follow the rules. But a subordinate said the situation was a bit special. Those subordinates were level 2 and level 3 awakened. The one who defeated them was a student who had just broken through to level 2. The boss was immediately suspicious. He immediately raised his hand to check the main character's information. A kid who just reached level 2. How could he defeat a level 2 and a level 3 at the same time? Even the weakest level 3. Awakened should be able to fight 10 level 2s. A power gap like that can't be compensated for with skill. This guy's true strength might be level 3. Are you trying to hide your strength? Interesting. Keep an eye on him for me. Talent like that can't be wasted. Cut to the main character. He was about to go out when his neighbor called out to him. You're up so early these days? I just got a large shipment of star-level potions. Only 400 a bottle. Do you need any? The main character refused. Sorry, I still have a few bottles left to use. I'll come find you when I'm done with them. Looking at his departing figure, the uncle felt that he was much more open than before. He even thought he might have gotten a girlfriend. Actually, since the main character left the hospital, he had spent several days adapting to his body and looking up personal information. With the fusion of 2 sets of memories, he roughly understood the common knowledge of this world. The people of this world frequently use special potions to gain strength. These people are called awakened. The drugs to become an awakened are extremely expensive. This was also the reason the original owner was in so much debt. Although he didn't know how much it increased, one thing was certain. The physical constitution of an awakened was much stronger than an ordinary person's. Just then his phone rang. After answering, he heard the voice of the class president. Your leave of absence from a few days ago is over. The teacher told me to specifically call you to come to class. I called you last night. Did you forget? He scratched his head and said, I didn't forget. But he actually had forgotten. After that, he went to school. The teacher was lecturing on the economic impact on awakened. Meanwhile, the main character was diligently taking notes below. An awakened's status is determined by their strength and distinguished by titles. You must reach the highest level of your current rank to break through to a new title. It's said that those who reach S-rank are no different from gods, to match the strength of the awakened. The world is divided into 5 classes. Ordinary people start from E class, known as the outer layer. They also represent the lowest tier. The 4th tier and above are the middle layer, corresponding to strength and status. At minimum, you must be D class to be eligible to join, and the main character was currently at the lowest E class. To get more resources, he had to reach the middle layer, but just as he was thinking, a small pebble was suddenly thrown at him. He turned his head and saw it was thrown by the 2 guys who often bullied the original owner. Humph, what are you looking at? You think you're so great just because you rank high in theory? We're the same rank. I feel like I could finish him in one blow. The main character thought to himself, it seems these kinds of people exist everywhere. Soon after class ended, all the students went to the sports complex for their assessment. But the 2 classmates from before came looking for him. The other students who saw this didn't dare to say anything, afraid they would be the next target. Zhou Shen, did you have fun staring at me earlier? Haven't seen you for a few days and you've gotten tougher, huh? What's the use of being good at theory? Are you planning to persuade your opponents with a pen in the future? What matters for an awakened is rank. Strength is everything. When it comes to strength, you're just a piece of trash. The main character was no longer the original owner's good-for-nothing self. He coldly retorted, so according to you, you're just a piece of level 1 trash. The 2 of them had never been talked back to like that. They immediately raised their fists to punch the main character. But he used his hand to bend his punch backwards. Why are you so weak? The bully's face turned from shock to fear. He thought to himself, why can't I move my hand? Moreover, this guy wasn't this tall before, was he? At this moment, the main character secretly exerted force, squeezing his fist. You just said strength is everything. So does that mean I can now punch your teeth out? The bully already felt a sharp pain. He was about to kneel and beg the main character for mercy. At this moment, a powerful pressure came from afar. Who is it, such a powerful aura? Then a D-class person spoke up, scolding. You've got some nerve. Who gave you permission to cause trouble during my class? But kid, you just came back and you're already making trouble, right? The main character immediately put on an innocent face. Not at all, teacher. We were just having a friendly chat. The other guy was too scared to say anything. He immediately withdrew his hand. The PE teacher said, this is your last warning. If you cause trouble again, don't blame me. After that, he ordered them to assemble. The students lined up one by one to buy his potions, and using the potions did indeed increase their physical strength quite a bit. There were even students who could do 50 pull-ups. Just as the main character was thinking these fitness tests were very strange, the class president suddenly ran over. Zhou Shen, you suddenly took a leave of absence. For a few days I thought something had happened to you. Zhou Shen said that nothing was wrong with him. The class president felt it was too abrupt and explained, I was just a little curious, that's all. But I have to say, didn't you buy the teacher's potion? Zhou Shen awkwardly said he had no money. But in his heart he thought, 6,000 for 1 vial, who would buy that? Am I the broke one among the awakened? The class president was about to say something like, If you don't buy it, the teacher will... But halfway through, she was called over by the teacher for her test. In the end, her result was 25 pull-ups. But because she bought his potion, he marked it up to 35. At this point, Zhou Shen finally understood why people would buy such expensive potions. It turns out this teacher was running a business. But based on his current strength, he didn't need it. Soon everyone had finished their tests. Finally, only the main character was left. The teacher looked at his bag and noticed he hadn't bought a single potion. He thought to himself, this kid thinks he can pass without relying on me. Is he that confident? I'll just deduct a few points to make him fail. It'll serve as a warning to the others. After the main character warmed up, he looked at the pull-up bar and noticed something special. But he still felt that the Awakens test wasn't that simple. However, as soon as he gripped the bar, he felt his body suddenly become heavy. And the more he exerted force, the heavier it felt. It was probably because of the crystal in the wrist guard. But even so, Zhou Shen still pulled himself up, because he guessed the weight had a limit. It was a good opportunity to test his own limits. This made all the students freeze in place. Isn't the person being tested Zhou Shen? He's so strong. By this time, Zhou Shen had already done nearly 100 pull-ups. Moreover, the weight had increased to its maximum. Such an achievement could reach the level of the Level 2 test in the advanced class. Soon after Zhou Shen finished the test, everyone surrounded him. Zhou Shen, you're a beast. When did you reach Level 2? What kind of potion did you use? The teacher at the side was also astonished. Hey, how did this kid's physical ability suddenly get so strong? Could he have used an enhancement drug? No enhancement drugs. The price of enhancement drugs is not something an ordinary person can afford, and using it now would be too wasteful. Could it be that he reached Level 2 during his days off? Then how am I supposed to sell my potions? You think you're so great just because you're Level 2? Let me teach you a lesson about the real world. On the other side, the principal was arguing about organizing a tournament for Level 2s. It turns out the state is currently in need of recruiting many elite awakened. As long as the school can arrange for a Level 3 awakened, they will be eligible to participate. This gave the principal a headache, because the drugs and equipment for the advanced class require a large expense to maintain. The school's resources can barely maintain Level 2 awakened, and the exchange tournament is only 3 months away. If they focus on one person, the others will fall behind. He looked off to one side. Senior, what should I do? At this moment, the PE teacher suddenly opened the door. Then he handed the principal his class's results. These students performed very well, but the teacher looked at the results with resentment. He thought to himself, they're all Level 1 and you call that good. At this moment, the old teacher spoke again. There's one person I don't think is worthy of being an awakened. Zhou Shen was invited by the principal for a cup of tea. He had heard of the principal's strict personality. The principal looking for him probably wasn't a good thing. Just as he was about to open the door, his hand suddenly burst into flames. The evil god behind him said, "This is a special situation. A wish has been triggered. It seems there's something I need nearby. A wish that has been made cannot be cancelled." At this moment, the principal noticed and said, "What are you doing outside? Come in." Zhou Shen went in and greeted him. "Principal, why did you call for me?" The principal's tone was heavy. "Zhou Shen, your physical fitness report is approaching Level 2. But you skipped class, fought with classmates, and were disrespectful to the PE teacher. I can understand youthful recklessness, but that's not important. Do you know what the most important thing for an awakened is? It's money. That's why I think you should give up being an awakened." The main character was confused. "Are you saying I'm not worthy of being an awakened and want me to drop out?" The principal said being an awakened requires a lot of money. With your family's situation, it's impossible. In fact, he thought the main character could get into the advanced class, but the school was facing a crisis of survival. It was better to cultivate more valuable students. Training a Level 3 student might give them a chance. After thinking for a long time, the principal spoke up. "Your tuition will be refunded." "What do you think?" The evil god suddenly spoke in his ear. "I found my target. Get that thing now." Zhou Shen thought, "Can't you see I'm about to lose my own neck? Why don't you get it yourself?" The evil god said, "If I could get it, I would have already. According to the contract, items that belong to you are the only ones I can receive." Zhou Shen thought. To pay off the debt, he has to reach the middle layer. But besides the D-class requirement, he also needs a graduation certificate. This is the only high school here. But he also realized that the highest level here was only Level 2. So what if he was Level 3? Thinking of this, Zhou Shen immediately asked the evil god, "You said I can get a reward, right? Well, I need it now." The evil god sweated, saying, "Well, yes. Don't tell me you want..." Zhou Shen firmly said, "That's right. I want my reward to be borrowing your power." The evil god heard this and became anxious. "Didn't I tell you? Your body can't handle it." But Zhou Shen was still resolute. "I can't be expelled from here. Otherwise, I'll never be able to level up. Trust me, boss. A second later, a flame erupted in front of him. The contractor's reward: you can borrow my power at any time. At the same time, the principal saw Zhou Shen standing motionless. What is it? Is there anything else? He made one last request. I hope you can test my rank again, before making a decision. The principal thought he was just making a last-ditch effort but still agreed. Then the two shook hands. Then he felt a level 2 power surge. It was just a little higher than other level 2s. What a pity. At this moment, Zhou Shen continued to gather his power. There's only one chance. Very quickly, another surge of energy hit him. This made the principal's eyes widen in shock. Even the evil god didn't expect the power that Zhou Shen unleashed was even more than what he had given him. The principal let go of Zhou Shen's hand and took a few steps back. How is this possible? His rank? How could it increase so quickly? It's even enough to reach level 4. Heaven has not forsaken us, student Zhou Shen. I beg you to represent the entire school in the exchange tournament. The complete reversal in attitude left Zhou Shen stunned. It turns out the school has been ranked last for many years. If they don't get good results again, the Ministry of Education might cut off all resources for the school. That's why the principal intended to expel ordinary students. Focusing financial resources on one person would give them a better chance. But now, Zhou Shen's level 4 strength gave the principal hope. To express my apologies, I'll waive your tuition. Transfer to the advanced class. Every week I will provide you with power potions increasing from 1 bottle to 6. Just make any request you have, student Zhou Shen. A student like you would be welcomed at any school, but I still hope you can consider representing our school in the competition. Your choice is the survival of this school. Zhou Shen knew this competition was very important to the principal, which is why he offered such good conditions. What if I want that black crystal on the table? The principal said this was something the previous principal brought back from the middle layer. Although it's useless, it's considered this school's heirloom. But what's the point of an heirloom if there's no school? If you really change this school, then I'll give it to you. It's nothing. Receiving such an answer, the protagonist patted his shoulder and said, "Don't you worry." The principal was very happy but also curious. "That's right, I'm very curious about your level." Zhou Chen said, "It's just practice. Just hiding my skills a little. Consider it special training. So I hope the principal can keep it confidential." The principal was deeply moved and thought, the level is just a pretense, used to confuse opponents and develop skills. His understanding is so profound. I'm happy to entrust the future to you. After that, the principal called another teacher over to have her take Zhou Chen to the key class. The supplements will be provided according to Zhou Chen's request. Then the teacher took Zhou Chen to the second floor. This entire floor is for the key classes. Just come register with me. By the way, what's the relationship between you and the principal? I've never seen him so happy. Zhou Chen said, "We were just chatting." At the same time, the old phys ed teacher ran over, pretending to cry and pity student Zhou Chen. I tried my best to plead with the principal. Unfortunately, he couldn't be swayed. He hopes that after you drop out, you'll work harder. Don't bow to reality. But the female teacher next to him was surprised. "What are you talking about? Zhou Chen is transferring to the key class tomorrow." The teacher's face was shocked. "Ah, that's right. The principal is looking for you." He looked very angry. Soon it was evening. Zhou Chen got home and flopped onto the bed. 3 months to go from level 2 to level 4. How am I supposed to do that? Even for a rich genius, leveling up once requires a lot of time and money. Boss, is there a way to level up in one go? No can do. If you want my help, you have to fulfill my wish first. Anyway, at least I wasn't expelled. And getting supplements is good too. I'll figure out the leveling up part later. The important thing is to figure out how to make money. The next morning, the morning light shone down on the familiar school. Zhou Chen had a wry expression. He looked at the world with gloomy eyes. Standing in front of the cold room, he wondered, what is this? Why does this place look like an abandoned factory? A hurried voice suddenly called out. "Hey, you're Zhou Chen, right?" Zhou Chen instinctively turned his head. In the distance, a figure appeared waving frantically to greet him. It turned out to be Teacher Zhang. He happily called out, "Over here, over here." Teacher Zhang explained, "During roll call I didn't see you. I thought you might have gotten lost, because I'm in charge of the whole class. Sometimes I really can't take care of everything. If there's anything I haven't attended to properly, I hope you can understand." He suddenly remembered, "Oh, right. I'm the homeroom teacher for the key class. You can just call me Teacher Zhang." These words stunned Zhou Chen. "I thought the teachers of the key class would be stricter. I didn't expect them to be so easy to talk to." He quickly replied, "You're too modest, Teacher Zhang. But you said you're responsible for the whole class. Does that mean the key class has no other teachers?" Teacher Zhang scratched his head awkwardly. "That's right. There are 3 teachers for the academic subjects. But for the training sessions, I'm the only one in charge. Because in recent years, the number of students in the school has been decreasing. Students with enough strength to enter the key class are even rarer. So the school hasn't hired any new teachers. Normally our class studies and trains in the innermost area. The outer area has been left unused. It hasn't been repaired in a long time, so it's become like this. Zhou Chen silently guessed the school's situation is really bad. No wonder the principal is so anxious. Teacher Zhang carefully pushed open the door. He reassured him, but don't you worry. Even a starved camel is still bigger than a horse. I believe this place won't disappoint you. Instantly, a room filled with modern equipment appeared in a flash. Teacher Zhang said loudly, "Welcome Zhou Chen to the key class." He introduced, "Right now the class is in a free training session. I'll take you to the class to get acquainted first." Looking around for a moment, Zhou Chen was a little impressed. Worthy of being the key class, the environment here is completely different from the playground downstairs. It's really no different from a high-end gym. The students also look very motivated, but he secretly glanced to one side. Zhou Chen's intuition told him the atmosphere felt a bit peculiar. A moment later, Teacher Zhang shouted, "Everyone gather around. I'd like to introduce a new student to you all. This is Zhou Chen. Although he's joining the class a bit late, the key class has always judged based on strength alone. The fact that Zhou Chen can enter this class is surely because he has his own outstanding strengths of his own. I hope in the coming days, everyone will get along well and work hard together to achieve good results in the upcoming exchange tournament." Zhou Chen bowed slightly and began to speak. "I hope for everyone's guidance." From a distance, someone appeared provoking. "Strength, I'm not so sure about that." He arrogantly crossed his arms and sneered. Someone who got in through the back door should just quietly admit it. "What's this talk about strength? Aren't you afraid of lowering the standard of the key class?" Hearing this, Teacher Zhang immediately shouted, "Ma Wenhao, watch your words." Zhou Chen's transfer to the key class was completely by the book. "I hope you won't spread false rumors." Ma Wenhao, feeling emboldened, pushed his luck. "Whether it's a rumor or not, we'll know after a match. I want to issue a formal challenge to you. Zhou Chen, do you dare to accept?" At these words, the surrounding students burst into an uproar. A formal challenge. It's been a long time since I've heard that. I heard that. A formal duel is completely different from a normal spar. Both sides have to bet their honor and go all out. I heard the loser, even if they have to be a slave to the winner, can't complain. This Ma Wenhao is the strongest among us. Is it necessary to bully a newcomer like this? Sitting to the side, Shen Jiarui was a bit confused. "Why is it so noisy over there?" Su Xiaoxia answered with shock. "It seems the new transfer student is about to fight Ma Wenhao." He asked back, startled. "The transfer student?" Over here, Teacher Zhang tried his best to defuse the situation. "A formal challenge is invalid if the other party doesn't accept." But in response, Zhou Chen calmly accepted. "All right." This left him speechless. "Zhou Chen?" Zhou Chen continued. "If it's just a friendly match, that isn't life-threatening, then I can accept the challenge." He calculated inwardly, "I can also use this opportunity to test my strength, compared to everyone else, and see what the difference is. It can also be considered preparation for the upcoming exchange tournament." Very quickly, right after, a voice from the principal's office asked, "What's the commotion?" Hu Wai jumped up and questioned, "You're saying Zhou Chen is fighting with another student?" Teacher Zhang reported honestly. To be precise, it was Ma Wenhao who issued a formal challenge to Zhou Chen, and Zhou Chen accepted. Right now, neither of them is backing down. The other students are also surrounding them and cheering loudly. It can't be calmed down anymore. Just as he said, the students were shouting at the top of their lungs. "Ma Wenhao, teach that new kid some manners. Go newcomer, beat Ma Wenhao." Pausing for a moment, Hu Wei became suspicious. Isn't Zhou Chen practicing concealing his level? Could it be that he wants to test the results of his training this time, and I can take the opportunity to see what his level is like? He then ordered, "Prepare the arena. I'll allow this challenge to happen." Teacher Zhang, not understanding what was happening, replied confusedly, Yes. Soon he was standing as the referee. "Since student, Zhou Chen, this is your first time participating in this type of match, so I'll go over the rules briefly. The rules of a formal challenge are the same as the exchange tournament. The arena is only for 2 people in a friendly match. Students outside are not allowed to interfere in the match. Anyone who violates this will be expelled immediately. Both sides must fight at the same level. For the match to be valid, challenging someone of a higher level is not allowed." Looking at the displayed information, Ma Wenhao frowned. "He's also E-rank too," Teacher Zhang repeated worriedly. "This match is a friendly duel. Absolutely no attacks on vital points of the body. No fatal blows. No holding grudges after the match." Ma Wenhao gave a sinister smile. It was as if he wanted to devour Zhou Chen. Teacher Zhang warned loudly. "Getting hit in the face or voluntarily surrendering counts as a loss. Is that clear? Then begin." The moment the word was spoken, he instantly gave the signal. Seizing the opportunity, Ma Wenhao immediately rushed forward, striking with his fastest speed. Unexpectedly, he thought he could grab Zhou Chen's neck in one move and win, but he easily blocked it. As expected, he charged right at the start. Ma Wenhao gritted his teeth in shock. It was blocked. This guy reacts so fast. Just like that, he hastily threw a series of strikes, but they all missed. Ma Wenhao cursed in frustration. Damn it, like a mouse just dodging back and forth. He was in a tight spot. He tried to control Zhou Chen with his legs. I have to find a chance to control him. A brilliant flash of light suddenly appeared. Ma Wenhao's shin shot out with delight. You like to dodge, right? He decisively unleashed his skill hooking wind kick. Zhou Chen blocked it in time with his arm. Ma Wenhao thought smugly, my skill. Hooking wind kick can change momentum in an instant. Even if you block it, you'll be knocked to the ground by the impact. Knocked to the ground. On the ground, let's see how you can dodge. He suddenly glared, a flash of killing intent instantly appearing. Zhou Chen put force into his hand, slamming it onto the ground. In just a flash, Zhou Chen had turned the tables with a fatal kick. Ma Wenhao exclaimed in shock, how is that possible? He knows a skill too. By inertia, he was pushed back. Calm down. As long as it doesn't hit my face, it's not a loss. I still have a chance. But at this very moment, Zhou Chen's fist suddenly shot out, stopping right at Ma Wenhao's nose. He asked confidently, hitting the face means the face right. So that means I've won, doesn't it? Ma Wenhao was scared stiff. He was speechless. Teacher Zhang happily announced, Zhou Chen wins. Ma Wenhao's face was pale. He stammered, accepting the truth. I lost. The surrounding students cursed in disbelief. Are you kidding me? Ma Wenhao lost that easily. I didn't even see clearly what just happened. This rookie is too strong. Recalling what just happened, Zhou Chen thought to himself, the match was faster than I imagined, but I've got a feel for it now. He asked again in a serious tone, so you have no more objections? Right. Standing to the side, Teacher Zhang pursed his lips in amazement. Ma Wenhao had professional training. I didn't expect him to be crushed so completely. Zhou Chen has never trained in techniques, but his physique and situational awareness are both excellent. Truly an outstanding combat prodigy. No wonder. The principal told me to pay special attention to him. A sudden voice of praise rang out, well done. The crowd was startled to see the principal. He actively waved to Zhou Chen. You come here for a moment. I have something to talk to you about. Seeing this, Shen Jiarui couldn't help but be curious. Hey, did you guys see that this transfer student is really strong? Su Xiaoxia nodded. He affirmed seriously. A guy this strong, we must recruit him as our underling, which left her speechless. There you go again. Over here, who I walked while kindly asking, in the key class. Are you getting used to it? Zhou Chen answered honestly, it's pretty good. It's just that my classmates are a bit too enthusiastic. Hearing that, he laughed. After all, those with great power are always more popular. You'll get used to it. Yes. From now on, just train well. If you need anything, just say so. The school will help if it can. At these words, Zhou Chen hesitated internally. The principal seems to trust me a lot now. Maybe I can ask about making money? He hesitated and began to speak. Principal, do you think there's a way for students to make money quickly? Hu Wai paused. Make money. He grabbed his shoulder tightly and shook him. At this age, you don't need to think so much. You should focus your energy on training. That's how you'll have a chance to make a lot of money in the future. Right, if your family is having difficulties. The school can give you an advance. Zhou Chen quickly refused. No, it's okay. I was just asking for fun. He thought helplessly to himself, I still have to think of another way. A moment later in the key class, a large number of weights lay neatly on the floor. Zhou Chen was now lost in thought. Students in debt will be severely punished by the school, so I have to be careful not to get caught. Is there any other place where I can find a way to make money? A sudden "oh" was heard. Zhou Chen reflexively turned around. Shen Jiarui actively approached him to start a conversation. That match just now was really brilliant. You even managed to get that principal to personally come talk to you. Who on earth are you? He asked suspiciously. Who are you? Sensing the situation was not good, Su Xiaoxia sternly reminded Shen Jiarui, that's too rude of you. She tilted her head with a bright smile. Sorry, this guy has been like this since he was little, but he doesn't mean any harm. My name is Su Xiaoxia. This guy is Shen Jiarui. Su Xiaoxia confidently introduced, based on enrollment order. I count as your senior. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to ask me. Zhou Chen shyly replied, thank you. Shen Jiarui smugly rubbed his chin. So from now on, we're a three-person team. As the team captain, I'll take good care of you. He gave a forced smile. What a weirdo. He asked frankly, Zhou Chen, you transferred up from a lower class, right? Where did you learn that skill just now? Zhou Chen frowned. What's a skill? Shen Jiarui immediately jumped. Hey, you don't know what skills are then? What was that move that knocked down Ma Wenhao? He answered nonchalantly. Just an instinctive move. He exclaimed in shock, "My God!" That move was too vicious. If Ma Wenhao knew, he'd probably die of anger. That guy, ever since, he learned a skill, he's been showing it off everywhere, acting all high and mighty. In contrast to him, Su Xiaoxia spoke calmly. Let me explain a little. Skills are a type of powerful move. A user can master it through a scroll or a memory stone. Depending on the level of proficiency, the power and effect of the move will also change. There are many types of skills. Strong users even know how to combine skills, based on their own fighting style. Shen Jiarui explained, the move Ma Wenhao used to try and knock you down during the fight was the D-rank skill hooking wind kick. Zhou Chen quickly understood. No wonder I couldn't block that kick. If I also had a skill, maybe my chances of winning the exchange tournament would be higher. Thinking of this, he asked, are skills very rare? Shen Jiarui thoughtfully replied, pretty much. Skills are also graded. The stronger they are, the rarer. The school will teach simple skills, but if you want strong skills, you usually have to buy them, or have them shared by some master. Currently, the market price for a normal D-rank skill is about 500,000. This made Zhou Chen panic. 100,000? That amount of money is enough to pay my loan for several months. He excitedly clenched his fist and said, by the way, I have a skill too. Let's spar someday and I'll show you. Su Xiaoxia put her hands on her hips proudly. I have one too. Zhou Chen was speechless and gave a forced smile. Something worth 500,000, you can just have it like that. I heard the tuition for the key class is very high. Everyone here is a rich kid. He suddenly remembered. Wait, if they're well off, maybe I can ask about making money. Zhou Chen lowered his voice to probe. If I want to buy a skill but I'm short on cash, is there a way to make money in a short time? No holds barred, anything goes. Shen Jiarui's face went blank. No holds barred like rob a bank. He immediately cut him off. Except for robbing a bank. His face instantly darkened. No holds barred, and make a lot of money quickly. The only place left is the Blackwater district in the Land of Miracles, I guess. Su Xiaoxia flicked Shen Jiarui hard on the head. Shen Jiarui, don't lead others astray. If a teacher heard you say that, they'd definitely drag you off for a lecture. At this moment, Zhou Chen curiously whispered Blackwater district. He scratched his ear awkwardly. I was just kidding. Although I heard anything can happen there. The school forbids students from going near it. Once caught, you'll be expelled immediately. No negotiations. Just take it as a joke. Shen Jiarui wondered. For that skill, how much more money do you need? He hesitated. About 300,000 more. He and Su Xiaoxia were immediately shocked. 300,000, that's so much. Shen Jiarui quickly turned to one side and whispered. 300,000, my balance isn't enough. She also shook her head. I'm out of money too. Zhou Chen thought. Blackwater district, huh? I guess I'll take the risk. I'll go check it out after school. When the sky turned dark, he stopped at the entrance to Blackwater Street. Zhou Chen carefully observed his phone screen. Then he cautiously looked into the distance. The navigation map shows that the Blackwater district is right here. It's not far from my house, just a few minutes by car. Zhou Chen put his hands in his pockets. He slowly walked forward. I went home and changed out of my uniform, so I probably won't be easily recognized. Boss, what do you think it'll be like inside? Seeing no one answered, Zhou Chen turned back suspiciously. Is this guy not here? He frowned. Whatever. In the outermost area, the level of the users isn't high. I should be fine on my own. My current borrowed power level is 4. If I run into danger, I can still escape. But this place looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. Is there really some Land of Miracles here? Zhou Chen suddenly stopped. He discovered traces of foot traffic here. A door caught his attention. A secret tunnel, interesting. Zhou Chen stepped inside. At the same time, in the distance, 2 dark figures were silently watching. Danger flashed in their eyes. Zhou Chen was momentarily stunned by the scene before him, but he exclaimed in awe, realizing this was the Blackwater Land of Miracles. Looking around for a moment, Zhou Chen easily saw that this was a dirty street. In the alleys, illegal transactions were rampant. He understood with dismay, no wonder. Everyone avoids talking about this place. It's a completely lawless area. As long as there's a profit, anything goes. Maybe. There really is a way to make money before the loan is due. Zhou Chen tiredly closed his eyes. He thought to himself. Earlier, Zhou Chen had turned around and questioned, how long are you going to follow me? A foot immediately stepped out. Good intuition. A punk arrogantly threatened kid. Originally, I wanted to find a chance to knock you out and drag you away. Since you've been discovered, I'll just have to give you a little beating. Zhou Chen didn't understand and asked, knock me out, why? He licked his lips sinisterly. Still playing dumb. You think I don't know? I've seen plenty of your type. Definitely some rich kid. In disguise coming here for fun? Kidnapping you will surely fetch a hefty ransom. But at these words, Zhou Chen was speechless. What kind of genius is this? The punk moved closer to him. He kept making physical contact, Scared shitless, huh? Good. I'm the real deal. You can't escape from my grasp. Cooperate with me obediently to get the ransom money, and I'll spare your life. It's not out of the question. Zhou Chen cursed in annoyance. How rude. He snapped in surprise. What did you say? With just one slap, he easily sent him sprawling. Seeing this, the underlings were horrified. What the boss got? 2 henchmen timidly pulled out knives. Damn it, you dare sneak attack! When the boss wasn't paying attention, let's teach him a lesson. Without any hesitation, they arrogantly rushed forward with their weapons. 2 wooden barrels suddenly flew out. The 2 underlings couldn't dodge in time and got smashed in the face. A dark figure suddenly appeared in front of Zhou Chen. That person actively grabbed his hand. The other person glared and said, "Follow me." With that, she decisively pulled him and ran. Stopping in an alley, she sighed in relief. It should be safe here. Zhou Chen awkwardly began, "Thanks for saving me." He cursed inwardly. I was planning to ask those 2 a few things. The mysterious girl pressed, "You're Zhou Chen. Why are you here?" The moment she finished speaking, she immediately regretted it and covered her face. Damn it, I forgot I have to hide my identity right now. On the other side, Zhou Chen asked suspiciously, You know me." She paused. "Oh, he doesn't remember me." The mysterious girl quickly denied it. No. I saw your name," she pointed lightly. "On your collar there." Zhou Chen's face immediately turned pale. "I didn't notice this had my name on it." Luckily, she didn't recognize me. He quickly ripped off the tag. "Thanks for the reminder." She looked away guiltily. "I almost forgot I can't reveal my identity." Luckily, I covered it up. She suggested in the Blackwater district, "Don't just casually reveal your information like that. It's very dangerous. I'll lead you out." He flatly waved his hand. No need. I still have some urgent business to take care of. I'll be going first." Turning his back to leave, Zhou Chen thought nervously, "If she finds out I'm a student, I'm screwed. It's best to get out of here quickly." Watching his retreating back, the girl couldn't help but feel conflicted. Even though we haven't met in years, that's Zhou Chen. I'm not mistaken. Does he really not remember me, or is he pretending? Isn't he a student? How did he get involved with this place? But moreover, from the contact just now, he's become a user too. The mask was offered for a price of 10 yuan. Zhou Chen quickly paid and carefully put it on. This should be safe. Even after walking for so long, I still don't have any clues on how to make money. A back suddenly appeared, calling out to him, "Young man, judging by your appearance, you're probably not a local, right?" Zhou Chen cautiously asked, "Who are you?" He confidently introduced himself. "Just consider me a tour guide here. I know everything around here. If there's anything you don't know, just ask me." He exclaimed with interest, "Oh, then let me ask you, is there any place around here to make money quickly?" The other person laughed heartily. "Of course, please follow me." In his mind, he was excited about the referral fee he'd get. A moment later, the scene shifts to a dark cellar. A powerful punch was thrown. The unfortunate man was knocked out in a single blow. In the stands, the crowd cheered, "Finish him!" Looking at the scene before him, Zhou Chen wondered, is this an underground boxing ring? The guide nodded. "That's right. If you want to make money fast, this is the right place." He continued to brag, "There's a special match tonight. The winner not only gets prize money, but also a share of the betting pool. There are many user fighters who have come specifically to participate in this match. The match is not only exciting, but the bettors also play big. Now is the perfect time to join." He silently calculated. The guy on the stage looks scary, but he's actually only at level 1. This might be an opportunity. At this moment, the total prize money was continuously rolling. He leaned over. "So what do you think if you want to play? I can take you to get some chips right now." Zhou Chen immediately replied, "Forget the chips. I'd rather win the prize money directly." These words left him momentarily stunned. Over here, the mysterious girl had finally caught up with Zhou Chen. Strange. I clearly saw Zhou Chen come here. In the stands, the crowd was roaring. "How is that kid so strong? It's over my money." She was surprised to recognize a familiar figure. She wondered in confusion, why is he here? In the arena, Zhou Chen's opponent was constantly showing off. "Don't think you can be arrogant just because you won 2 matches. I'm the top contender in this tournament. Remember this well. My name is Yiliafu. I'm the one who will win the championship." But he didn't care at all. He decisively knocked the guy out with 1 punch. But the referee exclaimed in surprise, "Another 1-punch knockout? That's too boring." Zhou Chen frowned. A quick victory is a good victory. He called out next. In no time, a new opponent appeared with the familiar line, "Remember I am." But before he could finish, he was defeated by the referee's call. Next, one man unable to bear the fear nervously tried to stop him. Wait, And his fate was no better. In the observation room, the boss's face turned pale and he shot to his feet. Wait before I only let him participate because he looked weak. So I let him in. How did it turn out like this? "Hey," a subordinate reported in panic. "Boss, All the fighters we were going to sign have run away. The customers also suspect we're fixing the results. And are demanding refunds? If this continues, the arena will, he snapped. I know no matter what, we can't let this kid walk away with the prize money. Go, the boss ordered. Have one more match. Let him fight that thing. Up in the ring, Zhou Chen was continuously throwing punches. He easily defeated his opponent in the blink of an eye. The last one. Zhou Chen called out loudly, Hey! According to the agreement, the prize money is mine, right? The referee ignored him. This contestant is truly unstoppable. I believe everyone hasn't had enough yet. Right, so we've decided to grant everyone's wish and hold one more truly exciting match. Zhou Chen figured it out. It seems these guys from the start never intended to obediently hand over the prize money to me, regardless of whether he agreed or not. He had already announced, let's welcome the mysterious contestant. The ace of this match, 4. Zhou Chen's face immediately changed. After the first encounter, a large cart was quickly pushed out. The Nevron mechanical doll appeared with a grotesque, deformed body. 9. A hideous monster was carefully pushed out. It was thrown callously face down on the ground. The protective iron bars were quickly locked. Zhou Chen asked in confusion, What's going on? A few jets of gas suddenly shot out from the monster's neck. A power core instantly lit up in a flash. The monster immediately jumped up. It faced Zhou Chen directly with a hideous face. In the stands, a delicate young woman screamed, It's so scary. The man reassured her with a stern voice, What's there to be scared of? I'm here to protect you. I can kill these things with one punch. But in his heart, he was secretly worried. Damn it, luckily, I'm sitting in the back row. Any closer and I would have wet my pants. The mysterious girl was terrified, her face pale. Why would something like this appear here? But this is not something that Zhou Chen with his level can handle. With my abilities, getting him out of here shouldn't be a problem. But doing so would reveal my whereabouts. The plan would surely be discovered by them. Thinking this, she gritted her teeth in frustration. Zhou Chen. Over here, Zhou Chen cursed under his breath, annoyed. Damn it! Of all times, the boss has to be gone now. Unlike the previous opponents, this thing is definitely not human, being stared at by it. I feel like prey being targeted by a hunter. Just facing it makes my whole body tremble. My intuition tells me this thing is very dangerous. One of the monster's fingers suddenly twitched. In an instant, it lunged past him. Zhou Chen narrowly escaped death. He broke out in a sweat. So fast, if I hadn't unconsciously dodged just now, that blow would have taken my life. This thing really wants to kill me. I absolutely can't hold back. In no time, Zhou Chen had the monster's 2 arms under control. He planted his feet firmly on the ground for leverage. Zhou Chen frowned nervously. So strong. This thing is too dangerous. I have to end this quickly. But he had no choice. He decided to borrow power, increasing his strength from level 2 to level 4. Zhou Chen quickly gathered power into his 2 fists. Without a moment's hesitation, he delivered a fatal blow, decisively slamming it straight into the monster's body. Looking at the monster lying motionless on the ground, Zhou Chen wondered, did I get it? Just then the monster suddenly jumped up. Zhou Chen backed away in time. How is this possible? My strongest attack had no effect on it at all. This thing has thick skin and sharp claws. Close combat is a disadvantage for me. I need a weapon. He instinctively weaved through every nook and cranny, running away. The monster continuously attacked. Zhou Chen seized the opportunity and broke its finger. Got it. He quickly grabbed a long, sharp object. Zhou Chen decisively slashed at the monster's neck. Die! The monster let out a few gruesome screams of pain. He thought to himself, too shallow, huh? But at least I can injure it. Its strength is no match for mine after I borrow power. As long as I can get close one more time, I can take it down. A white smoke suddenly obscured everything. Zhou Chen realized with a start, is this poison gas? It's not just ordinary fog. He froze for a moment. A blow grazed past, tearing a corner of Zhou Chen's shirt. He hurriedly turned around on instinct. But the monster quickly attacked him from behind. Having lost his ability to attack, Zhou Chen went on the defensive. I can't see anything. This thing is using the fog to wear down my strength. Afraid of me finding an opening, it won't dare to act too rashly, even if I can withstand its attacks. Once the time for force borrowing runs out, I'll be done. For I can't drag this out. I have to take it down now. No matter what, I have to see its position. Calm down, don't be afraid. Use all your senses, focus completely. His eyes suddenly flashed with a focused, murderous glint. A hazy figure gradually appeared in his line of sight. It moved at a dizzying speed. Zhou Chen frowned angrily. I see it. An attack instantly lunged at him. He promptly grabbed the monster's arm. With just a twist of his body, the arm was torn off in midair. The monster let out a pathetic wail. Zhou Chen immediately rushed forward with the sharp point. While it's down, his heart suddenly clenched. Zhou Chen felt a pain as if he were being shocked by 1,000 bolts of electricity. My heart hurts. Am I at my limit? At this very moment, the monster had seized his weapon. Zhou Chen was determined. No! In an instant, it stuck out its green tongue. Unable to dodge in time, he was seriously injured. Zhou Chen furiously roared, "It's not over yet, force borrowing!" Zhou Chen used his strength to tightly grip the monster's tongue. Without a moment's hesitation, he swung it around in a circle. And right after that, Zhou Chen held the monster's 2 jaws tightly. Zhou Chen frowned. It's not over yet. His eyes were now filled with nothing but murderous intent. The monster's throat was torn open, but Zhou Chen was still roaring, "Die!" The boss nervously asked, "What's the situation?" The subordinate replied in confusion, "Why can't I see anything?" He announced with a start, "Boss, the smoke is clearing." The boss asked in shock, "What is it? What happened? Is that kid dead?" In the next second, his face turned deathly pale. Outside, the mysterious girl couldn't help but be surprised. How is that possible? The audience cheered with excitement. He won. Good thing I bet against the odds on this kid. Impossible. How can he keep winning? Following his back, she exclaimed in admiration. He actually did it. The monster's corpse was unceremoniously thrown to the floor. Zhou Chen glared. His eyes flashed with a deadly killing intent. The subordinates were instantly scared and trembling. The boss slumped into his chair, sputtering, How is this possible? He bit his lip in frustration. Did that kid win? That's something I spent a huge amount of money to buy from the Central District. That bastard. An announcement rang out. Let's congratulate this contestant for becoming the champion of this tournament. Will the contestant please follow the staff to collect their prize money? Zhou Chen glanced silently. Is it finally over? A while later, backstage at the arena, a suitcase full of money was opened. This is the prize money. The subordinate announced a total of 510,000 G. Zhou Chen reached out to take it. No problem. A hand suddenly shot out and slammed the suitcase shut. The boss's face darkened as he intervened. Wait. He shamelessly proposed, I've changed my mind, become our contracted fighter. Fight according to my arrangements. And you can take all 510,000 G. Or you can take 110,000 G and leave now. He frowned in annoyance. What is the meaning of this? The boss snapped irritably. All my contracted fighters ran away. And you even killed my key fighter. This is something I spent a lot of money to buy. You've breached the contract. You have to compensate me for my losses. Zhou Chen calmly retorted. You never said there would be an extra round before. If I remember correctly, you told me this before I went on stage. No questions about identity. Stepping onto the stage is equivalent to signing a death certificate. Kill the opponent or be killed by the opponent. No one will be held responsible for anything. Whether to kill the opponent or not is entirely up to the fighter's will. Right. These words left him speechless. You! Zhou Chen emanated a fierce killing intent. He asserted seriously. So 510,000 G, not a single cent less. Cornered the boss, jumped to his feet and pulled out a gun. Who do you think you are? What gives you the right to demand terms from me? Do you think you can leave this place? Zhou Chen easily crushed the gun. I want to leave. Can you stop me? He ordered in pain. Kill him! The boss continuously yelled, kill him! As soon as his words fell, a group of men in black simultaneously pointed their guns at him. Zhou Chen frowned and sighed. Immediately after a series of gunshots rang out, the mysterious girl was shocked to hear the gunshots. They came from where Zhou Chen was. A tall figure was suddenly kicked out of the second floor. The crowd immediately reacted strongly. What's going on? Are they filming a movie that's so cool he flew down from so high? The mysterious girl guessed in surprise. Could it be? Backstage, the subordinates were getting beaten to a pulp. They struggled with all their might, but he easily took them down. A large number of bullets were fired. Zhou Chen grabbed the shooter's head with his bare hands. He rushed forward, pushing him and sending him flying out of the cellar. The wall completely crumbled. The subordinates frantically gave chase. He's downstairs after him. Send people to block the back alley and the exits. Zhou Chen ran frantically. My heart hurts so much. I used too much strength. The worst part is the injuries on my body are also getting more serious. If this continues, my body will... At the moment of life and death, a hand suddenly shot out and grabbed Zhou Chen's collar. It turned out to be the mysterious girl. She gently covered his mouth. Outside, the subordinates were frantically shouting at each other. Hello, he's not here, look over here. He must have gone out the back door. You guys search over there. A moment later, she gently let go. It's safe now. Zhou Chen was suspicious. Was that you just now? She nodded in acknowledgement and reminded him. You should save your strength. I know a secret passage. That can help you leave safely. The mysterious girl led him to a dark stretch of road. Go straight through here and you'll be outside. Before they completely surround the area, let's leave quickly. Zhou Chen felt a bit awkward. He gently pulled at his mask. The mysterious girl urged him, hurry up and go. He had no choice but to turn around. He didn't forget to whisper thanks. The mysterious girl silently watched his back as he hurriedly left. She made a phone call. "Hello, it's me." The other person questioned irritably, "Lin Yin, why did you go to the Blackwater district?" Her voice was cold. She interrupted Sister Ezzy. "Let's not talk about this for now. I have something to tell Grandpa. I've discovered something special here." The door was slammed shut with a bang. Zhou Chen collapsed to the floor in pain. His face turned pale and his whole body trembled. "My heart hurts so much. I can't take it anymore." Zhou Chen gritted his teeth in resentment. "Damn it!" 4. Because the pain was too much, he unconsciously passed out. The information panel displays Zhou Chen's star-level ability. E-level 2. Ability force. Borrowing. Remaining wishes. I-99. Remaining rewards. This period's debt. 510,000. Total remaining debt. 103,18,912, 510,000, 899, 808, 912. Mom. In his dream, a familiar scene appeared. Zhou Chen's mother said with a choke, "I told you before that my illness might get better in 2 or 3 years. I'm sorry I lied to you. The truth is my illness won't get better in 2 or 3 years. It's that I only have 2 or 3 years left at most. Mom, I really want to see you again. To see you get married and have children. To watch you grow old and stroke your face again. I'm sorry I don't have the strength to go on with you anymore. I love you." Zhou Chen knelt miserably by the hospital bed. He cried silently. Even in her final moments, she was still thinking of him saying, "I love you very, very much." Zhou Chen woke up from his dream. His eyes were still teary. Zhou Chen's face was pale. He panted heavily. He unconsciously looked out the window. Zhou Chen sat up in surprise. "Is this Zhou Chen's house?" he exclaimed in disbelief. "I'm still alive." Zhou Chen sighed dejectedly. "It was thanks to that dream that I was able to wake up. It's been so long already." The evil god's voice asked, "You're awake." Zhou Chen was startled. He asked loudly, "Boss, where have you been these past few days?" It replied, "I had many things to do elsewhere." "And you? I just got back and found you passed out here for 2 whole days. You were in a really bad state. I thought you weren't going to make it. Aren't you going to explain?" A while later, Zhou Chen had recounted everything. The evil god understood. "So you're saying while I wasn't around, you secretly went to a place where you could fight, and because you used too much power to defeat a monster, it almost backfired on you?" It snorted angrily. "Foolish. I've told you before, don't use my power carelessly. And you even used my power recklessly while I was gone." "What if you had died?" Zhou Chen explained, speechless. "It wasn't careless use, it was all out of necessity." "You don't need to be so angry, boss." The evil god continuously berated him. Do you think that even if you die, I can save you? What are you thinking? Your previous resurrection already used up most of my power. If you die again, I won't be able to save you. Having experienced life and death, you should cherish this opportunity even more." At these words, he paused for a moment, but Zhou Chen's eyes softened. I didn't expect the boss to say something like that, but the boss is right. An opportunity so hard won, I should cherish it more. The evil god was satisfied. "It's good that you know. But what you said, a creature that's both human and not human, with sharp claws and can even breathe smoke, doesn't sound like anything that exists in this world." He leaned back dejectedly, resting his hands on the ground. "Who knows? Anyway, in the future, I don't want to go to a hellish place like that again." Zhou Chen let out a sigh. "And that girl I met in the Blackwater district? Forget it. I don't want to think about it anymore. I should just focus on leveling up. Leveling up." He suddenly realized, that's right, the money. A suitcase full of money was opened. Zhou Chen emotionally hugged it. "Great good thing the money is still here." The evil god sneered, a bit disgusting. "Is this why you went to the arena?" He continued, "You don't understand, boss. With this 510,000 at least until the end of the friendly tournament, I won't have to worry about paying off my debt. That way I can focus entirely on leveling up." Zhou Chen stood up apprehensively. "Before I go back to school, I still have to treat the wound on my stomach. The small wounds on my body have already healed on their own. It's just this one on my stomach." He held his head in frustration. "I still have to go to the hospital for treatment and then train at school. And before that, I still have to stop by the bank to deposit the money. Suddenly, I'm so busy." The evil god was speechless at the sight. A while later, he went to Tianlan Hospital. There, the doctor examined him carefully. "It's not a big problem. Although it's a penetrating wound, it's healing quite well. Just pay attention to keeping it clean and don't let it get injured again." He asked with concern, "This kind of recovery speed is not something an ordinary person can do? Are you a U user?" Zhou Chen honestly admitted, "Ah, yes." The doctor seized the opportunity and immediately introduced, "You users get injured easily, right? As it happens, the hospital is having a promotion right now. Get a card and you can enjoy many benefits in the future. Zhou Chen frankly refused. That's okay, just give me the regular medicine. He gave a forced smile. All right. I'll prescribe you a bottle of special anti-inflammatory medicine. Go home. And remember to take it on time. Zhou Chen bowed his head in relief. Good. Luckily, that monster's tongue wasn't poisonous. But as soon as I relaxed a little, my eyes started to itch a bit. What's going on? The doctor proactively handed over a bottle of medicine. Here you go. You can pay on your way out. The medicine bottle emitted a strange light. Zhou Chen was suspicious. There's a light. He then asked, Doctor, may I ask, what is this light on the medicine bottle? He replied, Light, I don't see any light anywhere. This is just a bottle of anti-inflammatory medicine specifically for you users. Zhou Chen's face went blank. But I clearly saw it. It doesn't feel like my eyes are playing tricks on me at all. Could it be that only I can see it? The doctor continued to introduce. Could it be that you're having hallucinations due to too much pressure? No. It's normal for you users to be under a lot of pressure. As it happens, I have a psychological counseling class for you users here. If you get a card now, you'll get a discount. On the shelf, all the medicines were glowing. Outside, the passers-by also emitted a special aura. Zhou Chen felt a doubt in his heart. I can see these lights everywhere. They're even on people. Is it because of being a U user? He stared intently at the palm of his hand. The difference between an ordinary person and a U user is whether or not they've been enhanced by stellar energy. Could this be the light emitted by stellar energy? Zhou Chen suddenly came to a realization. He understood. Could it be because of that time? He laughed in surprise. If that's true, then this can't be underestimated. The key to leveling up for a U user lies in the level of stellar energy absorption. If I can really sense stellar energy, then it will be easier to absorb stellar energy. Zhou Chen suddenly froze. His attention was caught by someone. A tall figure with a massive amount of power silently passed by. Zhou Chen glanced guiltily. This person's stellar energy is not simple at all. The other person seemed to notice as well. He turned back and wondered, was I just being watched? But there shouldn't be any strong people here. The phone rang. The other person reminded him, so have you been to the hospital yet? Don't forget our mission is to find the anomaly. Don't mess around too much. He answered casually, don't worry, it's rare for me to be on a business trip. I don't want to waste it. I plan on staying in this country for a while. While I'm at it, I'll find our little princess to catch up. The person on the other end of the line continued. Good. According to the boss's prophecy, the anomaly is a crucial milestone in changing history. Before we confirm whether it's a friend or foe, it's best to get close first and take appropriate measures. He smugly took off his glasses. Honestly, the boss is worrying too much. If the anomaly really is an enemy, I will destroy it with my own hands. The mysterious man's real name is Amiya. He is an A-class U user. The next morning, the warm morning sun shone down on the high school. Lade U. In the office, Hu Wei bowed his head, his voice stern. You just got into the advanced class a few days ago. You don't answer calls, you don't reply to texts. You don't even go to class. Care to explain? Zhou Chen thought to himself in frustration. I just got back and I'm already caught. The principal's news travels fast. He immediately replied, I'm sorry. My family had an urgent matter and I didn't have time to inform the school. I'm very sorry. I'm willing to accept any punishment. He interrupted, that's not what I meant. I wanted to ask, did you run into any unexpected trouble? Zhou Chen quickly denied it. No, not at all. Are you afraid I'll regret the friendly competition? Hu Wei frankly denied it. No, I trust you when it comes to the friendly competition. What I'm more worried about is if you have any difficulties that you're keeping to yourself and afraid to say. You're an outstanding U user. Even if you hadn't agreed to the competition before, the school would still do its best to help you. The purpose of an academy is to cultivate outstanding U users. This will never change. I hope you can understand this. Zhou Chen nodded slightly. Rest assured, Principal, I'm fine. I'll definitely give it my all in the friendly match, to bring glory to our school, Hu Wei said with satisfaction. If there's nothing else, go back to class. Your friends were so worried about you, they even came to the office to ask about you. This confused him. Friends? A moment later, a loud call echoed in the advanced class. Zhou Chen, Shen Yarui exclaimed, throwing an arm around his shoulder. You're finally back. There was no news from you for days. Where on earth did you go? Su Xiaoxia said worriedly. I asked the teachers, but they didn't know either. Your situation scared me to death, Zhou Chen replied sheepishly. Sorry, my family had some urgent business. Shen Yarui suddenly remembered something. He turned his head excitedly. Oh, right! That combat skill you mentioned before. Shen Yarui took a bank card from his pocket and handed it to Zhou Chen. Xiaocha and I gathered 300,000. Take it and use it for now. You can pay us back slowly when you have extra money later. Zhou Chen's face went blank. That thing I said offhandedly before, I can't believe they took it so seriously. He smiled and waved his hand. I realized later that the combat skill wasn't worth it. I don't plan on buying it anymore. But thanks, you guys. Shen Jiarui encouraged him. That's a shame. Don't worry, you'll find something better. From a distance, a voice suddenly called out, "Zhou Chen!" Ma Wenhao appeared blushing with a credit card. I heard them say you seem to be short on money. I've saved up 50,000. I hope you don't think it's too little. About losing in the competition before, if there's anything I can do, just say the word. Zhou Chen refused. Being your workhorse isn't necessary. In contrast to him, Su Xiaoxia sharply questioned Ma Wenhao. This is our team's business. What are you doing here making a fuss? Are you plotting something? He quickly denied it. No, that's not it. Ma Wenhao scratched his neck shyly. I just wanted to say one thing to Zhou Chen. Before I thought you got into the advanced class through connections, just to pad your resume. But later, Teacher Zhang told me about your situation. You beat me fair and square. You're the one who made me realize the gap between us. So I want to be your friend. Su Xiaoxia leaned in and whispered in his ear. What he's saying isn't wrong. You really are the first person to defeat him. Do you want to let him join? Zhou Chen gave a forced smile. I don't have any objections. All right, she spoke up. Fine. If you agree to be the fourth member, it's not like we can't accept you, Ma Wenhao replied with satisfaction. I don't care about rankings. Shen Jiarui beamed. Great to celebrate the team's new member. Little Ma, go get me a glass of water. He immediately refused. If I'm getting water, I'm getting it for Zhou Chen. You're the one who lost to me before. This startled Shen Jiarui. What, you just joined the team and you're already rebelling? Watching them, Zhou Chen smiled with relief. They're all really good friends. I'm lucky to still be alive. Otherwise, I wouldn't have met them. A while later, the physical training machine continuously emitted beeping sounds. Zhou Chen panted and thought to himself, the way you users level up is very simple. Just let the body absorb stellar energy. The more stellar energy absorbed, the higher the level will be, just like an experience bar in a game. High-intensity exercise can increase the body's absorption rate. That's why most user students have PE class. But the absorption rate issue is harder than I imagined. He looked down at his arm with apprehension. I've tried wearing equipment that can increase the intensity of my training, but my body's absorption rate is still very low. If the stellar energy in the body isn't absorbed in time, it will slowly be expelled, which is a huge waste. No wonder some people remain at level 1 their whole lives. At this rate, I definitely won't reach level 4 before the competition. I have to find a way to increase my body's absorption rate. Shen Jiarui suddenly ran over and called out, training alone. Is a bit boring, Zhou Chen. Let's spar for a change of pace. Zhou Chen was curious. Spar? He suddenly understood. That's right. It was because I had to fight that monster that I accidentally pushed myself and grasped the ability to observe stellar energy. Could it be? Zhou Chen said without hesitation. If you want to spar, I have an idea I'd like everyone's help with. Very quickly, the four of them arrived at the sparring room. Under the dim lights, Su Xiaoxia unleashed the cloud palm. Shen Jiarui simultaneously executed the rending fist. Zhou Chen easily dodged. He praised them. Everyone's coordination is getting better and better. It's almost time. When he was tired, he cheerfully told everyone, we've been fighting for almost an hour. Let's take a short break. You've all worked hard. Over here, they were sweating profusely. I'm exhausted. Su Xiaoxia frowned. When you said you wanted to fight two of us at once earlier, I thought you were kidding. I didn't expect you to be serious. At first, we couldn't even touch you. Shen Jiarui interrupted. But this method is great. We don't have to worry about winning or losing, and can focus completely on the fight. A moment ago, I was even able to pull off moves that I didn't dare to try before. Zhou Chen turned to look at Ma Wenhao. It's Wenhao's turn next. He cracked his knuckles excitedly. I can hardly wait. Watching from a corner, Zhou Chen finally understood. It seems my guess was right. In these all-out battles, everyone's body absorption rate will be very high. They have a very good foundation. As long as their absorption rate increases, they should level up quickly. Now that the absorption rate is high, I might be able to try that method. For ordinary people to safely consume, regular stellar energy supplements are usually heavily diluted. If one's physical constitution is normal, and their stellar energy absorption efficiency is low, then even drinking thousands of supplement vials won't let them level up once. However, according to my observations, the stellar energy borrowed through force borrowing is 100 times more concentrated than what's in the supplement vials. With my current strength, directly absorbing this amount of energy would surely cause my body to explode and die. But if I can just control the flow of energy, borrowed to a level I can absorb, then, Zhou Chen frowned, I can turn the borrowed stellar energy into permanent energy to level up quickly. It's worth a try. He immediately cast force borrowing. A huge mass of power quickly appeared. Zhou Chen nervously pursed his lips. I didn't know until I looked. Turns out the amount of stellar energy I can borrow is this massive. That makes sense, after all. It's an amount of energy that can help me level up twice, consecutively. Slowly control the energy flow. Try to compress it to the smallest amount. Success. Zhou Chen opened his eyes, a murderous glint flashing. Absorb. A huge power was instantly released from his heart. Zhou Chen gritted his teeth in shock. I can't believe taking just a small amount is this overwhelming. It filled my body in just an instant. He cursed in pain. Damn it. I tried my best to control the energy flow, but I still absorbed too much. If this continues, my body will explode. I can only release it. Zhou Chen gathered his strength and pointed his arm straight at the ceiling. The immense power spread throughout the room. The group was terrified. They exclaimed in shock, An earthquake! It's Zhou Chen! His stellar energy, how did it suddenly become so terrifying? Finally, at this moment, the evil god appeared and asked, What's going on? I sensed a strange energy. It realized with horror, You absorbed my stellar energy. Zhou Chen admitted, Yeah. I tried to control the amount of stellar energy, lent to me to a level I could absorb. Luckily, it actually worked. The evil god asked doubtfully, You absorbed my stellar energy and didn't die. Could you really be my point of destiny? The information panel displays stellar energy supplement, made from materials containing stellar energy, such as stellar grass and stellar crystals. It has many magical effects like replenishing stellar energy, strengthening the body, and healing wounds. Zhou Chen asked in surprise, What did you just say, boss? The evil god shook its head. Nothing. It's good that you're still alive. From a distance, Teacher Zhang ran over frantically shouting, What happened? What's going on? Is everyone okay? Su Xiaoxia yelled, We're fine, it's Zhou Chen. Shen Jiarui crossed his arms in confusion. We just finished a sparring session. And Zhou Chen suddenly became like this? Zhou Chen shook his hand, quickly denying it. Teacher Zhang thought to himself, an overflow of overpowering stellar energy. Could that noise just now have been? He immediately ordered, Wenhao, bring the scanner over here. The scanner quickly displayed the information. Teacher Zhang exclaimed in shock, Level? Level 3, he asked in horror. Am I seeing things? Teacher Zhang dashed off without a second thought. This is the first person to reach level 3 in all these years at our school. I have to report this to the principal over here, Su Xiaoxia asked excitedly. How on earth did you level up? Hurry up and teach me. Zhou Chen gave a forced smile. It was just from training like we did. You all will level up quickly too. In his heart, he regretted it. I didn't expect to cause such a big commotion. Next time I should try this at home. Shen Jiarui's face was blank. No wonder a while ago. After we finished sparring, my body felt so energized. Her eyes lit up as she asked, If we just spar more often, can we level up just like you? Ma Wenhao urged impatiently, Let's not rest anymore. Let's train, it's my turn. He then offered, Let me be on the defensive side. No, I should go first. Zhou Chen stretched wearily and said, Come to think of it, you didn't scold me this time, boss. The evil god looked away. I'm used to it. If it's just to level up quickly, I won't say anything to you anymore. After all, I also need you to get stronger, Zhou Chen reassured tiredly. Don't worry, the stellar energy I just stored is still a lot that I haven't used up. Next, I'll wait for my body to slowly absorb it, and then I can level up again to level 4. At this, the evil god said nothing. It just remained silent. Today is July 12, 2026. Time remaining until the friendly match, 55 days. Zhou Chen trained diligently. Soon it was July 17, 2026. Then July 25, 2026. July 29, 2026. August 3, 2026. August 15, 2026. September 1, 2026. That day finally arrived. September 6, 2026. Time remaining until the friendly match, 0 days. That morning at the venue for the friendly match, someone exclaimed happily, So many people. Su Xiaoxia ran over excitedly. I can't believe I'm actually standing on this stage. If my mom knew, she would definitely cry from excitement. Shen Jiarui continued cheerfully. I heard that this competition has more participating students than ever before. Ma Wenhao considerately asked Zhou Chen, Are you prepared for the level 4 match? The intensity of level 4 compared to level 3 is like night and day. It's a shame. If we had a little more time, maybe we could have fought together. Zhou Chen replied confidently, Don't worry. Didn't the principal say that just participating is enough? Winning can be figured out later. If it gets dangerous, I can just forfeit. Ma Wenhao regretfully said goodbye. The rest areas for level 3 and level 4 are separate. We have to part ways here. Shen Jiarui looked out. If we finish early, we'll come cheer for you. Su Xiaoxia enthusiastically cheered. Go for it. Zhou Chen smiled. I'll be cheering for you all too. He waved his hand in reassurance. It's finally time. Zhou Chen lowered his voice. Well, then I should get ready too. At the same time, the scene shifts to the VIP section of the stands. Hu Wei continuously looked around. This is still my first time in the VIP section. Teacher Zhang felt a bit emotional. After all, our school only participated in the Level 2 tournament before. So how could we have received this kind of treatment? From a distance, a man with a center-parted hairstyle appeared cheerfully. Old Hu Wei excitedly recognized him. Old Wang. The other person was the principal of Yunxiang Yu School, Wang Mingyuan. He smiled and patted his shoulder. Congratulations, I didn't expect you guys to actually be able to train Level 3 and Level 4 students. In such a short time, Hu Wei humbly denied it, not at all. It's all the students' effort. I just did my best to meet their needs. Luckily, old Wang, you informed me in time about the change in the competition format. Looking down at the arena, Wang Mingyuan's voice grew tense. This time, after the reform of the competition format, the central government plans to increase the subsidies for the winning schools. To get this subsidy, the competition among the schools will surely be extremely fierce. Hu Wei nodded in agreement. That's right. A loud voice suddenly boomed. So it's this noisy because a few country bumpkins are here for the first time, huh? Hu Wei angrily shot back. What did you say? Wang Mingyuan quickly intervened. Hey, old Hu, calm down. They are all principals of schools that have won awards in previous tournaments. It's best not to start a conflict with them. He understood and snorted. They just used to win. The match hasn't even started yet. Who will win or lose is still uncertain. The principal of Chiguang Yu School, Ligua, the previous year's champion, sneered arrogantly. As expected, the dogs that think they're all that bark the loudest. Enjoy your last time. If you don't remember this scene well, you won't have another chance in the future. Teacher Zhang leaned close to Hu Wei's ear and whispered, Principal, our school really is participating in such a high-level tournament for the first time. Will the kids be okay? He frowned. Little Zhang, what do you think of our students? He said honestly, I think they are all very good, especially Zhou Chen. His talent is in no way inferior to the geniuses at high-level academies who rely on potions all day. Hu Wei continued with satisfaction. Then that's right. The only thing we need to do is trust them. In the stands, Liu Tiantian nervously held a cheering sign. Lai Wu special agent? She thought to herself, this is still my first time in a place like this. It's really nerve-wracking. I wonder if Zhou Chen will be okay. Her face showed a hint of sadness. When I heard Zhou Chen would be participating in the competition, I didn't even believe it at first. Time rewinded to 1 week ago. Liu Tiantian walked boredly down the hallway. Ever since Zhou Chen was transferred to the advanced class, I haven't seen him in a long time. I wonder how he's doing now. But now he's the big star of the school, even representing the school in the Level 4 tournament. He definitely won't bother interacting with someone like me from the regular class. Lost in thought, she unfortunately tripped and fell. Luckily, a shoulder appeared in time to catch her in an embrace. Zhou Chen asked thoughtfully, Class President, are you okay? Liu Tiantian stuttered, Zhou Chen. She got flustered. Zhou Chen, thank you for helping me. But why are you here? He gently explained, I was just passing by and saw you, so I came to say hi. Liu Tiantian was embarrassed. I thought that after you moved up to the advanced class, you wouldn't want to be friends with me anymore. Zhou Chen laughed. What are you talking about? Friends are friends. How could that change just because of a difference in status? Back in the present, Liu Tiantian understood with relief. As expected, Zhou Chen is still the same old Zhou Chen. He hasn't changed at all. He can definitely do it. An announcement rang out. Will the contestants from all schools please come to the stage? The students immediately reacted strongly. Look, it's Zhou Chen, it really is. Liu Tiantian quickly recognized the familiar face. He's on stage. The information panel displays Zhou Chen's stellar energy level increased from E2 to E4. Ability Force Borrowing. Remaining Evil. God Wishes. 999. Remaining Evil. God Rewards. 0. Repayment this period. 0. Total remaining debt. 99. 5808 years, 912 months. The host opened the match. Distinguished guests. Dear teachers and fellow students, welcome to the venue of this year's All-Outer District Friendly Tournament. This competition will be hosted by me and my partner, Lillian. The audience cheered in unison. Is that Lillian the hottest idol right now? Did she really come to host the competition? Even when she's not wearing her idol outfit, she's so cute. Lillian winked playfully. Today, Lillian is not idol Lillian, but a hard-working Lillian. The contestants are the main characters. She continued her announcement. Next, let me explain to everyone the rules of the competition. A total of 12 academies are participating in this competition. Each academy sends 4 representatives to compete. Among them, the Level 4 group has 16 contestants, and the Level 3 group has 52 contestants. These arenas are only for the level 4 contestants. If you want to watch the level 3 group, please follow the instructions. To move to another competition room, the results of the level 3 and level 4 groups will be converted into points. Finally, the rankings will be based on these points. The general rule for this competition is that each match will have 2 contestants competing. The winner will advance to the next round. The winner will then compete against the other winning contestants. This will continue until a first-place winner is chosen. At the same time, to allow the contestants to compete to their fullest, the competition time will be limited to half an hour, instead of being unlimited as before. The match ends when one side loses the ability to fight, or voluntarily surrenders. We hope everyone can showcase their true abilities. Although the rules for this competition are stricter than before, you don't need to worry too much. Everyone please look here. She suddenly raised her arm excitedly. At the top of the tower, S-Class U user Bai Yue appeared. The audience immediately gasped. Hey, is that really Grandmaster Bai Yue? I've only ever seen him on TV. I can't believe I'm seeing him in person. He gently beckoned with his hand and the ground instantly transformed. Lillian cheered excitedly. Truly a Grandmaster. With just one move, he has shaken the earth and heavens. As you can see, what is this? This is a special stage that the Grandmaster has prepared specifically for the competition. The arena has a shield specially set up by the Grandmaster. The audience doesn't need to worry about being affected by shockwaves. If the arena is damaged in any match, the Grandmaster will repair it. So everyone can rest assured and unleash your abilities and compete to your heart's content. Finally, the jade in front of everyone must be worn during the competition. It's not just to confirm you're a contestant, but it can also protect you at critical moments. The contestants were now buzzing with excitement. Just a wave of his hand and he created a new terrain. Is this the power of S-Class? You really only understand how astonishing it is when you see it with your own eyes. Zhou Chen frowned and thought to himself, indeed they say S-Class power is godlike. I didn't expect it to be this terrifying. He helplessly glanced at the sleepy evil god. But this guy doesn't seem to care at all. It's making my sense of tension disappear. Lillian pointed enthusiastically. The match pairings will be announced on the contestants' jade pieces. Well then everyone, this year's all-district U user-friendly tournament officially begins. Kicking things off is the first match of the round of 16. Wang Lu of Xianyu School versus Xiaoran of Lanjiyu School. The host exclaimed, "Oh, right from the start. The match is so intense." Contestant Xiaoran has unleashed a beautiful firework-like move to end the match. Time 17 minutes, she announced. Let's start the second match now. In the VIP room, Hu Wei exclaimed in admiration. I can't believe they invited an S-Class Grandmaster to help. It seems this year's competition is really intense. Wang Mingyuan bowed his head and added, the gap between level 4 and level 3 is so large, also because level 4 can fully utilize the effectiveness of combat skills. Not to mention these academies are very wealthy, so buying C-level combat skills is not an issue. But he continued with irritation. They rely on high subsidies to freely provide their contestants with combat skills and the best medicine. That's how they've been able to hold the top spot so many times. That's why they can act so nonchalant. Over here, the shameless principals were busy, sucking up to Principal Li. This year, we hope for your guidance as well. Please go easy on us, Principal. Wang Mingyuan suddenly sneered. But this time things will be different. An announcement rang out. Fifth match contestant Lan Shen of Yunhu Yu School versus contestant Li Zhe of Xianyu School. Another dramatic match. Contestant Lan Shen is using ghost-like footwork to dodge the fierce attacks of her opponent. It's really like she has her opponent in the palm of her hand. But just dodging, without attacking, can't damage the opponent. Contestant Lan Shen. What method will she use to win in the arena? Lan Shen laughed smugly. The warm-up is about done. As soon as the skill was deployed, the host exclaimed in shock. Is this a variant-type combat skill? Lan Shen is the first contestant in the history of the E-tier competitions at level 4 to possess a variant-type skill. Li Zhe gritted his teeth. He struggled with all his might. Damn it, I can't break free. The host analyzed, judging by contestant Li Zhe's reaction. This ability is indeed very threatening. Lan Shen instantly dashed forward. Please make way, the host shouted, using a combat skill to bind the opponent before taking them down. Lan Shen's combat style is truly versatile. The match lasted only 5 minutes. The stands erupted in chaos. Is this magic? Controlling the opponent and then attacking freely. It's practically unbeatable. The audience's reaction was also very enthusiastic. This year's championship race, are we going to witness a changing of the guard? In the VIP room, Hu Wei said in shock. I can't believe it's a variant type. This is a rare ability that only you users from D tier and above can awaken. The opponent admitted. That's right. This child is a rare case of early awakening. You could say she's one in a million. Seeing this last year's runner-up, Principal Ao Yu of Zhongshanyu School, who was standing nearby, sneered. So what, it's just an early awakening of potential, acting like it's a big deal. Yes, Wang Mingyuan mocked. If you think so little of it, then why did Principal Wu spend a large sum to try and poach our Lan Shen? Lan Shen told me all about you. She even complained that you were very clingy. This made him blush with embarrassment. What? Li Gua shouted to stop them. That's enough. It's just an early awakening, that's all. The host announced, the 6th match is Wang Zhuo of Chiguangyu School versus, wait, what? What, it only took 5 seconds. A one-hit knockout. The opponent was about to attack, but was knocked out in an instant by contestant Wang Zhuo. This is the strength of the Chiguangyu Academy. The team that has dominated the championship for 3 consecutive seasons. The audience couldn't help but be shocked. A one-hit knockout. That's just too strong. Only Chiguangyu could pull something like that off. It seems. This year's championship is going to Chiguangyu again. On the stage, Wang Zhuo arrogantly remarked, looks like there's no suspense left in this year's competition. How boring! Mr. Ao Yu excitedly exclaimed, as expected of a student, personally trained by Principal Li. His strength is on a completely different level. Li Kuo let out a cold snort. He contemptuously said, I seem to have said it before. The more a dog thinks it's good, the louder it barks. Right, Wang Mingyuan stared, just you wait and see. Standing in the middle, Hu Wai was in turmoil, thinking to himself, there's absolutely no way to interfere in this fight. His face darkened. After all, with our abilities at Lai, Deyu being able to secure the minimum number of spots is already very good. As long as Zhou Shen wins 1 round, even if it's just a standout performance, it would already be a huge gain. The announcer announced, the winner of the 7th match is the contestant from Shimen Yu. The duration was 20 minutes. Everyone please take a short break. Right after, this will be the final match of the 1st round. Zhou Shen started to warm up. I can't believe I'm in the last match. I wonder what my opponent will be like. The evil god sidled up to him, wondering, no matter who it is, why not just borrow some power and end the match? Zhou Shen explained. Because in previous years, the highest level for students at this stage was only level 4. If I borrowed power to reach level 5, it would be too conspicuous. If I get investigated and exposed, it'll be a big problem. At this moment, he ran into a girl. She sighed in frustration. What bad luck, you ended up in the last match. Zhou Shen took the initiative to speak. You're the person from the match earlier. She reminded him, your opponent is Lei Che of Zhongshanyu. This guy is one of the most promising contestants, vying for the championship this year. His signature technique is Lei Ming Bao Lie, Chong Tu Si. If he uses his full power, even a D-class early-stage awakened couldn't withstand it. He indifferently asked, oh, using such a powerful technique in a low-level match, won't that be a problem? Lantan replied, the gem you receive before the match can block one. Fatal blow. Your body will just definitely feel uncomfortable. Fighting for the Academy's funding has always been this brutal. Zhou Shen politely replied, thank you for the reminder. But why do you want to help me? Lantan bowed slightly. Our principal and your principal are friends. I'll consider myself your ally for now. The goal is to snatch the #1 spot from the hands of those arrogant guys. Right. She waved her hand dismissively. Originally, I hoped you could play the role of an ally and at least help deal with a few things. But if the opponent is Lei Che, then there's nothing to be done. I just hope you can wear him down as much as possible. Good luck in your match. Zhou Shen felt a pang of guilt and thought, is that Lei Che really that outrageous? The announcement sounded. Finally, the final match of the 1st round is about to begin. I'm sure everyone has been waiting impatiently, right? He cautiously stepped onto the stage. The audience immediately erupted. It's finally here. The final match, this is so exciting. They cheered for each other. I can't believe he's in the last match. This is the peak of drama. The announcer shouted, let's welcome the final contestant to the stage. Zhou Shen was momentarily surprised. I can't believe I'm being welcomed so warmly. But in the next second, reality slapped him in the face. Contestant Lei She. Zhou Shen understood. So they weren't talking about me. A flash of light instantly shot towards the audience. The audience in the stands all stood up in unison. A young man with bright golden hair suddenly appeared, looking very muscular. Zhou Shen warily turned his head, his eyes wide. The announcer exclaimed, I can't believe the final battle is between contestant Lei She from Zhongshanyu. It's said that contestant Lei She became an awakened at the age of 52, and in just 4 years he has reached level 4. Not to mention he has earned such honors as state certification and an invitation From the guild, it's not wrong to say he's a genius of the new era. It's not wrong. The audience chanted Lei She, Lei She. A large number of female fans also cheered enthusiastically Lei She, Lei She, Lei She. Liu Tiantian anxiously realized the other side even has a fan club. But no one is cheering for Zhou Shen. The person behind her saw this and interjected, "Isn't that obvious? Our Lei She is both handsome and strong. It would be strange if he didn't have fans." On the other hand, that opponent of his, you can just tell he has a bad personality. And he likes to show off. How could anyone like a person like that? At these words, Liu Tiantian immediately became annoyed and snapped, "Who says Zhou Shen doesn't have fans? I'm a fan of Zhou Shen. Zhou Shen is both gentle and strong. On the other hand, just look at Lei She's flashy appearance. You can tell he has a bad personality." The other person wasn't backing down either. She raised her voice and argued, "What you dare to speak ill of? Our Lei She," she firmly retorted. "You're the one who judged Zhou Shen by his appearance first." But between them a silent, irreconcilable war had already begun. The female fan shouted with all her might, "Go Lei Che! Go Lei Che!" Liu Tiantian refused to back down, and also shouted with determination, "Go Zhou Shen! Go Zhou Shen!" The other students were astonished. "This is the first time I've seen the class president so cool. What's going on?" The other person replied, "Who knows?" The announcer announced, "The cheers are truly endless. Everyone is looking forward to seeing what kind of wonderful performance this talented young man will put on in this match. Will he be able to shake Qi Guangyu, who has topped the rankings for many years?" All right, amidst the lively cheers, let's officially begin. Lian forced a smile and reminded him, "Senior, did you forget? There's still a contestant who hasn't been introduced." The male MC was startled. He realized he was getting too excited with the audience and hadn't thought of it. He blushed and continued, "I apologize. Next, I would like to formally introduce standing opposite contestant Lei Che is contestant Zhou Shen of Lai Deyu. His previous achievements are no special moves, no achievements in the history of Lai Deyu. It turns out it's a school participating for the first time." Zhou Shen's face darkened. He was a little embarrassed. Earlier, maybe I should have bought a combat technique. In the stands, a large number of spectators were arguing. So it's a school participating for the first time. No wonder I have no impression of them. This kind of school must have spent all its savings just to raise one person to level 4, right? No wonder they don't even have any combat techniques. What's the point of fighting then? What a pity. Such a great opportunity for the final match. I thought we'd get to see Lei She's ultimate move. A female fan taking advantage of the situation laughed smugly. "So you're a school participating for the first time?" In the VIP room, Uyu blatantly provoked them. "I can't believe you ran into Lei She from our school on your very first time, leaving you with nothing. I feel so embarrassed for you." Hu Wai frowned nervously. Wang Mingyuan, seeing this, encouraged him. "Don't mind him. Every school has its first time." On the stage, Lei She disdainfully asked, "You're Zhou Shen, right? I heard earlier that your school is participating for the first time. In the exchange tournament, right? It took a lot of effort to get to level 4. And in the end, you ran into me on your first try. That's just too unlucky." He smugly thought, "You should understand that a genius has to carry many expectations on their shoulders. There are many things you can't decide for yourself. Though I sympathize with you, I can't let victory slip through my fingers." Zhou Shen bluntly cut him off. "No need. We can just fight normally." Lei She immediately jumped up. He arrogantly leaned close to Zhou Shen's ear. "In that case, I'll use 1/10 of my strength first. Let's warm up a bit. If your first match has a bit of back and forth, at least you'll lose with some dignity, right?" Lei She didn't forget to add, "You have to seize that opportunity, okay? No." This left Zhou Shen speechless. "Didn't I say to fight normally?" The male MC shouted in terror, "Oh my God, what just happened?" Contestant Lei She, in a flash, appeared beside Zhou Shen, and then immediately created distance again. Could it be that he can't contain his desire to determine a winner? Well then, without further ado, I declare, the final match of the first stage begins. If I may, let's begin. As soon as he landed on the stage, he disappeared. Lei Che suddenly appeared behind Zhou Shen. He aimed straight for his face and threw a punch. Very quickly, Lei Che unleashed a series of moves. In the observation room, the male MC exclaimed in admiration, "Oh my God, what special technique is this?" Contestant Lei Che has turned into 2 people. 3 people, maybe even more. It's like he's attacking with multiple opponents at once. Could all of this be after images created by his incredible speed? Contestant Lei Che, in the very first match, has already shown us such terrifying skill. It seems this championship will be very exciting. Lantan stood to one side, looking dejected. She clicked her tongue. This Lei Che is a tough nut to crack. Wang Zhuo, on the other hand, was silent and thoughtful. Ao Yu smirked with satisfaction. Lei Che's strength is more than just this. It took me a lot of effort to find a genius like him. No notes. At the same level, no one can be his opponent. At this moment, Lei Che smirked and asked, "Why are you just standing there? Can't you even keep up with 1/10 of my speed?" He praised himself. That's right. After all, only people at the level of Wang Zhuo are worthy of being my opponent. It must have been hard for you. Well then, goodbye. Lei Che immediately launched a decisive blow. Zhou Shan coldly asked, "No more jumping." The next scene made his eyes widen in disbelief. He decisively punched him straight in the face. The two announcers were stunned into silence. Lan Tan was scared to death. Wang Zhuo stared in disbelief. The female fan and Liu Tiantian let out a collective gasp. Lei Che was beaten to a pulp. He lost the ability to resist. The male MC stammered, "What just happened?" Contestant Zhou Shen in a flash threw a punch, and easily neutralized Lei Che's move. With contestant Lei Che's speed, it shouldn't have been hard to dodge the blow. Was he careless, or did he really not dodge it? From the stands, the female fans started to complain. He hit Lei Che in the face. How shameless. How could a person like that hit Lei Che? He must have cheated. Zhou Shen didn't understand what had happened, seeing as he wasn't attacking. I decided to strike first. First round. There aren't any weird unspoken rules, are there? Like who gets to attack first? In the waiting room, Wang Mingyuan excitedly exclaimed, "That was a powerful blow." Old Hu's student is no slouch either. Ao Yu was furious and asserted impossible in level 4. "No one is faster than Lei Che. Your school." "It's impossible to train a contestant like that. You must have hired someone to fight for you." Hu Wei calmly replied, "If it were a hired fighter, do you think the superiors in charge of the inspection wouldn't have found out? Or do you think you're smarter than them?" He shouted. "You?" Li Kuo irritably interrupted. "Such a racket. Where's your sense of decorum?" He emphasized with anticipation. "The match isn't over yet." The announcer announced the final round of the top 8. Zhou Shen didn't let him finish. A loud shout cut him off. "Wait!" Lei Che, battered and bruised, stood up and asserted, "I haven't lost yet." The male MC was astonished. "He's up, contestant Lei Che is up." The match continues. His eyes flashed with a terrifying, killing intent. Lei Che sneered, "Using only 1/10 of my strength. I underestimated you. Next I won't hold back." He unleashed his power and roared, "My lightning power is about to be unleashed. Let my lightning roar." Throughout the entire arena, standing to the side, Zhou Shan had to admire such intense energy. A sudden flash of light shot towards him, shaking him. It instantly moved behind him. The arena was now in chaos. The announcer realized with disbelief, this is contestant Lei Che, using the protective shield on the floor to continuously accelerate. Is he about to unleash that move? He shot up in shock. Lei Che's signature move, Lian praised, "So cool." Lei Che arrogantly snorted. "Take this." He decisively unleashed his move. Lei Ke Bao Lia Chong Tuan Si. But in the next moment, Lei Che was hit squarely by Zhou Shen's punch. He was immediately sent flying. Zhou Shen sternly reminded him, "You should have attacked sooner, before I got used to your speed." The announcer announced, "Contestant Lei Shi has been sent flying again by contestant Zhou Shen. Contestant Lei She's starstone has turned red. This means he has completely lost the ability to fight." He stammered, "Therefore, in the final match of the top 8 of Group 4, Zhou Shen wins." Zhou Shen below sighed in relief. "I almost couldn't hold back. But with the protection of the starstone, that guy should be fine, right?" In the stands, the audience was in an uproar. How on earth did he do that? It was too fast. I couldn't even see it clearly. The tournament bracket was quickly arranged. The second quarterfinal match began with Yunhu Yu participating. Lan Tan with King Luan Yu's Sun Ming. The result was announced. Lan Tan wins. Third quarterfinal. Qi Guangyu's Wang Zhuo versus Qi Guangyu's Xia Hao. Wang Zhuo wins, Zhou Shen's classmates argued. From the same academy. He didn't go all out, did he? He won in one blow too. Don't worry about him. The next match will be Zhou Shen's. Wang Zhuo suddenly stared, his killing intent flaring. The two classmates were scared witless. Fourth quarterfinal. Lai De Yu's Zhou Shen versus Lan Ji Yu's Xiaoran. The male MC exclaimed with emotion. Xiaoran's punches are truly worthy of his reputation. The tricky angles of his punches make them very hard to block. But contestant Zhou Shen's ability to dodge is as if he can predict his opponent's trajectory. This speed is so fast it's impossible to react to. Zhou Shen only threw one punch, and he had to shout the result, "Zhou Shen wins." In the waiting room, the two men couldn't help but be suspicious. This Zhou Shen seems to have, from the beginning, not used any combat techniques. That's right, he's just been using his star energy to enhance his body parts, and then attacking his opponents. He's strong, and although his control over his star energy is very good, there are no notable skills to speak of. One person speculated with trepidation. Could it be that his rank is actually not just level 4, and he deliberately lowered it to participate in the competition? Or has he used some kind of forbidden drug to enhance his abilities? But either way, it's a violation of the competition rules. Quick, send someone to check. The announcer announced, the next battle is the first semifinal match. Lai Deyu's Zhou Shen will fight against Qi Guangyu's Liu Yue. Suddenly, two men in black unexpectedly appeared on the stage. This startled him. What's going on? In the stands, the audience was also terrified. Who are these people? What are they doing here? The man in black took the initiative and presented a strange machine. Put this on. After you put it on, release your star energy pressure once. A few students realized with a shock, looking at this formation. It looks like a special envoy from the middle layer of the city. A special envoy? Aren't they specially responsible for measuring the rank of awakened? Could it be that Zhou Shen isn't level 4? No wonder he's so powerful. Could it be a stand-in? Below, Zhou Shen regretted his actions, thinking to himself, as expected, I overdid it. It seems I'll have to be more careful in the future. I can't reveal too much of my strength. The monitoring screen displayed the contestant's name, Zhou Shen. Lai Deyu Academy student, stable condition. Class 4! The man in black spoke loudly. Rank verification, no errors. The contestant's body also shows no reaction to drugs. This surprised the male MC even more. The special envoy has just confirmed that contestant Zhou Shen's rank is correct. He is indeed E-Class 4. Next, the match begins. The students immediately froze. One person reacted violently. What, he defeated so many opponents in a row, and he's really only level 4. Semifinal match 1 begins. Qi Guangyu's Liu Yue versus Lai Deyu's Zhou Shen. Liu Yue was worried. Is this guy really that strong? In the next second, he was hit by a knockout blow. What? Another one-hit knockout. Qi Guangyu's Liu Yue loses. The announcer exclaimed excitedly, unbelievable. Contestant Zhou Shen has once again won, advancing straight to the finals. Lily beamed and cheered, go, go! In the waiting room, Wang Mingyuan remarked in disbelief, old Hu. Your student is really something special. Hu Wai forced a smile and admitted, that's right. The two principals took the initiative to come forward and congratulate him. Principal Hu, I can't believe Lai Deyu has produced such a good seed this year. I've always heard that you are very dedicated to your work. Now seeing such an outstanding student, your reputation is well-deserved. We should all learn from you. Ao Yu looked at the two with a hateful gaze. Li Kuo clicked his tongue in annoyance. Hu Wai nodded confidently. I can't believe this is his first time competing, and he's already made it to the finals. Zhou Shen, you really didn't disappoint me. Semifinal match 2, Qi Guangyu's Wang Zhuo versus Yun Hu Yu's Lan Tan. Lan Tan cautiously stepped onto the stage. It's finally the finals. For the honor of my academy, I absolutely cannot lose. She took a few more steps closer to Wang Zhuo. He stared at her with cold eyes. The announcer announced, the match begins. In the E4 group of the high school exchange tournament, only 3 contestants remain: Zhou Shen, Lan Tan, and Wang Zhuo. Lan Tan's schoolmates cheered enthusiastically. Go senior. Senior will win. Wang Zhuo glanced over, annoyed. A hint of killing intent flashed in Lan Tan's eyes. An opportunity. She took advantage of his carelessness and rushed forward. Lan Tan decisively unleashed her flowing cloud hand technique. At this moment, Wang Zhuo didn't move at all. Lan Tan gritted her teeth in shock. How could it have no effect? Wang Zhuo smirked. He gripped her hand tightly and asked, are you very famous? Lan Tan struggled, attacking his face. What's it to you? Wang Zhuo laughed contemptuously. Nothing, I just find it very amusing. Even though she was restrained, Lan Tan refused to give up. She secretly deployed her ultimate move. In a flash, Wang Zhuo was completely enveloped. Lan Tan decisively unleashed her scythe kick technique. She clutched her injured arm in pain. Very good, all on target. This time it must be. But Wang Zhuo was completely unharmed. He casually appeared behind her. Meow. Lan Tan turned around in terror. Since when he coldly unleashed his blood rush technique, she was immediately beaten to a pulp. The announcer remarked, both sides are really good. As expected, the semifinals are on a different level. The stage has been completely destroyed. And yet Wang Zhuo is completely unharmed. What a monster. A female student in the stands burst into tears and called out softly, Senior? Wang Mingyuan stood stunned in the waiting room, cheering. Lan Tan, hang in there. Lan Tan was covered in wounds. She sat slumped on the floor. The Lucky Charm lay silently on the ground. She painfully opened her eyes. I can't fall yet. Her memories flashed back to a rainy day. At the familiar school, Lan Tan walked into the classroom confused. What's everyone gathered here for? It's time for training. A female student sobbed. Senior, if the academy doesn't have funding anymore, I'll have to go back to work. I want to keep studying too. I want to become an awakened, but seeing this, Lan Tan laughed heartily. She quickly lifted their spirits. Don't worry, I promise. I will definitely win the championship of the all-region exchange. By then, the Ministry of Education won't cut the funding for our academy anymore. Everyone can continue their studies. The female student tilted her head slightly. Really, Lantan confidently affirmed. Of course, have I ever lied to you before? The female student suddenly remembered something and fumbled in her pocket. That's right. The female student handed a lucky charm to Lantan. This is a protective amulet my mom made for me. I hope it brings you good luck. I'll always support you. Another person chimed in. That's right. Let's go and give our senior some more strength. Lantan hopefully clutched the charm. It's a deal then. Back to the present. Lantan stubbornly mumbled. It's a deal then. She used her last bit of strength to reach for the charm. Wang Zhuo stepped on it and asked, risking your life for this? He coldly kicked her. How boring. Your supporters, seeing you like this, do they still dare to cheer for you? The announcer announced, the system has detected that the star stone of contestant, Lantan, has turned red. This means she has lost the ability to fight. Wang Zhuo wins. Wang Zhuo gathered strength in his heel. This is the end hero of Yunhu Yu. The male MC screamed in terror, stop! The match is over, please stop him. Li Xian squeezed her eyes shut in terror. Don't! The audience reacted violently. What does he want to do? Wang Mingyuan, his face pale, shouted, stop for me. The man in black anxiously reported. Grandmaster, if you don't step in, there's going to be a murder. Bai Yue calmly shook his head. There's no need. He slowly opened his eyes. His gaze gradually settled on a single point. The kick that Wang Zhuo just unleashed caused quite a significant shock. Zhou Chen appeared just in time to catch Lan Shen, bullying those who can't fight back. Is this the style of Qi Guangyu? You guys. Wang Zhuo turned around furiously. It's you. He spat out Zhou Chen's name with hatred. The male MC surprisingly announced, it's Zhou Chen, that's Zhou Chen. He saved contestant. Lan Shen right at the decisive moment. Lily immediately sighed in relief. That's wonderful. Wang Mingyuan came running frantically from the distance. Thank God. The audience erupted in curses. He was actually trying to kill her. That's just too much. Go Zhou Chen. In the final match, you must teach him a very painful lesson. Wang Zhuo arrogantly cracked his knuckles. It doesn't matter who comes. One more or one less makes no difference. Zhou Chen looked at him coldly. Is that so? Then let's find out. Very soon after, Lan Shen was carried away. The host announced, since both contestants have agreed to proceed directly to the finals, to ensure the final match runs smoothly, will the staff please quickly restore the condition of the arena? Thank you for your cooperation. In the stands, Shen Jiarui realized with a shock, isn't that Zhou Chen's friend? Liu Tiantian was currently holding a cheer sign. Go Lai Teyu? She asked, startled. Are you guys from the honors class? He asked, what's the situation? Liu Tiantian replied. Zhou Shen made it to the finals. She pursed her lips worriedly. But the opponent in the final match doesn't seem like an easy one. Wang Mingyuan left in frustration. He didn't forget to add, to let a psycho like this participate, I really don't know what that Li guy is thinking. Old Hu, you better keep an eye on things this time. Hu Wai shouted. Zhou Chen, be careful. On the arena floor, Zhou Chen confidently reassured, don't worry. Wang Zhuo began with a provocation. With your background and resources, you surely don't think you have a chance of winning, do you? From the start, this battle was already... Zhou Chen cut him off, annoyed. You talk too much. He glared and asked, are you going to fight or not? His opponent said nothing, his eyes filled with clear hatred. The host announced, everything is ready. I declare the match begins. Wang Zhuo suddenly leaped up. He instantly vanished from the arena floor. A powerful punch was thrown, aiming straight for Zhou Chen's face. In a flash, he and his opponent were face to face. Wang Zhuo sneered, I thought you were supposed to be strong. Zhou Chen calmly replied, causing his opponent's face to turn pale. That's supposed to be my line. He shot back a series of questions. A champion with only this level of skill. As he finished speaking, he immediately reached out towards him. Wang Zhuo stubbornly unleashed his blood-consuming battle skill. An intense battle immediately broke out between them. The male MC exclaimed in shock, I've been in this profession for over 15 years, but I've never seen a Tier 4 match. On a scale like this, it's hard to imagine that Lai Teyu is participating for the first time. Lily exclaimed, so strong! The students in the stands realized it was Zhou Chen. Shen Jiarui grimaced. So it turns out when you were training with us before, you were always holding back. Ma Wenhao broke out in a terrified sweat. We're only one tier apart from him, but the power gap is already this huge. Over here, Wang Zhuo was already on the back foot. He couldn't dodge Zhou Chen's attack in time. A punch was thrown. In an instant, Wang Zhuo was beaten to a pulp. Teacher Zheng exclaimed in astonishment. Although I knew Zhou Chen had a very strong foundation, I didn't expect he could actually fight to this extent against an opponent with top-tier resources. Wang Zhuo's eyes widened in pain. My blood! I'm injured! He thought in disbelief, how could I be hurt by this guy? For a moment, Wang Zhuo went berserk. He used his max blood-consuming battle skill and charged forward with a growl. Zhou Chen couldn't help but be pleased. Unexpectedly, he can make the astral energy in his body explode, forcibly increasing his power. So this is the power known as a battle skill. Interesting. A black shadow suddenly flashed by. Zhou Chen quickly noticed his speed has gotten faster, but it's useless against my perception. Perception. Concentrating the mind can significantly enhance the ability of perception. Activated. The man in black panicked. Urgent report. Wang Zhuo's astral energy is intensifying rapidly. Grandmaster, should we request a tier check on Wang Zhuo? Bai Yue calmly explained. This contestant has used this battle skill before. It's the Wang family's blood-consuming battle skill. Using this skill, one can, for a short period, strengthen parts of their body, thereby achieving strength that surpasses their own tier. This time, he simply applied this battle skill to his entire body. It does not constitute a violation. The man in black understood I was being careless. He continued, but it seems the other contestant, from the start of the match until now, still hasn't gone all out. I'm a little curious. Just what are his limits? On the arena floor, Zhou Chen and Wang Zhuo clashed continuously. Shen Jiarui worried, it's too fast, I can't see clearly anymore. Zhou Chen is at a disadvantage. Ma Wenhao anxiously retorted, no, that's not right, he's leading Wang Zhuo's fist techniques. At this moment, Wang Zhuo, completely enraged, charged forward. Zhou Chen easily dodged his punch. A glint of killing intent flashed in his eyes. Zhou Chen immediately struck, punching straight at his arm. Wang Zhuo focused power into his legs and stomped down hard on the floor. He instantly used his hand to block the blow. Wang Zhuo ground his teeth bitterly. Within the same tier for someone to fight me to this extent, you are the first. However, he exploded with power, asserting, I am the strongest. Zhou Chen frowned and asked, is this all you've got? He sneered, activating the skill Force Leverage. Remaining use is not more than 6. Wang Zhuo gritted his teeth, unleashed max blood consuming, and charged. Zhou Chen, not yielding, used Force Leverage. The clash between the two immediately erupted. Zhou Chen narrowed his eyes. Perception, I see it. I can clearly see every one of his moves. He confirmed the weak point is the heart. Without a moment's hesitation, Zhou Chen slammed his elbow hard into his chest. Wang Zhuo immediately screamed in pain. His face turned pale. Zhou Chen seized the opportunity and moved into an attacking position. He rained blow after blow upon him. Wang Zhuo wondered in disbelief. How can this be? His speed and power are still increasing. He cried out in despair, Impossible! Impossible! Wang Zhuo stubbornly erupted with power. I am the strongest. Zhou Chen clenched his fist. Time to end this. Then he suddenly rushed forward to attack, courting death. A massive explosion immediately followed. It created a terrible shockwave, completely shattering the arena floor. Hu Wei anxiously shouted, What happened? Through the thick smoke, a tall figure gradually emerged. The host announced, Contestant Wang Zhuo. It's Contestant Wang Zhuo. Contestant Wang Zhuo is standing. No, wait. Contestant Wang Zhuo has lost the ability to fight. Then the one still standing is Contestant Zhou Chen. Congratulations to Contestant Zhou Chen for winning the championship of the Tier 4 group competition. The score for Lai Te-yu will also see a historic comeback, finally clinching the championship with 200 points. Lai Te-yu 200 points, Qi Guangyu 160 points, Yunhu Yu 135 points, Chongguang Yu 110 points. This is the first time, since the inter-regional exchange tournament was established, that an academy from the border region has won the national championship. The students joyfully exclaimed, Amazing, absolutely amazing. Our suburban region actually produced someone this strong. We won, we won. Zhou Chen is the best, truly worthy of being our boss. I knew he could do it. Teacher Zhang closed his eyes and roared, Zhou Chen makes us so proud. Hu Wei clenched his fists and cheered. Well done, Zhou Chen. He was moved to tears. This time, finally, we no longer have to beg others for subsidies anymore. Teacher Zhang was speechless. Is that the main point? Over here, the two principals called to each other. Principal Hu is still down there. We must go congratulate him quickly. Li Kwa was furious and cursed, Damn it! Principal Yu Yu hurriedly ran after him. Wait, I'm going too. Let's give him a shock. Bai Yue calmly turned around. So the match is over. I should be heading back as well. I'll leave the rest of the matters to you all. The man in black obeyed, understood. Thank you for your hard work, sir, he thought as he walked away. This contestant named Zhou Chen seems interesting. Bai Yue suddenly stopped. Two figures standing nearby had caught his attention. Bai Yue frowned, so she came as well. Could it be that she is also here for Zhou Chen? The man praised admiringly. I never expected the lagging suburban region could produce such an outstanding seedling. No wonder you came specially to watch the match. He glanced at the other person. Lin-En, I heard you knew him before. Are you confident you can pull him into the guild? She answered honestly. He and I were neighbors when we were kids. After I moved, we didn't see each other anymore. Last time we met by chance in the Blackwater area, it seemed like he didn't recognize me. Lin-En was determined. However, as for recruiting him into the guild, I will do my absolute best. Very quickly, the award ceremony was set up. Huai spoke proudly. Lai Te-yu is in a remote place with limited resources. But today we have proven with our strength that even a small place can raise a golden phoenix. The crowd of reporters reminded contestant Zhou Chen, please look at the camera. He could only force a helpless smile. This feels more tiring than the competition itself. The next day in the principal's office, Huai began with a satisfied tone. Zhou Chen, we really have you to thank this time. He held the black stone in his hand. The suburban miracle, the dark horse of Lai Te-yu suddenly appeared. This is what I promised to give you before. If this thing can help you, I believe that the first-generation principal would surely be very happy too. The evil god was pleased. Finally got it. Huai continued with a hint of sadness. I'm sure it won't be long. Before the major academies in the inner region, we'll find ways to recruit you. When you get to the inner region, don't forget about Lai Te-yu. Zhou Chen smiled. Don't worry, principal, I won't forget. The conversation ended. He quickly stepped out of the room. Seeing familiar faces, Zhou Chen couldn't help but ask, school is already on break. Why are you guys still here? Shen Jiarui replied with a grin. Of course we came to find you. He joyfully put his arm around Zhou Chan's shoulder. I can't believe that not long after the competition ended, a school already sent a notification. And it was a notification from the 5 major academies. We all got accepted into the 5 major academies. Zhou Chen was relieved. Congratulations. With your skill level, it would be strange if you weren't chosen. Shen Jiarui replied, it's all thanks to our boss. He suddenly became serious and cleared his throat. As your juniors, our goals can't be this small. One day, we will become the best partners. Hearing this, Zhou Chen was confused. What do you mean? Su Xiaoxia explained. What he means is he hopes you'll guide him more in the future. More guidance. Even though the academies are different and don't have the same curriculum, during our free time, we can still participate in joint activities with other schools. At that time, we'll have to come find you to hang out. Zhou Chen quickly understood and replied with a smile. Of course, being alone gets pretty boring for me, too. All right, and I'll need to bother you all to practice sparring with me in the future. Shen Jiarui cheered happily. You got it. A sudden voice interrupted their conversation. Liu Tiantian appeared, her voice loud with determination. Can I join you guys? I want to become stronger, too. A moment later, they all moved to the honors classroom together. Liu Tiantian's eyes immediately lit up. This is the honors classroom. Can I really study here? She looked at Zhou Chen joyfully. I can't believe you seriously considered my request. Zhou Chen, thank you. He replied with a smile. I didn't do anything. I just mentioned it to the principal and he agreed right away. Liu Tiantian bowed happily. Principal, thank you for allowing me to use this equipment. Thank you all so much. Huai waved his hand. No need to be so formal. He continued calmly. I'm planning to remove the restrictions on the honors classroom to allow all students to use the training equipment freely. Many things like educational benefits will have to be revised in the future. The school's renovation has also been put on the schedule. Thanks to the prize money from winning the exchange tournament, I can finally do the things I wanted to do before. It's all thanks to everyone's hard work. Huai looked at the genius students with satisfaction. Thank you, kids. Shen Jiarui burst into bitter tears. But I'm not okay with this. Why does the school get all these fancy installations and renovations right after I graduate? I don't get to enjoy it. This sucks. Ma Wenhao cut in. Shut up. Can you not ruin the mood? Huai chuckled and replied, in the future, if you kids miss the school, you can always come back. Su Xiaoxia tilted her head curiously. By the way, Tiantian, why do you suddenly want to train so hard? After the exchange tournament, the school went on break. Shen Jiarui was also startled. Tiantian, since when did you two get so close? She blushed and explained, originally I felt I didn't have any talent, so I just planned to let nature take its course. But after seeing you all fighting so hard for your dreams, I've made up my mind. I want to be cool like you guys too. I'm pretty confident in my social science subjects, so I'm planning to apply to the 5 major academies as an academically gifted student. The tier requirement for gifted students is only Tier 2. There's still 1 month until the application deadline. I want to give it my all. Even if I fail, it's okay. Hearing this, Su Xiaoxia was bawling. Tiantian. She said resolutely, I'll help you with all my might. You can definitely do it. Liu Tiantian happily replied right away. Xiaoxia, thank you so much. The other students chimed in, we'll help too. Shen Jiarui turned to Zhou Chen and asked, so what about you, Zhou Chen? Do you have any plans? Or have you chosen a school yet? He answered honestly, I haven't received an admission notice yet. This stunned Shen Jiarui. He questioned, what? How is that possible? The day after the competition ended, I already received my admission notice. Even we got accepted by the 5 major academies. There's no way that no school has their eye on you, Zhou Chen continued. I'm not sure either. Hu Wei coughed a few times. He called out softly, Zhou Chen, about that. I was just about to talk to you. Hu Wei held out a red letter. This is your acceptance letter. It just arrived at the school today. Shen Jiarui excitedly put his arm around Zhou Chen. See, I told you there's no way. No school would notice you. Hurry up and see which of the 5 major academies it is. Zhou Chen opened the letter and a large line of text appeared. Paxiao Professional Yuzha Academy Admission. Invitation letter. Dear Zhou Chen, greetings. Your outstanding qualities have left a very deep impression on us. Through discussion and decision, we are honored to inform you that you have earned the qualification to attend Paxiao Academy for advanced studies. This letter is accompanied by an admission card. Please read the items below carefully. If you accept this opportunity, please keep this card safe and bring it to the Academy to register on September 16, 2026. If you decline to pursue advanced studies, simply break the card. Your qualification will automatically be voided. We sincerely look forward to your arrival. Shen Jiarui realized with a shock, Paxiao Academy. The Paxiao Academy that can overpower the 5 major academies. Zhou Chen was stunned, asking, what does that mean? Shen Jiarui broke into a sweat. You don't know. He explained, among the Yuzha academies in our country, there are 5 recognized as the best. Kaimingxing Academy, Shouangjia Academy, Hongshu Academy, Kangqiang Academy, and Anfa Academy. Each academy is a symbol of authority and power, possessing supreme authority. However, the only academy that can reign over these 5 academies, Shen Jiarui asserted, he is Paxiao Academy. If it's a student that Paxiao Academy values, they can even be selected with priority. Even the 5 major academies have to obediently get in line. Zhou Chen asked, still confused, if Paxiao Academy has such a high status, why are there only 5 top academies in the country, and not 6? Hu Wei took the initiative to continue, because the value of Paxiao Academy is something those 5 major academies cannot compare to. It is a school founded specifically to subjugate the rifts. Someone asked doubtfully, the rifts. His face became serious. Actually, according to the Central Confidentiality Agreement, it is forbidden to disclose information to the public about the existence of the rifts. But since you all already have the status of Inner Circle members, I think a simple mention won't be a problem. Lu Tiantian stammered and interjected. I don't have the qualifications to go to the Inner Circle yet. Should I perhaps leave? Hu Wei shook his head. No need, just as long as you don't speak of it. To put it simply, the rift is a vast world. Within it, it is filled with creatures of a strength comparable to Yuzha's. Because the rift is two-way, creatures will also emerge from the rift. Once they get out, the consequences are unimaginable. Therefore, when a rift appears, Yuzhas are needed to go and subjugate these creatures. Although subjugating a rift can bring great fame and fortune, the danger is far beyond imagination. I was also once a member of a rift subjugation team. However, during one subjugation mission, Team 5 suffered heavy casualties. Hu Wei recalled the chaotic scene with pain. In the end, because a key member was critically injured and suffered from severe after-effects, Team 5 could no longer handle the responsibility. Morale collapsed and we had no choice but to disband. Although other academies will also require students to have contact with the rifts to complete their entrance exams, the difficulty of the test and the casualty rate of Paxiao Academy's entrance exam are the highest. I advise you to seriously consider whether you really want to go. Paxiao Academy only has priority recruitment rights. Even if you refuse, it's okay. Other academies will come looking for you. I don't want you to throw your life away for nothing without knowing the risks. Zhou Chen stated firmly, I want to go. He thought to himself, a place where I can both earn money and become stronger. How could I possibly miss it? Hu Wei nodded in satisfaction. I knew you would say that. I have a feeling you will become an excellent warrior. Shen Jiarui proudly put his arm around Zhou Chen. We won't fall behind either. As long as we all become stronger together, we won't have to worry about those rifts anymore. Right? He agreed, yeah. He suddenly remembered. Speaking of which, isn't the date on the admission notice September 16th? Zhou Chen was startled and alarmed. Today is the 6th. There are only 10 days left. Don't we usually get half a year off to prepare? The notice clearly states September 16th, 2026. Hu Wei smiled. Paxiao Academy has its own operating system. It can't be compared to traditional academies. Zhou Chen hurried to leave. I have to go get ready. Sorry I can't help the class monitor with her training. The students waved their hands. Don't worry about it. Leave it to us. A while later, he had returned to his familiar old apartment. Zhou Chen quietly read the piece of paper in his hand. Clothes, shoes, and an umbrella? What else do I need to bring? His gaze suddenly fell upon the brilliant purple flame before him. The evil god was facing the black stone. It cautiously pointed a finger at the mysterious stone. Soon the stone reacted. The evil god directly absorbed all the power from the stone. The stone fell to the ground and immediately shattered into pieces. Zhou Chen cried out in alarm, "My astrolite!" Zhou Chen burst into tears. "Why did the astrolite turn into this? I was planning to sell it for some money." The evil god explained calmly, "I took the power from inside. This stone itself is not worth any money. Didn't you say you were going to the academy to work? What's wrong?" Zhou Chen replied, "I was accepted by Poxiao Academy. I heard that place has the best resources. It's perfect for paying off debts and getting stronger. The only problem is that I need to subjugate rifts. I heard it's so dangerous there that even Yujas are wary of it." The evil god calmly continued, "The rifts are nothing to be afraid of. Yujas and the creatures of the rifts are essentially the same thing, because the astral energy you use as Yujas is obtained from within the rifts." Zhou Chen forced a laugh. "Is it that scary? So boss, do you have any rewards that can keep me alive? I see one wish has been fulfilled. Wish list obtained. The black astrolite. Completed." The evil god glared. "Do you think I'm a gachapon machine? Just ask and you shall receive." It continued, "But the rifts are also a goal. My wish this time, I'll reluctantly help you. Through the astrolite, I've recovered a bit of my power. It's just enough to reward you with this. Kid, brace yourself." As soon as it finished speaking, a huge dark power quickly enveloped Zhou Chen's body. What the system notifications rang out continuously. Fragment of the authority of creation is connecting to the authority holder. Scanning the authority holder's body. Scan successful. Body tier E rank 4. Authority holder's consciousness has been received. Authority holder Zhou Chen. Reconstructing the authority holder's constitution. Conversion successful. Optimal enhancement constitution completed. Authority holder, detecting residual astral energy. Automatically converted to proficiency level. Conversion successful. Upgraded by 2 ranks. E tier rank 6. Completed. Authority of creation authority fragment has been obtained. Zhou Chen was bewildered. Creation authority fragment. What is this thing? The information panel displayed a hint. Creation authority fragment. One of the power fragments of the creation demon god, Sathothro. The holder can obtain the power of creation. He wondered, what did it do to my body? Also, this creation demon god is... The evil god explained with a serious tone. Sathothro is an old friend of mine. This creative power is a gift he gave me. It can unearth the potential of the authority holder. At the same time, it can create power, suitable for the authority holder. It can even change one's race or body. The reward I gave you before may not be suitable for you. So I decided to share a little of my creative power with you. Then you can create your own power. Zhou Chen understood. If it's for leveling up, you don't need to give me something so troublesome, right? I cursed in annoyance, "You fool. Do you think leveling up is everything?" He continued, "For users like you, level only affects basic physical attributes. After leveling up to D rank potential, the first awakening is what's important. If the potential is normal, then a higher level won't make you much stronger. I gave you creative power, because I was afraid you would awaken a trash potential. If you are too weak, you are useless to me." Zhou Chen thought. I remember that contestant Lan Shen was an awakened potential. A psionic system first. That special ability is a 1-star potential power. In comparison, skills have become more common and easier to find. If you want to conquer the rift, potential is indeed more important. Otherwise, just dealing with one monster. I already found it difficult. The Taishan reminded, the power of creation is often related to the perception of the authority holder. Talking more is useless. You'll know once you try it for yourself, Zhou Chen admitted. I really can't feel my body absorbing spirit energy anymore, it seems. This fragment has really transformed my body. He thought to himself, even the original parchment system interface has become like a video game. Before I transmigrated, it looks much friendlier now. I knew how to use it in an instant. The information panel displayed authority holder Zhou Chen, bloodline human. User potential unlocked. Level E6, level 6, Constitution 30. Strength, 0. Speed, 0. Spirit, divine sense, 0. Unlocked. Evil God's wish perception remaining 994. Soul, 0. Zhou Chen was curious. There's even a status section. Does that mean there are other functions like a shop? As well, a notification rang out. Exchange shop is not unlocked. Please upgrade to Tier D level 7. Tier up not unlocked. Please upgrade to Tier D level 7. Management not unlocked. Please upgrade to Tier D level 7. He was surprised. It really exists, but it's too low level to be unlocked. Looks like I have to level up first. The system panel displayed level up soul insufficient. Unable to level up soul. Mysterious substance obtained from rift creatures can be converted into power. Current quantity 0. Zhou Chen was startled. What? I can't level up. The evil god reprimanded, "What's this so panicked?" He was flustered. I don't have the key item to level up. It seems I have to go to the rift to get it. But I can't rely on absorbing spirit energy to level up anymore. With my current strength, I'm afraid I'll die if I go. The evil god sighed helplessly. Why are you so troublesome? I always feel like I'm tied to you. Never mind, I just completed another wish. Finally, I'll give you one more thing. The notification sounded. Wish survive for 70 days has been completed. Remaining wishes. 993, a reminder, receiving reward. Received Cadella's demon armor. Zhou-Chan was puzzled. Demon armor? This is a fragment of Cadella's demon armor. A unique weapon, containing one of the fragments of the armor of the heroic spirit Cadella. It has soul-binding properties. No need to wear it. The skill is called Demon Armor Cling. Summon the demon armor to the body to block attacks. It increases strength when worn. Zhou-Chan excitedly waved his hands repeatedly. It's soul-bound defensive equipment. Not only can it defend against attacks, it also increases my strength. Although it can only cover a small part, but with such attributes, what more could I ask for? The evil god was heartbroken, shedding tears. This reward has exhausted all the power I just accumulated. I consider this an advance investment. You have to work hard over there to repay me. Zhou-Chan confidently accepted. All right, I will remember the boss's kindness. I'll work hard. The next morning, a taxi arrived. Huwei caringly asked Zhou-Chen, "Are you leaving today?" He replied, "Yeah, although the route from here to the central city is only a day. But I want to get to school and start studying as soon as possible." Huwei agreed. "All right. You'll be in the middle of the city, so you probably won't be back for a while. If you need my help with anything, just ask." Zhou-Chan took out a letter and said, "About that. There's actually something I need your help with. If possible, I hope. You can occasionally go to the hospital to check on my mother. Help me! If you see my sister, please give this to her for me," he asked with confusion. "This must be something very important, right? Why don't you give it to her yourself?" Zhou-Chen flusteredly replied, "My sister and I have some conflicts. It's not convenient for me to go see her." Huwei tucked the letter into his pocket. "Understood. I'll take good care of your family. Don't you worry, go and finish your studies." "Go," said Shun Jiarui smugly, cutting in. "We'll come find you in half a year. You have to lead us then." Su Xiaoxia waved and reminded, "Keep in touch." Zhou-Chen turned around with a sense of relief. "I'm off." A moment later, the taxi stopped in front of the Huanyu airport. A female employee asked softly, "Sir, you'd like to check in for the flight to the middle city. Floor, may I ask for what reason?" Zhou-Chen answered briefly, "School." She thought suspiciously, "School? It's vacation time and now school shouldn't have started yet." The female employee suggested, "Please present your proof of enrollment." Zhou-Chen took out a card. "Will this do?" Holding the card in her hand, the female employee was scared stiff. "This is the ID card of a specialist from Dawn Academy. I've been working on the outer floor, and this is the first time I've ever seen one. I can't believe this ordinary young man," she looked up at him in shock, "is a student recruited by a specialist from Dawn Academy." Seeing this, Zhou-Chen couldn't help but be confused. He actively rummaged through his backpack. "Is this not good enough?" "If it's not enough, I have an admission letter here." The female employee was startled and stopped him. "This is enough." She then pointed and invited, "This way, please." After boarding the plane, "Just follow the flight attendant's arrangements." Zhou-Chen pressed, "Do I not need to buy a ticket?" The female employee replied, "Your status to the central city doesn't require a ticket. You only need to buy a separate ticket when returning from there." In just a moment, the plane took off. Zhou-Chen contentedly leaned back in his seat. "I didn't expect the first class. This is also a privilege of Dawn Academy." He suddenly fell into thought. Dawn Academy. I hope it doesn't disappoint me. A sudden announcement came on. "Dear passengers, the flight will arrive at the central city floor at around 10 a.m. tomorrow." Zhou-Chen stopped in front of the gate of Dawn Academy. He exclaimed in surprise, "This is Dawn Academy." Zhou-Chen commented, "It looks very imposing, but it's a bit quiet. It doesn't feel like a school at all." He peeked into the reception and asked, "Hello? Is this the reception desk? Where should a new student register?" The other person smiled and extended their hand. "Let me see your card for a moment." Looking at the card, he let out a surprised, "Oh, you're Zhou-Chen, aren't you? I've been waiting for you for a long time. Come with me, I'll take you into the school." Zhou-Chen was confused. "Waiting for me? I don't think I know you, senior." He explained, "It's not me, someone else wants to find you." The receptionist stopped in front of a rock. "We're here, now. Stand in the middle and touch the stone tablet with your black card." Zhou-Chen wondered, "In the estate? There's a place like this. Could it be a secret passage?" The other person beamed. "You'll know in a bit," he reminded. "You might feel a little dizzy, but try to bear with it." A sudden flash of light appeared. Zhou-Chen's eyes widened in surprise. In just a flash, he appeared before a magnificent building. This is teleportation. Zhou Chen understood. So the place just now wasn't the real school. The receptionist patted him on the shoulder. That's right. The location of Dawn Academy is in a much more remote place. So we need to use a teleportation stone. Junior Joe, you've just arrived, so there's still a long way to go. You can explore slowly later. That person is waiting for us. Let's go. A moment later, he spoke up. This is the place. The receptionist waved. Miss Lin En, I've brought the person to you. Lin En calmly raised her teacup. She exuded the aura of a leader. Lin En spoke gently. Zhou Chen, long time no see. Do you still remember me? He replied, I do. I've always wanted to find a chance to thank you. I didn't expect you to be my senior. Sister Hai, the professional, spoke up. Thank you for your hard work. I've transferred the money. The receptionist scratched his head happily. Then I won't bother you anymore. You guys can talk slowly. Zhou Chen slowly approached Senior Lin En. Why did you specifically seek me out? Is there something wrong? A sudden shout rang out. Stop there. A student appeared and blocked him. Just a peasant from the suburbs. Who allowed you to get close to Miss Lin En? Lin En reminded impatiently, Kui Ming Cheng, watch your words. Zhou Chen is my guest. She kindly suggested, Zhou Chen, let's sit and talk. He refused. No need, if there's anything, just say it. Lin En bowed her head slightly. Then I'll be brief. Our guild is currently short on people, so I'd like to invite you to join my guild. As for the price, how about 30 million? Zhou Chen immediately froze. Directly offering 30 million? I heard that the price of hiring a guild member is determined by their strength and potential value. But normally it would be very difficult to exceed 10 million. Kui Ming Cheng snapped, Miss Lin En. Are you crazy for this price? You could hire 3 top-tier B rankers or 3 A-rank beginners. This trash from the suburbs isn't worth that price at all. Even if it's a joke, it shouldn't be like this. Lin En's face darkened. Kui Ming Cheng. She glared in annoyance. Since when did you get to decide my business? His face instantly paled. Kui Ming Cheng stammered, I didn't mean that, Miss Lin En. He thought bitterly. What kind of person is this kid, that he can make Lin En protect him like this? Sister Hai, standing nearby, remained silent. Lin En continued. You've just arrived in the central part of the city, so you probably haven't joined any guilds yet. Right, this is the highest price I can offer. Ever. I hope you can see my sincerity. Zhou Chen couldn't help but hesitate. To say I'm not tempted would definitely be a lie. I wouldn't even dare to dream of it. But right now I'm just a newcomer at E rank. Why is she doing this? He hesitated and continued, Senior Lin and I. A sudden announcement came on. All freshmen are requested to assemble. Please assemble in the auditorium within 1 hour. Repeat, new students. Lin En guessed. It seems the new students have finally arrived. Zhou Chen, you can leave your luggage here for now and get it later. She tilted her head slightly. As for joining the guild, it's a bit sudden, so it's normal for you to hesitate. How about this? You can think about it for a while. After the freshman class meeting, there will be a meeting where senior students will guide the new students. I hope you can appoint me to be your person in charge. Consider it a repayment for me saving you. Someone helping you adapt to your surroundings is also good. Isn't it? Zhou Chen replied, Senior Lin En, I'll think about it. Lin En was pleased. Good sis. Hi, please take Zhou Chen to the auditorium. She quickly complied. Yes. Miss Lin En. A moment later in the auditorium, a large number of contestants had appeared, all gathered here. Blondie arrogantly smoothed his hair. I can't believe I'm the last one here, among the first-year students. As expected, the main character is special wherever he goes. I didn't have a hard time getting here at all. He gave a sinister smile. He calculated, I heard the eldest daughter of the Lin family is also here. A naive girl like that is the easiest to get. If I can build a good relationship with her, or even marry her, then our family's business will be able to grow even more. With that thought, Blondie gave Zhou Chen a disdainful look. This guy is really poor. It seems this year's first-year students are all pretty bad. Good, that way I'll have less pressure from the competition. Just sitting next to him will make the comparison even more effective. Standing on a high platform, the professor announced. You're all here, right? I'm busy, so I'll make this quick. He introduced himself. My name is Jiang Hui. I'm your year's guidance counselor. But don't expect me to take the initiative to teach you anything. After all, I'm very busy. My job is to arrange tests and record achievements. Except for some necessary activities, the school will not impose any restrictions on your schedule. You all caught Dawn's attention, so you must have all been geniuses. But here you must shed the glory of your past. You are just a freshman at Dawn, that's all. And you will face something completely unknown. The Rift. To put it simply, the Rift is like a hunt. Users are the hunters and also potentially the prey. All existing weapons in the world of mankind become useless. Only the immense physical strength of a user and weapons made from materials from the crack can cause damage. Dawn is a gathering of all the top users. It itself is a strong line of defense against the rifts. And you are the warriors on this line of defense. As for specific information, you can go to the library to find materials to read. There is also rift combat training. In the training room, every week there will be teachers from various different majors coming to give lectures in class. What you want to learn is up to you. The school has no mandatory requirements. The more you know about the rifts, the more opportunities you will have to become stronger and survive. If you can't even adapt, then get the hell out of here as soon as possible. Looking at the students' expressions, Zhang Hai was satisfied. Very good. There's not a trace of fear in anyone's eyes. I believe everyone has the ambition to pursue, even at the cost of their lives. You have passed the first round of evaluation. Take this is the school's reward. The moment he finished speaking, a large number of magic stones appeared. The classmates were all in a commotion. This is a skill stone. As long as you absorb this skill stone, you can directly obtain that skill. I heard this thing is very expensive. This is the first time I've seen it. Zhou Chen grabbed the stone. That's right. This is the skill stone for the common skill I. Just by crushing it, you can automatically learn it. Then the info panel displayed received insight. Common skill. Automatically senses and recognizes texts. Rift crack. This skill allows users to understand the texts within the rifts, helping everyone conquer the rifts better. Zhang Hui reminded, but don't celebrate too early. The school will arrange 2 more tests for you. First is the entrance exam for first-year students, which requires passing the rift test of a low level. Second is to reach level D and awaken your potential within half a year. Additionally, within 1 year, you must earn 100 credits. A girl trembled and exclaimed, half a year to reach rank D? But I'm only E3 right now. I don't know if I can do it. The person next to her added, I'm only E4. The pressure is really immense. He continued, although there's no mandatory order, but I suggest everyone should awaken their potential first before entering the rift. 4 golden heads smiled smugly. Rank D, I'm E5 right now. Reaching rank D is very simple. The students in this class, I'm sure no one is higher than me. On this side, Zhou Chan thought worriedly, rank D, huh? Although I'm E6 right now, but I can't rely on supplements to level up. I need to find a way to enter the rift, Zhang Hai suggested sternly. Everyone quiet down a bit. Although it's a bit difficult to reach level D in half a year, but the price of the supplements specially provided by the school is much lower than the market price, so you don't have to worry about medicinal ingredients. In addition, regarding the most important issue of credits, the school will also arrange a person in charge to help you. Come in. A flowing white hair instantly appeared. The classmates immediately exclaimed, oh, he introduced, these are your seniors. They will be the important ones, in charge of evaluating the first-year students. Zhang Hai pointed. First-year students can choose a senior to be their person in charge. The person in charge will arrange the entrance exam for you. The classmates were momentarily stunned. She is. I can't believe I can actually see the real person. Who is that senior with the white hair? Everyone is talking. You don't know. She is the successor of the Divine Flower Guild. If I can get her support, then I might have a chance to enter that Divine Flower. Zhou Chen was a bit curious. The Divine Flower Guild. A student actively stood up. Senior Lin N. I enrolled in this school for you. Please be my person in charge. Lin N coolly guessed, looking at your posture. It seems you are a user specializing in energy. She smiled faintly. Unfortunately, I'm a magic system, so there's nothing I can guide you on. Immediately after, another person jumped up and introduced Senior Lin N. Although I'm a strength major, I've decided to finish cultivating the force magic. I hope to receive your guidance. Lin N bluntly refused. Sorry, I'm a pure mage with a strength system. I don't have the slightest understanding. A series of subsequent students also expressed their interest in Sister Lin N. My goal is also to be a mage. It's a perfect match for you. My advantage is speed. I want to become a speed-type mage. My direction is... Seeing her repeatedly refuse, a female student fearfully said, no wonder it's one of the 4 great guilds. Her standards are so high. I'd better choose another senior. Zhang Hai was exasperated and held his head. This Lin N girl, he said sternly, don't blame me for not reminding you. This year, you must accept at least 1 new student. Otherwise, I will automatically assign the last student to you. Lin N answered guiltily, yes. A flicker of hope appeared in her eyes. Zhou Chen startled and understood. Is she trying to tell me something? The golden-haired boy misunderstood and thought, excellent. The ones before have all been eliminated. He looked at Zhou Chen arrogantly. Although with my looks and level, it's hard to be rejected. But even if I am rejected, my last spot will surely be handed over to this Lin family's young lady. At this moment, Zhou Chen actively stood up and said loudly, Senior Lin En, he expressed his desire. It's not just knowledge, but also to be by your side. Are you willing to be my person in charge? At these words, Lin En's face instantly turned red. The classmates looked at him with contempt. This senior hasn't even memorized his lines yet. How could this worthless introduction possibly... Lin En suddenly spoke up, I agree. This shocked the classmates. She smiled and accepted, I'll choose you then. The golden-haired boy was furious. He questioned how. She only accepted one. What are her selection criteria anyway? A moment later, the scene shifted to the mission hall. Zhou Chen was curious. May I ask the reason? He asked with confusion. Is Senior Lin En the successor of the Divine Flower Guild? One of the 4 great guilds. A guild that big wouldn't be short on high-level users. So why would you be willing to pay such a high price to recruit a newcomer like me? She answered grimly. I'm recruiting you not just for the guild, but also for my own personal reasons. As for the details after the test, I'll tell you. The first thing you need to worry about is how to pass the entrance exam that I've arranged. That's it. As for them, Lin En gently pointed in one direction. She introduced, they are your teammates for this test. The tall, burly man asked loudly, You are Zhou Chen. Lin En requested, the person has gathered. Everyone introduce yourselves. The first girl began, My name is Suhan. Rank C level 5, my potential is shadow potential. I am the supervisor for this test. I will not participate in the entire combat process, only unless the life of a team member is threatened. Remember, once I make a move to rescue, you will be judged as having failed this test. Please take note of this. The next person introduced, My name is Liu Wei. Rank D, my potential is recovery. I can heal everyone's wounds. The next person also said, My name is Zhao Lin. Rank D level 1. My potential is wind support. I'm in charge of long-range support. And finally, the arrogant tall guy, Li Rui. Rank D level 3. My potential is weapon enhancement. I'm the team leader for this time. If you want to pass the test, then listen to my commands. The guy turned to ask Zhou Chen, You're not carrying any equipment at all. Could it be that you've awakened some special potential? He replied, My name is Zhou Chen. I'm a first-year student. Since I'm in rank E, my potential has not yet been awakened. Li Rui's face immediately changed color. A rank freshman? Not even trained? And you're here for the test. How on earth did the academy assign this? Isn't this dragging us down? Zhao Lin interrupted. The groups have been determined now. Complaining won't do any good now. Liu Wei agreed. That's right. If we reapply, who knows how long we'll have to wait? Li Rui gritted his teeth in frustration. You guys keep an eye on him later. Just don't let him get in my way. Liu Wei turned to look at Zhou Chen. First-year student, when we enter the crack later, you have to follow me closely, Zhou Chen reassured. Don't worry, I have combat experience. She sighed sorrowfully. You don't understand. Without a weapon or potential, you can't injure the creatures in the crack. Liu Wei thought helplessly. Are all first-year students this arrogant nowadays? Very quickly after, Li Rui took the lead and went to the team captain's workstation. Li Rui applying for the assessment. The other party was brief. All right, the application is approved. The crack is in room number 1. He quickly took the world tree fragment. It can actively activate the crack channel. The crack has been activated. Li Rui urged, let's go. Zhou Chen pondered for a moment. The waves of spirit energy are really dense. Is this the crack? I hope it goes smoothly. And I can find the crucial item for leveling up. The notification rang out, entered the deep grotto. Liu Wei wondered, what kind of grotto is this? At this moment, a strange sound came from behind them. Zhao Lin turned around timidly. The enemy has discovered us. Liu Wei panicked. So soon? Li Rui ordered, use the standard formation. Zhou Chen was a little surprised. In a flash. They've already formed a formation. At this moment, Suhan vanished in a flash. It seems your test has begun. Good luck. Stealth skill. Li Rui shouted nervously. They're here! A large number of D-rank shadow demon wolves quickly appeared. He realized with a shock these are shadow demon wolves. No wonder their noses are so sensitive. Zhao Lin quickly used his skill Swift Wind Arrow. A series of arrows flew out, injuring the monsters. Li Rui used his skill Raging Slash to cut them down. They couldn't withstand a single blow. The battle-hungry guy rushed forward. Come on, you pieces of trash. This made Zhao Lin panic. Wait, you're charging too far ahead. Just as she was distracted, a shadow demon wolf suddenly appeared, biting her arm. Liu Wei panicked and rushed over with her staff. I'll help you heal your wound. A shadow demon wolf instantly appeared behind her. Liu Wei realized in horror it's over. Zhou Chen rushed over in time. He slapped the monster, sending it flying. Zhou Chen asked thoughtfully, Are you okay? She stammered in surprise. Yeah? The system panel displayed received 10 souls. Zhou Chen was startled by the hint. He understood. It seems I have to kill the spirit beast myself to get the soul. And if this type of beast can also give 10 soul points. Zhou Chen laughed with delight. Does that mean the stronger the target, the more souls I get? Looks like I'll have to try the big one in the back. On this side, Zhao Lin was struggling to fight back. This place needs healing. Liu Wei rushed over. I'm coming. She quickly used her healing therapy, healing Zhao Lin's wound. Liu Wei looked at Zhou Chen with fear. The new student saved me just now. I didn't even see what happened clearly. Looking down from above, Su Han commented everyone's overall strength is not bad, but their coordination is a bit weak, especially this Li Rui. As the team captain and vanguard, he's only focused on killing for himself, completely ignoring his teammates behind him, who are in danger. She thought, although his high level and good equipment have compensated for his recklessness, but the rift is not that simple a place. If they can't adjust their formation in time, this test will be difficult. Li Rui was gradually losing his humanity. He roared excitedly, "This test is too easy! Without these useless people holding me back, I could have passed this test on my own." A monster silently appeared behind him. Li Rui arrogantly pointed his sword at its face. "You thought you could sneak up on me and I wouldn't notice." He immediately slashed at the monster's head. One blow Li Rui realized with horror it ricocheted. 2 large, hungry D-rank rock wolves charged towards him. Li Rui panicked. He instinctively retreated. Zhao Lin asked in shock, "There are rock wolves here." She looked around worriedly. "This guy's shouting attracted the rock wolves over." "We're surrounded," Li Rui urged. "Liu Wei, what are you standing there for? Heal me." Liu Wei hesitated a little. "The distance is too far," he snapped. "Don't you have legs?" Li Rui threatened. "If something happens to me and I can't finish the test, it's your responsibility." Zhao Lin loudly stopped her. "Liu Wei, don't go." A rock wolf unexpectedly rushed forward. Su Han reprimanded. "In this situation, he still dares to command from the back and rush forward alone to heal. Isn't this just giving away a free kill?" She drew her sword in frustration. "It seems there's no hope for the test. I can only make a move." Su Han suddenly froze, her eyes widening. A hand reached out in time, pulling Liu Wei back forcefully. Zhou Chen used his hand to squeeze the monster's mouth shut. He crushed its head directly. A notification sound rang out, received 30 souls. Zhou Chen frowned and thought, "This guy is stronger than the demon wolf just now. The number of souls obtained is indeed more. Although the rock wolf has hard rock armor, but in front of the power of the demon armor, it's nothing." He ordered, "You guys follow me closely. I'll break through the encirclement." The scene before her stunned Liu Wei. "How did you—" Zhou Chen quickly grabbed the sword. He decisively rushed forward. In no time, the sword was aimed straight at the monster's head. Zhou Chen easily dispatched it in one blow. Received 30 souls. Another monster foolishly pounced to attack. He also dealt with it in a flash. Received 30 souls. Su Han exclaimed in shock. "How can this new student have such skills? Even cooler than a D rank?" Zhao Lin questioned. "Is this strength and speed really E rank?" Liu Wei urged her, "Xiao Lin, let's follow quickly." Behind them, a large number of rock wolves were in pursuit. The two of them fled with all their might. Each of them gritted their teeth with determination. A flash of killing intent appeared in Zhou Chen's eyes. He ordered, "Get down." Immediately after, a flurry of notifications rang out. Received 30 souls. Received 30 souls. The monsters were instantly torn to shreds without mercy. Zhou Chen turned back and said to the two, "It should be safe for now. Liu Wei, the injured, please heal them." Liu Wei nodded in acknowledgement. "All right." Zhao Lin beside her stammered in fear. "In a flash. What kind of background does this guy have?" Liu Wei was healing Li Rui. The guy was in pain, clutching his arm. "Ouch." He blamed her. "Are you any good?" She encouraged, "Bear with it a little." On the other side, Zhao Lin proactively approached Zhou Chen. "I'll stand guard with you." He asked caringly, "Aren't you going to rest for a bit?" She replied, "It's okay. Thanks to you, Liu Wei and I are not injured." Zhou Chen thought with satisfaction. "I got more souls from that batch just now than I expected. 210 souls. If I keep this up, I might be able to." A loud shout suddenly rang out. "I said I wanted to quit the test. Don't you understand?" Liu Wei awkwardly pleaded. It was hard enough to get a chance to take the test. "Can't we try one more time?" Lin scolded Li Rui angrily. "What are you crazy about again?" He snapped. "I was fighting monsters in the front. What were you guys doing? With you parasites? How can we pass the test?" She retorted sharply. "If it weren't for you rushing ahead too recklessly, how would Team 5 have ended up in this situation?" Liu Wei nervously tried to mediate. "Xiao Lin, calm down. Everyone stop arguing. Let's reorganize the team. And finish this test, okay?" Li Rui questioned. "Take what test? It's all because you guys are too. Trash that I, as the vanguard, got seriously injured. Without a vanguard, you can't do anything." He thought smugly, "You still dare to argue with me. I have to make these people understand my importance. If you want me to continue as the vanguard, then beg me. Zhou Chen appeared and cut in. In that case, you can wait here for us. He volunteered. I'll be the vanguard and complete the rest of the test with the team. Li Rui stood up in a rage. You'll be the vanguard? Zhou Chen thought. This is a rare opportunity to enter the rift. So, I can't leave until I've leveled up, he said seriously. The team needs a vanguard to move forward, and I can take on the role of vanguard. He laughed scornfully. Foolish! You think you can do it? Just because you killed a few wolves with my longsword, without equipment. People like you, when facing the final leader, won't even have scraps left. Zhao Lin cut in. I agree with the new member's opinion. Liu Wei agreed. Me too. This stunned him. What? Li Rui questioned. You really believe that this guy, who doesn't even have equipment or potential, can pass the test? She crossed her arms resolutely. I've seen his strength too. It's worth a try. Liu Wei explained with a hint of sadness. It was hard to get the chance to take the test, so I really don't want to give up. But Zhao Lin angrily thought, at least he's much more reliable than someone who just cries and begs to retreat. If you don't want to go, then just stay here and wait for us. With that, she coldly turned her back. Newcomer, let's go. No need to pay attention to this person. Li Rui was trembling with anger. He cursed inwardly. I'm clearly the team captain, but these people don't even respect me. You will all regret this. A moment later, their group had ventured deep into the wolves' den. The monsters sensed them and immediately pounced to attack. But very quickly, they were controlled by Zhao Lin's names. She said proudly, I've interrupted their attacks. Zhou Chen praised, well done. After that, the notifications came in one after another. Received 30 souls. Received 30 souls. Liu Wei reported urgently. To the front left, a shadow wolf is attacking. Zhao Lin tightened her grip on her bow. She replied, Roger that. Behind them, a monster silently approached. But in a flash, Zhou Chen easily dealt with it. A system notification rang out, received 10 souls. He asked caringly, Are you okay? Liu Wei replied happily. Everyone's fine, it looks like that was the last one. Zhao Lin asked with interest. Come to think of it, how many monsters have we killed? Liu Wei counted roughly about 40 or 50. She was surprised. That many. It went so smoothly that I didn't even feel it. Liu Wei smiled and approached Zhou Chen. It's because the newcomer is a very effective vanguard. That's why we had no pressure at all. He replied humbly. This is because everyone cooperated well. Zhao Lin cheered excitedly. I feel like we're almost at the final area. Let's pass this test in one go. Liu Wei agreed. On the path into the cave, Zhao Lin suddenly remembered something. Speaking of the new student, she asked curiously, the blue light that appeared on your hand when you were fighting just now. What was that? It appeared and disappeared in a flash. I've never seen anything like it. Liu Wei also wondered. I saw that. Zhou Chen was flustered, so they noticed after all. Explaining it would be a pain. I'll just try to gloss it over. He gave a forced smile and waved his hand. I'm not sure either. Suddenly one day it just appeared on me. Zhao Lin was surprised. Is this a protective armor? It looks like the effect of an attached potential. No wonder you dared to take the vanguard position, Liu Wei asked in disbelief. You haven't even reached rank D? Could it be that you awakened early? Zhou Chen dodged. I guess so. When joining the team, I was annoyed. You said you didn't have potential, so you were lying, Liu Wei tactfully mediated. He's a first-year student, so he doesn't understand the rules. It's true that very few people awaken their potential so early. She looked at him and instructed, if you have potential, you must say so when looking for a team. That way you won't be discriminated against because of their ability. Team members who can take on the vanguard are highly sought after. Zhou Chen nodded. I'll remember that. He sighed wearily. But does the mission require a team? Most of the enemies we just encountered were killed by them first. I lost a lot of souls because of that. If I could go into the rift alone, that would be great. That way I wouldn't have to worry about people stealing my kills. The system panel displayed the number of souls, 810. Zhou Chen was worried. I don't know if there's still a chance to get the 2,000 points needed to level up. Watching from afar, Su-Han couldn't help but be amazed. I can't believe. The team was revived by an E-rank rookie. His strength is extraordinary, and his command is excellent. He's more suitable to be the team captain than Li Rui. She thought to herself, no wonder Miss Linen said we had to get him on the team no matter what. At this rate, the test will be completed soon. Su-Han looked at Li Rui with suspicion. As for this guy, why is he hiding his presence? And sneaking behind the team, what is he trying to do? He now exuded a terrifying killing intent. Zhao Lin suddenly stopped in her tracks. Liu Wei guessed there's no path ahead. It seems this is the final area. She wondered, but why is there nothing? Liu Wei was puzzled. Or maybe this mission has no boss. Or maybe we killed the target without even realizing it. Zhao Lin firmly denied it. Impossible. If the target had been killed, the rift would have started to close. She scratched her head in frustration. What a headache. The test isn't considered complete. Until the rift is closed, Liu Wei suggested uncertainly. Could it be that we've encountered a special case? That's very rare. Zhou Chan used his perception. He immediately noticed something unusual. Zhou Chan shouted nervously. Above, a giant monster suddenly swooped down. It caused a significant tremor in an instant. Zhao Lin realized with horror, so it was ambushing us. After a thick fog, the monster's appearance gradually became visible. The lead monster appeared, along with many other lesser monsters. Zhao Lin's face paled. What the hell? Before them now stood 3 demon wolves, a giant hidden shadow of rank D, and leading the pack of monsters was the D-rank Rock Wolf King. Su-Han rushed over in a panic. Everyone fall back. The test is paused. Deactivating her stealth, she startled her. Senior Su-Han? Su-Han gritted her teeth in panic. 3 elite level and 1 boss level. This difficulty has exceeded the scope of the test. When checking the level of the rift, there was clearly no high spirit energy fluctuation, right? But with this situation, and based on everyone's current strength, it's impossible. We can still go now. If we're late and still fighting, then I'm afraid I won't be able to protect everyone anymore. Zhou Chan calculated seriously 3 elites. 1 boss? Their soul points will surely be very high. I'll see. But if I face them alone, the danger is too great. A notification panel suddenly appeared. He was startled to realize there was a mission. After getting the fragment, this is the first time I've received a mission. That wish. The info panel displayed, wish mission obtain the Rock Wolf's soul. Not completed. Leaving the rift will be considered abandoning the mission, and the authority holder will be punished for breaking the contract. Zhou Chan questioned, just leaving will result in a penalty. He recalled the evil god's reminder. Once the contract is signed, if there is any intention of resisting, you will be punished and tortured to death. Zhou Chan was a little annoyed. Are you trying to block my escape route? He glared with resentment. To force me to fight. Did you set this condition? I was tricked. Thinking of this, he unconsciously laughed. Zhou Chan rolled up his sleeves. He told his senior, let me have a look. Su-Han backed away in horror. Could it be you? Zhou Chan used the skill, Demon Armor Cling. He affirmed resolutely, these guys are mine. At this moment, information about the authority holder appeared on the system panel. Zhou Chan Human Bloodline. User. Potential unlocked. Level E6, Level 6. Constitution, 30. Strength, 0. Agility, 0. Spirit, 0. 0. Spiritual sense, 0. Unlocked perception of Kyra's demon armor fragment. Remaining wishes of the evil god, 93. Soul, 810. At this moment, Zhou Chan was facing 4 demonic beasts head-on. Su-Han frantically tried to stop him. You want to fight all 4 at once? Don't be foolish. A boss-level monster is no joke. Zhao Lin looked at him and reassured Senior Su-Han. Let's just go. I believe the new student is not someone who does foolish things. She continued helplessly. If the student insists, even if it's a fight to the death, then the examiner must still respect the student's wishes. I hope you guys understand what you're doing. On this side, Zhou Chan spoke seriously. You guys hide too. Just leave this place to me. Liu Wei couldn't help but worry. She reminded him, don't force yourself. If you can't, we'll retreat together. He thought to himself, just by looking at the aura, I can tell these guys are stronger than usual. If I didn't have the protection of the demon armor, I'm afraid I would have died in one blow. But why don't I feel scared? At all, thinking of this, Zhou Chan unconsciously smiled. That's right. After all, compared to the guy behind me, you guys are far behind. A demon beast suddenly let out a roar. They, following the signal, all rushed forward to attack Zhou Chan. He immediately used his perception skill. In just a flash, Zhou Chan had escaped the monster's sharp claws. He easily dodged the opponent's deadly blows, hiding behind a rock. Zhao Lin exclaimed in amazement. Amazing facing 4 D-rank Spirit Lord monsters. And he's not at a disadvantage. Could the Vanguard's potential be that powerful? Su Liu Wei cut in with admiration. But not necessarily. Compared to that captain, it's not like this at all, Su-Han added in shock. It's said that after a user awakens a powerful potential, they have to complete a solo fight with a lord. But this is the first time I've seen someone fight a lord with just their bare hands. I can't even guess what level Zhou Chan's potential is anymore. She broke out in a panicked sweat. But this alone is not enough. A lord-level monster is not that simple. At the same time, Zhou Chan was trying his best to dodge the attacks. The speed of this giant demon wolf is almost as fast as mine. If I want to deal with one, I still have extra but with all four attacking at once, it's still too dangerous. Consuming energy like this is just a waste of stamina. I have to reduce their numbers quickly, he said resolutely. To catch a thief, you have to catch the king first. Immediately after, Zhou Chen attacked straight at the head of a demonic beast. He was immediately blinded by the aura before him. Overwhelmed, Zhou Chen thought nervously. A full power attack, plus the power of the demon armor. Still can't break through the armor. The demon beast quickly used its skill. Active rock armor lord. All of its wounds healed in an instant. Zhou Chen asked in surprise. It healed its own wounds? You want to fight a war of attrition with me? I need to find a way to break this stalemate. Li Rui hid behind a rock in disbelief, challenging 4D rank leaders. And he's not dead. How is that possible? He suddenly smiled sinisterly. No, if even he can handle it, it proves this leader isn't that strong. If it were me, it would be even easier. That's right, this position should have been mine. I'm the team captain. I should be the one to kill the leader. It's all this new student's fault. With that thought, Li Rui didn't hesitate and gripped his sword. He charged towards Zhou Chen with a burst of energy. Li Rui thought smugly. As long as I pretend to accidentally kill him, then I'll go kill the leader. Then in the future I'll be on top of the world, he roared with excitement. Die! At that blow, Zhou Chen casually flicked his hand, sending his sword flying. He looked at Li Rui with satisfaction and exclaimed, perfect timing. With that, Zhou Chen instantly dodged to the side, directly scaring Li Rui pale with fear. He stubbornly activated enhanced defense, but it was too late. Li Rui couldn't withstand it, and was immediately sent flying. He slammed into a rock in pain. His face turned pale, and he cried out in agony. Li's sword, by inertia at this point, flew aimlessly through the air. Zhou Chen caught the sword in time. He tightened his grip on it with force. Zhou Chen used his strength to cling to a rock face. He affirmed resolutely, a quick victory is the only way. Put all soul points into agility. The system panel displayed enhancing agility. 800 souls have been consumed. Agility increased from 0 to 5. Received skill Godspeed. Zhou Chen instantly shot off at lightning speed. He decisively beheaded the monster, with just one slash. A notification sounded. Received 750 souls. Zhou Chen smiled with delight. 1. He was a little surprised. I didn't expect that increasing attribute points could also grant skills. Not only did I get an extra 10 agility points, but I also got a pretty strong passive effect. The information panel announced exclusive skill Godspeed. Increases agility by 10 points. Increases strength based on current speed. Current agility 15. When Zhou Chen looked over at the monsters, just with this ability, I can easily kill even a boss. Tuku received 750 souls, Suhan exclaimed in shock. His speed has increased again. What on earth is going on? The monster cornered, gritted its teeth in frustration. But Zhao Lin shouted angrily. Why did this guy follow us here, making us go save him? What a pain. At this moment, the monster suddenly charged. Liu Wei realized with a shock. Oh no, the Shaolin demon wolf is coming this way. Zhao Lin quickly retreated. What? She struggled desperately. Don't think you can bully us just because we're weak. Don't look down on us. The energy-gathering storm technique was instantly unleashed. By this time, Zhou Shan had caught up. He softly called out, Zhao Lin, you did great. With just one slash, he gained 750 souls. The total number of souls Zhou Shen had collected was 260. He let out a soft sigh of relief. Finally, I've gathered 2,000 points. A reckless rock wolf growled and charged. Zhou Shen's face was stern as he whispered, level up. The system panel quickly appeared. Level up. Consumed 2,000 souls. Rank ELV6, rank DLV1. Souls 261. An immense surge of power suddenly erupted. Suhan's face was frozen in shock for a moment. Zhao Lin and Liu Wei were speechless. The system announced, the authorized person has reached rank D. Potential unlocked. Abyss potential. Gained the power to use the Abyss. Can summon an Abyss domain. Wish to advance to rank D has been fulfilled. Reward exclusive combat technique. Remaining wishes of the evil god 992. Zhou Shen coldly glanced behind him. Death's touch. Exclusive combat technique. Can be summoned 4 times within the Abyss domain. The evil god's Death's touch. Death's touch possesses a piercing attribute. A desperate beast stared at Zhou Shen. He showed no mercy and cleanly severed its head. The general's information panel appeared. Authorized. User Zhou Shen, race human awakened. Rank D, level 1, level 7, potential abyss, physique 30. Strength U, agility 15, spirit 0. The system notification sounded. Received 5,000 souls, Zhou Shen thought with satisfaction. No wonder it's a lord-level monster. The soul points are over 5,000. Fortunately, Death's touch has a powerful piercing effect. Otherwise, it might have taken a lot longer. The notification sounded repeatedly. Wish mission defeat the Rock Wolf King. Completed. Reward received Crystal of the Rock Wolf King. Crystal of the Rock Wolf King. Rare material. A type of crystal condensed from the power of the Rock Wolf King. Holding it in his hand, Zhou Shen was a little confused. A material reward, but it doesn't specify how to use it. Then Zhao Lin rushed over and asked, "Are you okay?" Liu Wei at the side added, "That was amazing. I can't believe you could actually solo a lord." If you told anyone, they probably wouldn't believe it. She wondered, is it really dead? Do you think it will tell us? If there's a second phase, Su Han calmly spoke up. The star energy fluctuations in the crack have stabilized. It seems the lord is really dead. Zhao Lin realized with a start. So that means, Su Han quietly confirmed. You've passed the trial. Lin joyfully exclaimed, "That's amazing! After fighting for so long, we finally passed. The new guy is a beast." Liu Wei also happily hugged her. "I thought my whole life I'd never pass this test again." She was momentarily emotional and bowed her head. "Luckily, we had the boss to lead us. Thank you so much." Zhou Shen heard this and awkwardly reminded her, "Just call me Zhou Shen." Su Han continued, "I will report the results of this test. Liu Wei, Zhao Lin, you two performed very well on this mission. According to the test regulations, the reward is 5 academic credits." Liu Wei whispered. "We didn't do anything. It was all thanks to the new student." She laughed and shook her head. "Not necessarily. You two also did your best, knowing where you stand, taking it one step at a time and not hindering the group. Even when facing unexpected situations, you remained calm. You didn't give up until the very end. That's very commendable. As for Zhou Shen, your performance was the best I've ever seen from a new student. A person with outstanding ability and strong leadership skills, not to mention your achievement of single-handedly defeating 4 lords. You will receive a perfect score of 10 for the basic part. Then I'll give you 5 points from Li Rui. In total, you will receive 15 academic credits." Lin and Liu Wei were startled and exclaimed, 15 academic credits? This is the first time I've seen such a high score. Zhou Shen politely bowed. "Thank you, senior." She smiled and waved it off. "No need to be so polite. If there were no mission restrictions, I feel this score is still too low." On this side, Li Rui objected, refusing to accept it. "On what grounds are you taking my academic credits and giving them to him?" Su Han explained irritably. "Because you don't deserve these points. As a team leader, you abandoned your formation and teammates in battle, putting the whole team in danger. Your behavior is truly unqualified. You even intended to attack your own teammates with a knife. According to the regulations, the Academy will nullify your evaluation results and not grant you eligibility to take the exam." He panicked and questioned, "But based on what?" "I just wanted to end the match quickly." "You can't do this. I'm going to file an appeal." Su Han turned away in disgust. "If you have any objections, just file one." She threatened, when the higher-ups send someone, to investigate the situation thoroughly. It will only make things worse. Li Rui was too scared to speak. "I'm doomed. Su Han turned and said to the group, "While the rift is still open, let's go back." They all agreed in unison. A while later at the office, Su Han announced, "I've submitted the test results. As for the reward, it will be sent to everyone's accounts within 24 hours. They cheered with joy. "Thank you, senior." In contrast to them, Li Rui couldn't help but feel disappointed and left the room dejectedly. Zhao Lin smiled and remembered, "Oh right, Zhou Shen. Can I have your contact information?" Liu Wei also chimed in excitedly. "If we get a mission, we'll contact you." Su Han approached and reminded him, "Ahem, Zhou Shen. You probably don't have a guild yet, right? How about joining our Yu Ying guild?" He wondered, isn't the minimum requirement to apply to a guild rank C? She replied, "That's the requirement for the major guilds. As for mid to high-level guilds, like ours, we don't have that many restrictions. With your strength, you could negotiate a price of 3 million with the captain." Zhou Shen thought to himself, 3 million? In that case, it seems the price Senior Lin En offered is truly astounding. He politely refused. "Sorry, Senior, I haven't really thought about it yet." Han awkwardly scratched his head. "Right. Lin En is his person in charge, and his goal is probably the Shen He Guild." She hesitated and said, "Is that so? That's a real pity. However, you're welcome anytime you change your mind." A familiar voice suddenly sounded. "Looks like the test went well." Zhou Shen was a little surprised to see Senior Lin En. She smiled affectionately. "Zhou Shen, I've come to pick you up. What are you two doing?" Han, looking a little sad, brushed it off. "Nothing. Just congratulating Zhou Shen on completing the test." In the distance, Zhao Lin waved enthusiastically. "See you later, Zhou Shen." He took the initiative and asked, "Were you waiting for me?" Lin En gently admitted, It was just a little faster than expected. "I've already moved your luggage to the dormitory. Let's go. I'll take you there." The scene changes to a spacious room. Lin En introduced, "This is your dormitory. Later, when you have more credits, you can apply for a better dormitory." Zhou Shen looked up in surprise. "This is already great. He suddenly turned to her and said, "Speaking of which, I've completed the test. So, Senior, you should explain the reason why you invited me to join." This made Zihai feel awkward. "Miss Lin En, do you really have to tell him?" She reassured him, "It's okay. Since I've chosen to recruit Zhou Shen, that means I trust him. Besides, Zhou Shen has already passed my test, so he has a reason to shut those people up." Zhou Shen was confused. "Those people," Lin En explained simply, "currently I am the official heir of the guild. But just because my father was the previous head, in reality, this alliance has long been divided into 3 factions. Each faction is vying for the right of succession. To inherit the right of succession, I need to rebuild a branch of guild members who belong to me. And for this matter, I need your help." Zhou Shen quickly understood. "So that's how it is. Also, that means the original members of the guild are not trustworthy." "Right, but why do you trust me?" She answered honestly. "I've been watching you." The exchange tournament and the Blackwater region were truly spectacular. Your simplicity and the way you use your power are what I appreciate. "And there's one more important thing," Lin En asked directly. "You're in a lot of debt, aren't you?" She continued, "I did some investigating. Although I found out your debt is with a small organization in Luoyang City. In reality, this organization is run by a large loan company and cooperates with the higher-ups in the central government. They can use their power to steal and interfere with other people's information, especially pawns like you. People who can pay off their debts, even if you eventually pay off this huge sum, you'll still be under their control. Even, they might use various tricks to force you to work for them. However, coincidentally, my opponent is the boss of this company. Join me, and I can help you restrain them and protect your information from being exploited. Furthermore, once I defeat them, I will help you erase all unfavorable documents for you. By then you will be truly free. Our interests are the same." At these words, Zhou Shen fell into deep thought for a moment. Having a guild's support would indeed be a lot safer. What's more, the guild also provides many convenient privileges that I might need in the future. This kind of good thing, I have no reason to refuse. He thought for a moment, then quickly made a decision. "If you need me, Senior, then I am willing to contribute my strength. But specifically, what do I need to do?" Lin En was satisfied. She clapped her hands. "Excellent. But there's no need to rush. Just follow the next steps you've arranged." She immediately turned and called for Zihi. The other party habitually replied yes. Zhou Shen's phone immediately buzzed with a notification. Received 5 million. He was startled and glanced at it. 5 million just like that. Lin En continued. "The minimum contract level for the guild is rank C. This 5 million is a sign of my sincerity. The rest will be settled after you officially sign the contract with the guild. I have high expectations for you. It's getting late. Go back and get some good rest. If you need anything, feel free to contact us." Zhou Shen was relieved. "All right. Thank you for your trouble, you two." Very soon after, the dormitory room door was closed. Zhou Shen wearily flopped onto the bed. "Finally, I can rest for a bit. Now let's sort out what I've gained today. After advancing to rank D, there are more new functions. I earned a whopping 5,000 souls. Let's see what I can upgrade." Looking at the level and attribute upgrade panel, Zhou Shen suddenly paused. He wondered about the additional potential option. Could it be an attribute related to the abyss potential? Furthermore, the souls needed to add points to potential is double that of other attributes. The upgrade requirements have also increased a lot. It seems the higher the level, the requirements double as well. If I use it all to level up, it doesn't seem very effective. Furthermore, upgrading attributes will grant new combat techniques. Previously, increasing agility gave me Godspeed. Zhou Shen pondered. Let's try adding 5 points to potential. The information panel quickly displayed Abyss Death's Touch. Exclusive combat technique increased from LV1 to LV2. The number of times Death's Touch can be summoned has been increased to 6. Received exclusive combat technique Abyss Space. Exclusive combat technique unlocks storage function. Allows you to store your belongings in the Abyss. Space LV1 capacity 160. Zhou Shen clenched his fist. As expected, upgrading potential enhances all Abyss skills. He was satisfied and immediately tried the new skill. The system displayed storage LV1, 3160, water bottle Rock Wolf Crystal, Kedra's Demon Armor Fragment. He took out the water bottle. All collected items will be stored here, and I can also take them out at will. It will be much more convenient to carry things in the future. Zhou Shen was a little surprised. What's this now? Level up status. Storage attribute upgrade. Exchange shop. Cannot upgrade without an upgrade item. I still don't have the important item, so I'll ignore this for now. What I'm more excited about is the exchange shop. The screen instantly displayed the Soul Exchange Shop. 360 items. Low-grade healing potion 100. Low-grade stamina potion 100. Low-grade one-handed sword 100. Low-grade shield 100. Low-grade greatsword 1500. Low-grade axe 1700. Low-grade dagger 1200. Low-grade warbow 1500. Zhou Shen was impressed for a moment. There's a lot of stuff. So you can even buy weapons. Judging from today's battle, weapons are indeed very important. Consumed 1,500 souls to purchase a low-grade greatsword. I heard that even a standard weapon in the school costs several hundred thousand. If the weapon is refined, the price is even more astronomical. I wonder what the quality of the weapons in the shop will be like. He bought a low-grade greatsword. Holding the sword in his hand, he was full of hope. The feel of it isn't bad, but in the blink of an eye, the original 5,000-plus souls is now only 260. Not only do I need them for upgrades, but the shop uses them too. It's really expensive. I'll save the rest for emergencies. The evil god was startled for a moment. Huh, this aura is... Zhou Shen was immediately frightened. You scared me to death. He smiled smugly. I can feel the abyss potential. Not only can it store items, but I can also summon this guy to fight alongside me. The evil god was taken aback. I didn't expect you to be able to use the abyss so quickly. Do you understand how to level up now? Zhou Shen admitted. I have a test today. Luckily, I returned safely from the crack. The evil god heard this and frowned slightly. It's only been a short time. This is truly a surprise. I couldn't help but feel a sense of anticipation. But that's good too. It saves me a lot of trouble. If you can enter the rift, then it's time to put you to work. A while later at the rank assessment department, Zhou Shen sat quietly in a chair with a group of people. I'm here, he asked. What are you doing here? He replied, I'm waiting for a potential assessment. Didn't you want me to explore more rifts? After all, after receiving my assessment and certification, it will be much easier to find missions. A female employee announced next person. Student Zhou Shen, he quickly replied, I'm here. She cheerfully struck up a conversation. I saw your file. You're a new first-year student this year, right? Zhou Shen admitted. That's right. She continued. Not many people achieve Rank D awakening at this age. You're a first year, so you probably don't understand the assessment yet. Right, let me explain it to you. This device will detect the rarity of your potential and distinguish them by color. They are divided into 5 types from low to high bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and legendary. The higher the rarity, it represents greater potential and room for growth. But even if you get a very low rarity, you don't need to be sad. In the future, it's still possible to have a second awakening and turn things around. In the distance, a man excitedly exclaimed, That's great. I'm silver rank, his teammate angrily replied. And I'm bronze rank. Damn it. The female employee began to give instructions. Give me the black card. Then place your hand on the device. It'll be over quickly. Zhou Shen quickly complied. An immense halo of light instantly shone on the pillar. The female employee's eyes widened in surprise. Strange. Why is the color so unstable? It should have been recognized immediately. Her test panel. She was momentarily stunned. At this moment, the device suddenly showed a flash of strange light. Right after that, an immense surge of power continuously radiated from his body. The people around were terrified. Hey, look over there. What's happening? The energy fluctuation is so intense. What kind of potential is this? The sense of oppression is incredibly strong. I can hardly breathe anymore. The overwhelmed female employee thought to herself, this is the first time I've seen a test fluctuation this intense. What kind of potential is it? The notification sounded. Apostle. She immediately became flustered. A purple grade color. This color isn't in the records. Moreover, a potential called Apostle. It seems this is a kind of job title. Zhou Shen heard this and wondered, a job title? The female employee explained an Awaken's first awakening is normally incomplete. The ability's name will only show the skill name, like Flame or Storm, only after the second awakening. Will job titles like Flame Warrior and Storm Mage be displayed? This is what is called a complete awakened. But you, on your very first awakening, already have a job title. How is this possible? Discovering the anomaly, the department head immediately rushed over, worried. What was that chaos just now? She was flustered and realized department head. The female employee hesitantly pointed at Zhou Shen. It was this student's test. I don't know if there's something wrong with the machine, but his potential level is purple. Furthermore, his potential is named Apostle. It's like a second awakening job title. He exclaimed in surprise, What? Let me see the test panel. The test data is not wrong. Furthermore, this device is not from our world, so there's no possibility of a misjudgment. Which means, that's right, this is the purple grade? It's a new rank. The department head immediately reported clearly, the device is fine. The potential's name is Apostle. The rank is purple. I understand. The female employee hurriedly brought a card to the department head. This black card is ready. He nodded slightly. Good. The department head turned and said to Zhou Shen, "This card is yours. Your name is Zhou Shen, right? Your potential's rank is a color. That has appeared for the first time in history. Because there's too little information, the specific ranking is still unclear. Therefore, the higher-ups have decided, for the time being, to have your potential's rank be designated as the unique rank, and your apostle potential is also something we need to study. In the future, we will base our judgment on your performance. After gathering more information, we will give an accurate evaluation later." Looking at the card in his hand, Zhou Shen was puzzled. Purple grade. Could it be because of the fragment of creation? The surrounding people were buzzing with discussion. Unique rank. It seems very impressive. It's just a new rank, so it's not necessarily that strong. What if it's ranked higher than bronze? But this apostle title, just hearing it sounds extraordinary. On this side, Zhou Shen's face was blank. He thought, it sounds so grand. But isn't it just the boss's workhorse? But at least I've successfully obtained the certificate. Time to go do some missions. A while later at the mission hall, a person took the initiative to strike up a conversation with Zhou Shen. "Student, you seem a little lost. Are you looking for a mission?" He smiled and introduced himself. "My name is Zhang Hao. We need one more person to complete a mission. Do you want to come?" Zhou Shen asked in return. "A collection mission." Zhang Hao immediately opened his phone. "That's right. The goal is to mine ore, and it's already been checked. It's very safe. Although the credits are less than a subjugation mission, it's safer and more profitable." Zhou Shen was delighted. Each person in the 4-person team will receive 2 credits and 50,000. Gee, there's no reason not to do something this good. He immediately agreed. "I'm in." Zhang Hao happily slung an arm around him. "Great. First go to the post and agree to the mission. Download the official school app here. Register, find the post, and click join. Everyone looking for a team posts here. Very convenient, right? Once you're done, let's go." He excitedly led him to a group of people. "I found someone." The other person replied with satisfaction, "Finally, let's go." Zhou Shen asked Zhang Hao, "Doesn't our mission have a safety?" "Supervisor," he answered honestly, "that mission is only free. During the new student testing phase, all other missions require a separate fee to hire one. Our mission isn't difficult, so there's no need to hire a separate supervisor." They quickly entered the crystal mine cave. Here they exclaimed in admiration, "This is magnificent. I've never seen a crystal vein this large before." Zhou Shen praised with delight, "This is absolutely beautiful." I was suddenly startled. This feeling is... He awkwardly called out, "Kid Eye." Zhou Shen habitually looked at the mission board. "Do you have a new wish?" Mission. Wish received within 1 hour, collect at least 150 crystal ores. Exceeding the time limit will be considered abandoning the mission. The authorized person will be penalized for breach of contract. Zhou Shen understood. "So this is a collection mission," the evil god said with satisfaction. "The crystal energy here is very dense. I can absorb the energy to recover. To have such good luck on the first trip, you have to do well." Zhang Hao handed Zhou Shen an axe and said, "Here, I have a lot of tools, so I'll lend you one. Hurry up and finish so we can turn in the mission." Zhou Shen politely accepted. "All right." They worked together to collect the crystals. Zhang Hao turned to start a conversation. "I didn't expect your strength to be so great. Could it be your strength potential?" Zhou Shen vaguely replied something like that. His eyes immediately lit up. "That's great. An attack-type potential when looking for a team will definitely be very convenient, because my vision-improving potential is useless in combat, so I can only do collection missions." The uncle suddenly shouted, "Hey, kid, stop talking. I can't absorb these crystal ores. Did you do something wrong?" Zhou Chen was startled by this. "What?" System notification, no. Ownership cannot be collected. Zhou Chen realized in shock, it's true. Even the Abyss can't collect it. Is it because these things don't belong to me? Seeing this, Zhang Hao urged, Hey, do it. What are you looking at the ores for? Are you thinking of secretly taking them? I advise you not to do anything foolish. Everything here belongs to the school. If you take them without permission, you'll be heavily punished." Zhou Chen fell silent for a moment. "It's all the school's property. No wonder I can't take it. This mission only lasts an hour. Where am I supposed to find crystal ore in such a short time?" The evil god shook his head helplessly. "I don't know. The mission has been given. You can only figure it out yourself." A strange phenomenon suddenly appeared on the ground. Zhang Hao screamed in terror. "What's going on? Is it an earthquake?" A person hurriedly ran over and reported urgently, "You guys look, it's the ore-eating Worm King. Didn't they say this mission was 100% safe?" The ore-eating Worm King nests in ore veins. It's extremely sensitive to ore veins. It must be our mining activities that have angered it. Forget the ores, retreat. Retreat the way we came. In contrast to their panic, Zhou Chen hesitated for a moment, nesting in an ore vein. In no time, the ore-eating Worm King had caught up to the group. They fled one after another. Hurry, hurry up! Zhou Chen was the last one running. It quickly caught up to him. Zhou Chen gave it a cold look. Without the slightest hesitation, he pushed his teammate who was running in front of him. It turned out to be Zhang Hao. He immediately lost his balance and fell face first onto the ground. Zhang Hao shouted in panic, "Zhou Chen!" The evil god continued to mock him. "You're too careless. How could you be hit by a monster of this level?" Zhou Chen inside the monster's mouth struggled and replied, "I got caught on purpose." He calmly explained further. The senior said that this creature nests in ore veins, so its nest might have quite a large reserve. If it's a mine that even the school doesn't know about, then I don't have to hand it over to the school. After speaking, Zhou Chen attacked the monster and jumped out of its mouth. Looking at the surrounding space, the evil god said excitedly, "Oh, so many crystals, kid. You guessed right." But the situation after the explosion just now also made him hesitate. "But you've invited quite a few guests this time." Zhou Chen was not afraid at all. "I was sad that this mission didn't earn any souls." Looking at the monsters before him, he seemed to have gotten his wish. This is a good opportunity to test the limits of Death Touch. Zhou Chen quickly ordered a series of claws to charge forward and attack. This mission has a time limit. Let's make it quick. After that, all that could be heard was the sound of the system continuously announcing. Received 120 souls. The evil god observed and praised. Although it can only activate 6 tentacles, but through continuous release, it can launch an attack with no blind spots. Not bad proficiency. After finishing, Zhou Chen carefully analyzed the situation. The effect of Death Touch is much faster than doing it myself. The only drawback is that it can't be used too much. Just then the system displayed a notification. Your spiritual power is about to reach its limit. Warning. Excessive spiritual consumption can lead to fatigue, unconsciousness, or even death. Zhou Chen was also exhausted and tired by now. Although the skill has no cooldown, each use consumes spiritual power. Then Zhou Chen also celebrated inwardly. But luckily the small monsters have been cleared. He quickly drew his sword. Godspeed activated, received 7,000 souls. Zhou Chen gave a few words of praise. Not a bad performance. This battle was mediocre at best. Zhou Chen asked back in disbelief, "Are you serious? You still have a long way to go. Get to work tomorrow before the rift closes." From the gems, the amount of money they receive tends to increase. Tentacle number 3 has stopped. Hurry and dig. Wish mission. Collect at least 150 crystals now. Ores within 1 hour, 80 out of 150. Failure to complete will be considered mission abandonment, and the authorizer will be penalized. Breach of contract. Time remaining 37 minutes, 24 seconds. Zhou Chen was still trying to speed up his progress. Everyone use numbers 4 and 5 as the standard. Tentacle number 2 is still a bit short. Dig it all out. Zhou Chen pondered. This time I've earned 13,000 soul points. 1 plus the remaining 2,000 or so points in total, I've earned over 15,000 points. As expected, I still need to play solo to get souls. 160. Secondary stamina potion. Slowly recovers stamina and spiritual power. Previously, after upgrading agility and potential to level 5, I got a skill as a gift. This time I have to try improving other attributes. But level and constitution consume too many souls, so I'll just choose one of these two to increase. 3 level ups with constitution have no reward. Could it be that the position is too high? Comparatively speaking, the benefits of increasing strength and spirit are much more obvious, and the skills obtained are also very powerful. He has activated Breath Hold. Zhou Chen was now very satisfied. Especially the Breath Hold state can be considered a resting state. As long as you don't engage in emotional activities, combined with a wide area attack, Death Touch when stationary, you can use skills without consuming them. This is truly God tier. The system panel suddenly caught his attention. Speaking of which, what is this divine sense? Zhou Chen carefully examined the constitution. Strength and agility were easy to understand, while spirit and potential are related to skills. These attributes are all related to combat. But divine sense is completely unpredictable. What is it for? He tried to take a gamble. Still have a few souls left. Let's see. 800 souls have been consumed. Obtained skill. Eye of the Authority Holder. It turned out that divine sense is an attribute related to information, so it can collect information. This is also a very important skill. Meanwhile, the system also announced, the Ore Eater larva is dead. Inside the monster's corpse, a flash of light suddenly appeared. This color. Back to the main business. Zhou Chen continued to order tentacle number 6 go dig it out. Then it brought back a purple item for Zhou Chen. The evil god was also curious. What is this? I feel something strange, but I can't understand it. And he was still carefully observing. This was found inside the Lord's corpse. The system explained about this purple item. Mutated crystal. Special material. An enhancement material for those who possess a fragment of Kedra's demon armor. Can be upgraded. Zhou Chen pondered. This is the material to level up the demon armor. It can also be enhanced. The evil god had too many doubts. Leveling up. The forging of the demon armor is extremely special. But the method of leveling up should have been lost, right? How did you do it? Looking back, he urged, the rift is about to close. Let's go back first and talk. The people outside looked at the rift. The space is about to close. Everyone was worried. Look, the rift is about to close. Isn't this a resource collection mission? If it closes, it means the Lord is dead. Not necessarily the Lord. Some collection missions will close on their own when the time is up. What about the people inside? It seems they won't make it out. At this point, a young man wearing a mask anxiously said, Hey, why after half an hour? Hasn't a single rescue worker been dispatched? The organizer stammered and replied, Because the nest of the ore-eating Worm King is very complex and intricate. So if you don't explore it beforehand, it's very easy to get lost. Furthermore, being swallowed by the ore-eating Worm King, it's not certain you'll survive. So no one wants to take such a risk. The young man in blue trembled and blamed himself. It's all my fault for pushing this mission onto Zhou Chen. If it weren't for saving me, his fate wouldn't have been so uncertain. But at the same time, another person in the team shouted, My God, look, something is coming out. Hearing this, people started to whisper and discuss. Is that the person who was attacked by the ore-eating Worm King? Wasn't he swallowed by the ore-eating Worm King? Swallowed. How could he have gotten out? The point is, how could he be alive? Without equipment, how could he have come out? Zhou Chen stepped out looking surprised. Why are there so many people? Seeing him, the young man in blue rushed over. That's great, Zhou Chen. You're still alive. Are you okay? How did you escape? Zhou Chen immediately reassured, I'm fine. My luck was very good. I just happened to get stuck in the bug's teeth. I managed to escape from its mouth. Then I crawled out of the cave based on a vague memory. It's just a pity I didn't have time to bring the equipment and the crystal ore out. Actually, after they abandoned ownership of the crystal ore, I drove off to do the mission. The young man in blue was overjoyed. Equipment is just a small matter. As long as you're okay, that's what matters. Go complete the mission. I'll treat you to a meal. Wish mission. Within 1 hour, collect at least 150 crystal ores. Completed. Received reward crystallization of the ore-eating Worm King. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Zhou Yueting was in a daze. Before her was an empty hospital bed. Where's Mom? Zhou Yueting rushed outside. Nurse, excuse me, where is my mother, the patient in this ward? There's nothing in here. Where did my mom go? The nurse hurriedly explained, Oh, that patient has been transferred to the special care unit. Zhou Yueting was bewildered. VIP ward. Isn't that a place that only the powerful and wealthy can afford? The nurse then recounted what had just happened. The principal who from Lite School has helped pay 6 months of hospital fees in advance for your mother, and she's staying in the special care unit. I heard the kid who came forward to help with the procedures. Can't be warned for now. But wasn't that you? Zhou Yueting's face was pale. A kid? Could it be that time at Zhou Chen's house? You are admiring the new feature. Consumed 3,000 souls. Fragment of Kedra's demon armor. Level up complete. Fragment of Kedra's demon armor +1. Unique weapon has received enhancement property. The evil god was completely stunned at that moment. I can't believe that within the fragment of creative power, there's also a method to level up. This is truly a surprise. Zhou Chen, on the other hand, was pleased. I received a lot today. Inside the storage, there are also 2 crystals from the mission reward. There might also be materials for leveling up in the warehouse. System panel storage 3 out of 160. Zhou Chen looked at the text messages and thought, if I continue to do missions, then I might be able to figure out how to use them. I transferred 30 million. Out of the 50 million I received from Senior Lin N to send to Principal Hu to take care of my mother. The remaining 20 million was used to pay off the smallest debt. I can relax for now. The reward from completing the mission is also enough to cover daily expenses. When? After I can take on higher-level missions, then paying off the debt will only be a matter of time. The important thing is whether Liu can escape successfully or not. Although it's not that I don't trust Senior Lin N, but by then the situation may be more serious. I need to become stronger. Strong enough to protect myself and those around me. Zhou Chen read the notification aloud. You still need to clear many more rifts. It's best to go alone. Look at the recruitment posts in the school. Which one? The evil god was rambling senselessly again. The human dish called chicken. This fried is really delicious. D-rank subjugation mission. 3 people need 1 vanguard. Our 3-person team will lead you to victory. Crank main story at. Lacking 2 damage dealers. Priority to those with long-range attacks. The team has 2 vanguards. Collection mission. 4. Priority to killing monsters. Need a damage dealer. A group of skilled members, so you can rest assured. Subjugation team of 3 lacking 1. The team is all professional players. Looking for a skilled player to quickly complete the mission and earn credits together. Zhou Chen thought to himself, this post only recruits skilled people. The team members can't steal kills from these 3. This mission can't be completed. It would be better if the whole group were chickens. Zhou Chen then now seemed to have realized the key point. Chickens, that's right. If there isn't a suitable team, I'll just create one myself. He drafted a recruitment notice. Recruiting support team members. No mission restrictions. Finished. Zhou Chen was very tired. It's done. I feel it's a bit of a long shot. Although I don't have high hopes, I at least have to try. The evil god asked skeptically, will anyone really believe in such an unreasonable situation? The end. Zhou Chen pushed his phone aside to go to sleep. First I'll rest. If it doesn't work out tomorrow, I can only go find another team. Early the next morning, the doorbell rang continuously outside. Zhou Chen woke up feeling tired. It's been over 10 minutes already. What's going on? He managed to drag himself out of bed to open the door. Coming? Who is it? Early in the morning, outside the door was a girl. Master, you're finally awake. Liu Wei led a group of people and greeted cheerfully, good morning. Zhou Chen was still dazed. What's going on? Zhou Chen looked at Liu Wei and asked with a puzzled voice, why have so many of you come to my dorm? Hearing this, she replied, Master, didn't you post? Looking for support teammates. Everyone sent you private messages, but you didn't reply. Since I know you, everyone asked me to bring them to your door. Hearing this, he felt a little guilty. He replied, my phone was on silent. I didn't notice the messages. I thought no one would believe such an unreasonable condition. He thought to himself, because spam messages and debt collection are very annoying. He looked at the line of people behind him, sweating bullets, and added, I didn't expect so many people to come. Liu Wei smiled and replied, because low-level support has limited effectiveness. So everyone tends to look for someone who can deal damage, to end the battle as quickly as possible. Right now, it's very difficult for support players to find a team, so everyone is eager to meet you. One of them whispered, will this person really help us clear the dungeon? He doesn't feel as reliable as I imagined. That's right. Just relying on one person to deal damage to clear a rift is unheard of. This kind of thing sounds like a scam. She turned around and said to them, don't worry, I've teamed up with the master before. I absolutely guarantee it. They also replied awkwardly, all right. A support girl spoke up and asked, can we get an equal share? Without having to do anything? Zhou Chen immediately replied, on the condition that everyone listens to me and doesn't interfere with my actions. The moment he finished speaking, everyone rushed to talk to him. Master, my mission expires tomorrow. Can you do mine first? My mission is even sooner. So do mine first. No, mine is simpler. Do mine first, mine. Liu Wei asked him with some trepidation. I didn't expect so many people at first. I just wanted to show off that I knew you. With so many missions, which one do you want to do, Master? He replied, this one. Of course. Zhou Chen smirked and continued, I'll take them all. Then a tall building appeared in the dark sky. Hengsheng Group Branch. A powerful punch landed squarely on the subordinate's avatar, sending his glasses flying and his nose bleeding. Hu Bing shouted angrily, you're the only one in the group with the worst performance. You got me a good scolding from my superiors. Why aren't your guts as fierce as your face? Then he pushed Li Sun hard and continued to curse. If you don't have money, go collect debts. If you still don't have money, then take the valuable parts from their bodies. If not, then capture some passers-by and sell them as slaves. Do I even need to teach you these things? He glared at him, then adjusted his clothes, his voice full of indignation. Listen up. If your performance is still like this next month, I'll replace you. By then, the things you owe the company will collect from you. And that kid too, take him. Do you understand the consequences? Li Sun remained silent. After that, he walked out feeling a bit down. Seeing this, his 2 underlings called out, Boss. One of them hesitated. The wound on your face. But Li Sun answered lightly, it's just a flesh wound. It's nothing. The underling added, if we just rely on our current debt collection performance, we really can't keep up with the other teams. Boss, why don't we expand like them? We'll just be in charge of catching people and leave the rest to others. Hearing this, Li Sun immediately slapped him on the head and said, what? You mean you want to do those disgusting things like them? Aren't you afraid your son will be born without an asshole? The underling hesitated and replied, but if we don't do it, they won't let you off the hook, boss. Hearing this, he also felt it was right. He added, all right. First, let's see. If we can get money from other places, first then we'll talk. Speaking of which, that guy who hid his level before, his name is Chen, right? The 2 pupils of Li Shun's eyes contracted in undeniable shock. Behind the black glasses, looking at his phone screen, he thought to himself. Recent records show that it actually paid off 20 million in one go. Furthermore, he was admitted to Dawn Academy. I heard the tuition there is very expensive. This brat isn't a poor devil, though. How did he suddenly get so much money? Li Shun smiled wickedly and muttered under his breath, I didn't expect it to be a big fish. At the Demon Tree Cave Rank D, a green-eyed tree monster charged forward. In just a flash, it was taken down. The notification sound appeared. Received 12,000 souls. Mission: Subjugation of D-Rank Level 2 completed. Then one after another, the monster was pierced by a spike. The system announced again. Received 1,000 souls. Completed. Next was the rock giant. With just a few simple moves, he defeated them all and received 5,000 soul points. Notification completed. Looking at the system panel, he muttered to himself, Luckily, I got quite a few souls from them. First, I'll level up some attributes. He looked at the level up panel and thought to himself, randomly select other items with priority given to potential. System notification. The attributes you selected have leveled up. Leveled up too much, so Zhou Chan got a new skill. Origin of Terror. He was a little surprised. Oh, another new skill. From a distance, a terrified scream was heard. This is a blood crystal carcass, a person said loudly in panic. Where did this guy come from? We're surrounded. A call from another direction made them pause. Zhou Chan seemed to radiate killing intent. His voice was low as he said, Who allowed you to touch them? But feeling his terrifying pressure, it became terrified. A line of text appeared on the system. Eye of the authority holder. The enemy has entered a state of fear. Looking at it, Zhou Chan thought to himself, Eye of authority. Even the smallest changes can be sensed. He whispered, Zhenghao, let's try out a new skill. A purple light emanated from Zhou Chan's eyes. The system panel appeared again. Exclusive skill, Origin of Terror. An invisible pressure, as if it wanted to crush the demon blood crystal carcasses, and so they couldn't bear it and exploded. Witnessed by everyone. Liu Wei exclaimed in shock, Is this a new ability? This is too terrifying. The other person was equally shocked. No matter how many times I see it, it's still terrifying. Zhou Chen was silent. A thought appeared in his mind. As long as the opponent feels fear, they can be controlled by me. Then borrowing the power of the abyss within me, summon the tentacles to erupt. It's really convenient. But this instance only gave me a few thousand souls. Clearly the enemy's strength is not low. No. His thoughts were cut short as the system panel appeared. The words received 200 souls appeared. An outdoor scene with mountains and trees, Liu Wei said excitedly. Master, everyone has finished collecting. We can go out and turn in the mission now. There are no more missions. She quickly added, Everyone's missions have been completed. You've worked really hard this time. You must rest well. If there's a new mission, then we'll contact you again. Zhou Chen glanced over. When the scene shifted to a small room, he sat looking at the system panel in thought. The reason why there are fewer and fewer souls is probably due to the system's punishment mechanism, to prevent me from easily leveling up in rifts of a lower level. How long has it been since I've activated any missions? Looks like I'll have to take on a higher level instance. However, the Academy has very strict regulations regarding levels. A D-rank Academy cannot accept a C-rank mission. Should I ask Sister Lin N for help? But this might reveal my natural ability to level up. If I'm schemed against, it won't be good. Suddenly a message sound came from the phone. Zhou Chen looked at the screen and wondered, a private message. A conversation displayed. Master, I have a super easy mission for you. Just stay with me for one day, 100,000 G. He immediately refused. No, I don't do personal bodyguard work. Zhou Chen looked at those suggestive messages and thought to himself, 100,000 G, although not a small amount. But right now, the most important thing is the rift. But a moment later, that person offered up to 300,000 G. When he was about to hang up, he cryptically messaged, Wait a minute. Zhou Shen was momentarily confused. Is this some kind of joke? The person continued to send messages. Actually, there's a wild fisher here, and I want to ask you to protect me. He was stunned for a moment. A wild fisher. The next day, bright sunlight shone down on the entire area. The evil god asked in confusion, Why are we here? Zhou Shen glanced around and replied nonchalantly, I've arranged to meet someone here. There's something I want to confirm. A second later, he saw the person in front of him and asked, Are you the one who private messaged me? To request me for a mission? He hesitated, speechless. This? Suddenly, Lin Yu threw an arm around the man's shoulder and interjected, That's right. The person you're looking for is me. All right, you're not needed here anymore. Scram. The moment the man released his hand, he immediately ran back as fast as he could, not forgetting to shout sorry twice. Zhou Shen's face went blank. What's going on? Was I really tricked? Lin Yu then gave a sinister smile. Kid, I know you recently paid off 2 million in one go. Living a comfortable life, aren't you? Just tell me honestly how you make your money, and I guarantee you'll be able to leave this place safely. Hearing this, he just turned and walked away, letting out a sigh and lamenting to himself. The plan to find a wild water fisher has failed. Where on earth can I find a higher-level water fisher? Seeing that he was being ignored, the man took off his glasses and roared. Brat, did I say you could leave? Lin Yu's pupils turned red, his voice filled with menace. You really look down on me. He immediately used a pressure technique to stop Zhou Shen from leaving, while reminding him, it's been a while since I've shown my power, so some people have forgotten the name Lin Yu. Zhou Shen was surrounded by crackling red electricity. He replied in a low voice, Lin Yu, it's been a long time since I've heard that name. Are you the one who gave me the exorbitant interest rate? Zhou Shen coldly questioned him. I've already paid on time. Why are you still looking for me? Lin Yu cackled, replying matter-of-factly, It's because you have money that I'm looking for you. His eyes darkened and he asked with disdain, so even after paying the money, I can't be at peace. You people really don't keep your word. Yet Lin Yu still dared to brazenly provoke him. He sneered, oh, you still have the guts to talk back, just like that coward just now. You always think you're all that after getting into some academy, right? Except you need to take a couple of punches to be honest. Before he could finish his sentence, Zhou Shen had already made his move. Taking a punch from Zhou Shen, Lin Yu was severely injured, coughing up blood. In his utter confusion, his mind raced. What happened? When did he attack? He's only a D rank and I'm a C rank. It's impossible that I couldn't keep up with his movements. Besides, he was clearly under the influence of my stellar pressure. Shouldn't he have been suppressed? As he thought, he looked at him with hateful eyes. Lin Yu circulated his power and roared in anger. It must have been a coincidence I must have misjudged. The system panel displayed battle skill heavy pressure fist. Unfortunately for him, he was still beaten into submission by him, then punched in the stomach, and finally slammed headfirst into the ground. Lin Yu lay gasping, his eyes wide open. He thought helplessly, I couldn't even fight back at all. This guy is not a D rank at all. Zhou Shen ordered, get up. Lin Yu pitifully begged, don't hit me anymore. I surrender. The floating system silently evaluated, so, this is the one who pushed you into debt. With those loan sharks. Interesting. Should I kill him? Or should I first skin him and torture him, then decide? Zhou Shen replied, I still have many things I want to ask him, so for now it's not time to kill him. The system said with a bored tone, how boring. I wanted to see a river of blood. Lin Yu's face was now pale. He thought in a panic, kill this brat with such confidence. Is he going to kill me? He immediately trembled and stopped him. Wait, it's just a misunderstanding. We can talk things over. System notification. Wielder's eye. Target has entered a state of terror. Lin Yu was suddenly dropped into a strange place. He screamed, where? Where is this place? A ferocious Zhou Shen floated in midair. He said in a low voice, let's have a talk. First of all, I can tell whether you're lying or not. System notification, activating source of terror. Lin Yu apologized profusely. I was wrong, don't kill me. Whatever you want to know, I'll tell you everything. Having achieved his goal, Zhou Shen returned to normal. He asked the man first, why were you looking for me? Are you also harassing my family? Lin Yu answered nervously. Actually, I didn't mean to ask for money, I was just kidding. System notification. Wielder's eye. Target is exhibiting a lucky mentality. Hearing this, Zhou Shen sighed. Looks like there's no need to talk anymore. Now, Lin Yu understood his crime. He tried to cry out. Wait, I was wrong? I was just desperately in need of money. I saw you pay off 2 million at once, so I just wanted to ask if you had a way to make money. As for your family, I haven't even thought about threatening them. I swear, Zhou Shen looked on with contempt. Of course, he didn't believe a word of it. He said firmly, before, 3 guys brazenly broke into my house. They specifically mentioned your name and said they were your underlings. Do you think I'll believe you? Lin Yu immediately defended himself. Those 3 idiots were illegally collecting debts to make money. After I found out, I immediately dealt with them. It's true. Zhou Shen scanned him, verifying. He thought to himself, the wielder's eye has no reaction. Looks like he's not lying. Seeing that he was telling the truth, he squatted down and asked further. I checked my loan, it was only 3 million. Why did it balloon to over 100 million? Was it you who played a trick with this debt? Lin Yu immediately denied it. No, it wasn't me. All debts are managed by the Hengsheng Group. Their style is to exploit borrowers with exorbitant interest rates and make them work for them for the rest of their lives. I also owe the company a huge debt that I can't repay, so I have no choice but to work for the company. But because I didn't meet my business targets, I was reprimanded. That's why I thought of coming to you for money. Zhou Shen was also helpless. He thought wearily, I thought I could rely on this guy to help me get out of debt. It seems Senior Lin was right. The key is still the big company behind it. He tried to get more information from the man. But for you to have risen to the management level proves you've done quite a few bad things yourself, right? Lin Yu frantically waved his hands and replied, No, I just look a little fierce, that's all. I'm not like those who would do anything to achieve their business goals. Other than debt collection, I've never done anything that goes against heaven's will. But if I had to pick the most despicable thing I've done, it would be that I lost an E-rank demonic beast and sold it to the Blackwater district. Hearing this name, Zhou Shen was surprised. He wondered to himself, the demonic beast of the Blackwater district. Could it be that guy from the underground boxing ring? Could it be that the wild fisher is real? He became much more serious. He pressed the man for information. Do you know where the wild fisher is? Lin Yu thought for a moment, then replied, I happen to have a fisher that I was preparing to offer up. Zhou Shen shouted with joy. Great, take me to that fisher. As soon as he finished speaking, the two set off from some warehouse in the East 7th District. Lin Yu pointed. There it is, this is it. Zhou Shen confirmed, it really is a fisher. Judging by the stellar energy fluctuations, this is a C-rank fisher. However, this fisher is strictly controlled by the school and the central government. How did you know about it? Lin Yu rubbed his head and explained with an awkward laugh, I have some acquaintances in the management bureau. Before reporting it, they told me the location of the fisher, so that I could make some profit first. If I'm lucky enough, I might get some star ore or demonic beast materials. I'll sell them on this black market. Zhou Shen got to the main point. Do you have a tool to open the fissure? That thing is supposed to be collected after every mission. Lin Yu held the tool in his hand. He replied, before the regulations were strictly enforced, people often secretly smuggled these things out to sell on the black market. Mine was also bought from the black market. It wasn't cheap. Seeing that everything was going smoothly, he ordered the man just open the fissure. Let's go in and see. The two stepped through the hazy space and into a rocky cave. The system announced a message. Wish mission. Defeat all enemies of the fissure. Zhou Shen was overjoyed. A new wish mission. Finding a high-level fissure was the right move. Lin Yu was terrified behind him. He warned, if you're also looking to make a quick buck, you might be disappointed. I've been here once before. There's nothing at the entrance. If there's nothing, let's get out of here quickly. It's too dangerous in here. But unfortunately, Zhou Shen refused. Who said I'm trying to make a quick buck? My goal is to conquer this fissure. Hearing him say that, he was scared out of his wits. He stammered, Conquer the fissure. Are you crazy? A C-rank fissure requires at least 5 C-rank conduits, or 14 D-rank conduits to conquer. Just the two of us, how is that possible? He sneered at the man. You seem to know your stuff. Lin Yu explained patiently. Before becoming a debt collector, I was also a member of a conquest team. This is just basic knowledge. Fearing something bad might happen, Lin Yu planned to slip away. He said this joke isn't funny at all. I have to go, Zhou Shen had taken his tool at some point. He called out calmly, Are you looking for this? Lin Yu was beyond shocked. When did you? Zhou Shen replied smugly. Just in case I'll hold on to it for you. It would be a lot of trouble to get out without it. Then he looked at the man with eyes as sharp as knives. He corrected him, and there's one more thing you said wrong. It's not us, but me conquering it alone. You are not allowed to act. A strange howl echoed. The demonic beasts in front of Zhou Shen welcomed them. They're here, are they? Lin Yu's hair stood on end. He screamed, This is the 6-armed demonic ape. There are so many of them. This creature is brutal by nature, and they live in packs. The appearance of one proves there's definitely a whole pack behind it. Lin Yu cursed, We're going to be eaten alive. Zhou Shen found the story more and more interesting. He calmly called out, A whole pack, that's great luck. Zhou Shen immediately released his pressure, causing the demonic beasts to be blown away. Lin Yu was terrified. As the demonic beasts multiplied and roared, fear welled up in Lin Yu's heart. He guessed, this is a C-rank demonic beast, isn't it? How could it be killed in an instant like this? Could this be how he makes his money? Opposite him was the sight of Zhou Shen, who was sure of victory. The forest echoed with deafening sounds. System notification, plus 550. Souls, plus 550 souls. Plus 550 souls. 450 souls, 400 souls. Lin Yu watched in horror from behind. He stammered, Is this really the strength a D-rank can possess? His face turned pale and he broke out in a cold sweat. He lamented, I feel sorry for those monkeys now. Zhou Shen looked at the system panel and sneered. No wonder it's a C-rank fissure. This soul score is also terrifying. A loud, crisp sound. System notification, perception. A giant gorilla was about to descend upon him. System notification, abyss touch of death level 3. He tried to control the demonic beast. He thought in shock, Tentacles, they can't even pierce through. Lin Yu and Zhou Shen were both thrown back. He shouted, He reminded the man, find a place to hide. Of course the man had to agree. Okay. Zhou Shen looked at the demonic beast and said with certainty, looks like you're just the boss here. System notification, wielder's eye. Scanning. S-Rank demonic ape chieftain. Special demonic beast constitution. Through brutal fighting, it has finally become the king. Skill Lord's wrath. Rage. When entering a state of rage, pain sensation is reduced and there is no fear. Zhou Shen smiled with interest. He shouted, does killing your underlings make you angry? Don't worry, you'll be joining them soon. With that, he pointed the tip of his sword at it. Space level 3. Has taken out the secondary greatsword. A gorilla swung its fist, aiming straight for him. Luckily, Zhou Shen dodged it. The system announced Godspeed. He shot off his sword, flashing like lightning. Lin Yu, hiding behind, commented, is this movement technique really something a D rank can have? And what are those strange tentacles? I've never seen such potential before. He was surprised by his talent. He praised him silently. For one person to conquer a fisher is already astonishing. But I didn't expect he would even be able to face the boss. I'm afraid no one would believe me if I told them. Who on earth is he? Dozens of cuts were slashed onto the demonic beast. It roared in pain. System notification. Target's enraged state has disappeared. Target has become fearful. Source of fear. Hearing this, Zhou Shen became even more determined to fight. The demonic beast stood in the darkness, its eyes bloodshot and watery. System notification. Demonic ape chieftain has died. Received 32,000 souls. Zhou Shen landed on the ground, criticizing it. No wonder it's a C-rank boss. Its skin is really thick. Good thing it finally got scared. Otherwise, the fight might have dragged on a bit. System notification. Wish fulfilled. Reward. Rare, pure crystallization of the demonic ape chieftain. Zhou Shen looked at the stone in his hand and thought to himself, another crystallization. That makes 3 in total with the previous one. What on earth are they used for? The system spoke. Notification. Upgrade materials available. Do you want to use 3 crystals to upgrade an accessory? Zhou Shen had discovered its use. So this thing is used to craft equipment. The system announced an upgrade. Rare crystallization of the Rock Wolf King. Crystallization of the Star Devourer King Worm. Rare spiritual crystallization of the demonic ape chieftain. Rare. Consume 3,000 souls to upgrade to an accessory. He received Rare Lucky Hunter. Reaches the level of a pure consciousness. Can preview item stats. Increases the drop rate of rare demonic pattern materials by 10% when slaying. Equipped. Zhou Shen smiled with delight. He said, why? It increases the drop rate of good stuff. Lin Yu came running up, praising him. Oh my God. You actually killed the Lord. He interrupted. Hey! Zhou Shen had only said one word, but Lin Yu was already obediently taking orders. Yes, big brother Zhou, what are your instructions? He asked. Are any of these things worth anything? Lin Yu's mouth moved a mile a minute. Of course. Materials from C-rank demonic beasts are very rare on the black market. Although many of the corpses are too damaged to be sold, there are still quite a few left. He asked, can you handle them? The man replied confidently, of course, just leave it to me. System notification. Wielder Zhou Shen. Race human conduit. Rank D3 level 9. Potential abyss physique. 1 strength, 9 agility, 15. Spirit 5, mind 9, potential 20. Common battle skills. Perception insight. Godspeed. Exclusive battle skills. Demonic armor possession overdrive breath holding. Wielder's eye abyss touch of death. Level 3 abyss space level 2. Abyss source of fear. Remaining wishes of the evil god. 989 abyss space level 2. Has stored equipment secondary greatsword. Fragment of Kandera's magic +1 lucky hunter. 2 hours later at the port warehouse, a male voice rang out. Boss Lin is here. Lin Yu, wearing cool sunglasses, raised a hand in greeting. Boss Wang. Boss Wang also greeted him cheerfully. Boss Yin. It's late and you still came over. A rare sight. Lin Yu shook his hand enthusiastically and took the opportunity to share some good news. I've got some good stuff, so I'm in a bit of a hurry. Boss Wang looked behind him and asked, oh, this is... He continued, old Lin. Finally. Are you planning to start a new business? He moved closer to Zhou Shen behind him and praised. Not bad. This young man is quite handsome. Fair skin and a toned body. Top quality goods. I know a few buyers who are very interested in this type of product. Do you want me to introduce them to you? I'm sure you can sell it for a good price. Lin Yu suddenly gripped his hand tightly. Veins bulged on his forehead as he said through gritted teeth, Boss Wang, we're here today to discuss business about the fisher. Don't spoil my mood, all right? Boss Wang trembled and agreed, all right. He was utterly confused. He wondered to himself, what's wrong with Lin Yu today? Why is he protecting this kid? What kind of person is he? Boss Wang rubbed his hands together and said, sorry, I was just kidding. Don't take it to heart, little brother. Let's get down to business, over here. He asked cautiously, Boss Lin, you arranged to meet me so urgently. What are you trying to sell? Lin Yu beamed and postured, preparing to open the suitcase. He replied, this time it's all good stuff. I won't say much, Boss Wang, see for yourself. Boss Wang stared intently inside. His pupils dilated as he exclaimed, This is... Boss Lin was excited. These are the claws, fur and primary spirit stones of a demonic ape. There are so many. And also, isn't this the horn of a demonic ape chieftain? Old Lin, where did you get such high-quality goods? Boss Wang, don't ask too many questions about the source. Just check the goods and give me a price, Boss Wang replied. Key rank materials are relatively rare, so it'll take some effort to divide them. How about 1.5 million? Zhou Shen couldn't help but be surprised. 1.5 million demonic materials are that valuable. No wonder the Academy and the Central Government control them so tightly. He continued, Boss Wang, has it been too long since you've touched a C-rank treasure? So you're a little absent-minded. There's more than just a little bit of C-rank demonic material here. Or maybe I should go ask someone else. The old man laughed awkwardly. Boss Lin is right. 2.2 million. How about this price? This is already a relatively high price. Boss Lin decisively made an offer. Another 300,000, 2.5 million. Boss Wang should think it over carefully. The value of C-rank demonic materials is much higher than this price. If others knew you had the ability to get C-rank and above materials, then wouldn't all the big bosses be fighting to do business with you? Boss Wang gritted his teeth and accepted. All right then, consider this a token of appreciation for a loyal customer. If you have any good stuff in the future, remember to call me. Afterward, the two of them shook hands. Of course. Happy doing business? Happy doing business. A moment later, Boss Lin and Zhou Shen were walking down the street together. He spoke up. The money has been transferred immediately. That was fast. The weather today isn't bad. The man hurriedly spoke up, his tone fawning. Big Brother Zhou, the money has been transferred. Does that mean there's nothing else for me to do, right? Zhou Shen exclaimed, You! At that moment, someone rushed over. Big Brother, I finally found you. Boss Lin wondered, Why are you guys here? The bodyguard reported, You've been out for so long with no news. We couldn't reach you by phone. So we were very worried. After that, we heard that the boss had arranged to meet with Boss Wang, so we rushed over. Suddenly, his eyes lit up with surprise. Oh, boss, so you caught this little brat? No wonder you were gone for so long. You must have taught this kid a good lesson. Right. Well, kid, did you honestly hand over the money yet? If not, don't blame us for not being polite. Beside him, seeing his underling making a scene, he couldn't help but rush up in anger. Shut up, how rude. Who told you to talk to Big Brother Zhou like that? You have no manners at all, Big Brother Zhou. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I've been too busy lately, and haven't been able to discipline my subordinates well. A bodyguard stammered in fear, Big Brother Zhou. Zhou Shen glanced at him and replied, It's fine, I should get going. I'll transfer your 1 million to you later. The man heard this and couldn't help but stammer, 1 million? Why, I clearly didn't do anything. Why are you transferring so much money to me? He closed his eyes and asked, Don't you need the money? Just consider it a reward for a happy collaboration. Boss Lin suggested, Do you need me to drive you back? Zhou Shen refused as he walked. No need. It wouldn't be good if others misunderstood. I'm leaving. A moment later, the evil god couldn't help but wonder, Why did you let him go like that? If it were me, I would have kept him as a slave for life. He replied calmly, You have to leave yourself a way out. We'll meet again in the future. Besides, he's not my enemy. It might even be beneficial to us in the future. The underling on the other side, holding his face, asked, Big Brother, what on earth is going on? He replied, It's a long story. Aze informed the people below to investigate all information about the wild fishers. It's fine even if we have to pay a higher broker fee. It's possible. This is our only chance to get out of this. A few days later on the commercial street of Paxiaodon, he exclaimed, There are so many people, Zhou Shen replied. This is also my first time visiting the school's commercial street. I didn't expect it to be so lively. Now that I have some money, it wouldn't hurt to take a look. At the general store, a hole welcomed the customer. As he observed, he analyzed the skills. This is too expensive. Even a C-rank battle skill. Of average quality costs over 500,000. Looks like this 1 million of mine won't last long. But I have no need for attack skills. I'll take these two. System check, terrain battle skill 10-1. Can show direction and record journey to avoid getting lost. Proficient dissection battle. Skill effect 100,000. Gains knowledge related to material dissection. Zhou Shen concluded, a skill like this could be more convenient. During a fisher assault. Not bad. And then his eyes fell on the items on the wall. Defensive gear specially made for the crevice. Come to think of it, should I change my clothes too? My clothes aren't suitable for combat. The range of motion is a bit too large, and it's already very easy to tear. So, I'll have to replace it with a suitable piece of defensive gear. I'm considered an agility type, so heavy equipment isn't really suitable for me. Finally, Zhou Chan decided, got it. This one isn't bad. The shop owner next to him suddenly appeared. You've got a good eye, kid. This piece of defensive gear is my pride and joy. It's light and durable. Just one look and I can tell it's a great fit for you. He gave a forced smile. That's right, I quite like it. He continued, but if you tidy up your appearance a little more, then this outfit will suit you even better. Zhou Chan raised a hand to touch his hair. My hair has gotten a bit long. Excuse me, is there a barber shop nearby? The shop owner immediately got excited. You're in luck. As it happens, I am Tony, the best hairstylist on this street. Don't worry, just leave it to me, he said hesitantly. Then I'll have to trouble you. A while later, Zhou Chan came out in a cheerful mood. The skill, the defensive gear, and the new look, total 9,000. He began to speak, thank you for your patronage. He commented, no wonder it's a 700,000 defensive item. It feels really comfortable to wear. At that moment, a beam of light appeared in the dark space. Zhou Chan looked at the thing in front of him in surprise. The Golden Radiance Rift. Lin An explained, it's a very special type of rift. It activates once every 2 years, and lasts for about a month. It's scattered with many otherworldly ruins and tall towers, which seal powerful monsters, and also seal many different trials and challenges, of various kinds. As long as you can successfully conquer these ruins, you can receive extremely generous rewards, money, rare resources, high-level skills, even unknown powers, that surpass humanity's current understanding. If your luck is good, it could even help a D-rank user obtain power equivalent to an A rank. As long as the command is good, the guild's combat power will surely increase immensely. It could even level up into a major guild. Therefore, every time it opens, all the major guilds will fight fiercely to claim it. As the divine flowers of a major guild, I'm naturally no exception. As one of the successors of the divine flower, I have to fight for the guild. After hearing this, he fell into deep thought. He heard and fell into deep thought. A rift that lasts for a whole month. Sounds like a great place to earn a lot of soul points. Moreover, with such rich rewards, the level of the monsters must not be low. Zhou Chan began to speak, Senior Lin An. Zhou Chan began to speak, Senior Lin An. Can I participate? She quickly replied, I'd like to let you participate too. But the Golden Radiance Rift is after all a battle between guilds. Your level doesn't yet meet the standard for joining the Divine Flower Guild. Due to the guild's rules, I can't help you. Furthermore, besides, the Golden Radiance Rift is a high-level area. Inside, most of the beasts inside are basically B rank or higher. With your current level, if you want to participate in combat, it's still too dangerous. He assured her, a high-level area is no problem. I'm confident I can protect myself. If I want to participate, is there no other way besides joining? Zhou An helplessly agreed. If you still insist on going, there is another way, because conquering the ruins will take a month. The logistics team will set up camp a few days beforehand. Logistics personnel don't participate in combat, so there are no level requirements. But the work will be very tough. That's fine, Zhou Chan explained. I don't mind at all. Lin An accepted. All right, then it's settled. The Golden Radiance Rift will appear in about 2 weeks. At that time, I'll take you to the assembly point. Oh, right. I've prepared some gifts to celebrate your enrollment, and have sent them to your dormitory. I hope you can make good use of them. Time passed, and a few hours later, Zhou Chan was walking and talking. 2 weeks from now? The average level of monsters in the Golden Radiance Rift is B rank, even with my current strength. Dealing with a C-rank demon ape chieftain would be very draining. It seems I still have to raise my level during this time. The evil god praised. That's very determined. Suddenly he noticed something by the road. This must be the gift Senior Lin An mentioned. Zhou Chan was surprised. High-grade spirit energy supplements. And so many of them. This is probably worth more than 1,000,000 G. Is this the power of a major guild? He lamented. It's a pity. You can't rely on this to level up anymore. He agreed. That's right. Even if I go back, it would be hard to explain. I don't want others to know that. I've leveled up, the evil god suggested. How about selling it? Zhou Chan objected. That's not good. After all, it's a kind gesture from someone else. It would be too unethical to just sell it. At that moment, an idea flashed in his mind. Got it. 2 days later, a D-rank rift subjugation mission. Suddenly, the phone in Zhou Chan's pocket rang. He answered, Hello, Jerui yelled. Boss, this nutritional supplement is amazing. Where did you get it? Xiao Xia agreed. That's right, this supplement is too expensive. Are you really giving it to us? Zhou Chan explained, I don't use that much, so it would be a waste to keep it. Receiving the D-rank goods, Li Shun was moved. Boss, from now on I'd go through fire and water for you. Yue King continued. Zhou Chen. Thank you. She asked with concern, How are you over there? Have you gotten used to it? He replied, not bad. How is everyone? Jarwi reminded him. The entrance exam is in a few months. We're training like crazy here. Thanks to the boss's supplement, our chances are even better. It seems a bit chaotic over there, Zhou Chen replied. Are you busy? I'm on a school mission. Receiving the large D-rank delivery, Li Shun lamented. That's amazing. I really want to go to school too. If you're busy, I won't bother you anymore. Zhou Chen, let's meet up when we enroll. Bye-bye. He replied, see you then. System alert, large cargo has died. Received 900 souls. The others were in a state of fear, whispering among themselves. He can even kill a boss while on the phone. That's too strong. I'm used to it, nothing strange about it. He silently analyzed. I've done so many missions these past few days, yet I've only gained a little over 10,000 souls, plus the rifts in the wilderness. In total, it's only just over 50,000. The level limit is really too strict. 52,300 souls is such a small increase at this level. If I want to challenge the Golden Radiance Rift, this is far from enough. Suddenly, Zhou Chen's eyes narrowed. Then I can only try this. Outside the city, warm sunbeams shone down. System. Consumed 50,000 souls to purchase a rift fragment. Received rift fragment. After use can open a rift. The evil god spoke up. So this is the method you were talking about. He explained previously, when leveling up as a user, many new items appeared in the shop. Because it cost 50,000 souls to buy, I didn't pay it any mind. Since it's a rift, just in case it's better to find a quiet place. Although 50,000 souls could also help me level up quite a bit. But after spending it, it's very difficult to earn that many points again. Although I'm not sure what this rift fragment is, but for the price of 50,000 it's not too bad. I can only take a gamble. System rift fragment has been used. The mechanical notification sound rang continuously, linked to the Griffin's sacred hall. He was surprised. This is the first time I've seen a rift like this. It agreed. This is also the first time I've felt such a strange aura. Zhou Chen reached out his hand, touching the cracks of light. Then he was transported to a strange space. I don't need a fragment. I can enter the world tree. As expected, it's not a normal rift, so it's a forest. When I saw the name of the rift, I thought I was in some kind of maze, but this is the first time I've been to such a large area. I don't know what kind of enemies I might encounter, so it's better to be a little careful. The evil god quickly warned, something's coming this way. The green creatures looked at them with a dazed expression. Zhou Chen was stunned. These are goblins. I didn't expect this kind of enemy. It seems the monsters in this rift aren't too strong. Suddenly, a goblin charged up to attack him. But thanks to his quick reflexes, Zhou Chen dodged in time. In the distance, another one gripped a rock, preparing to throw it at him. Once again, Zhou Chen dodged its attack in time. He wondered, is this the power such a small stone can produce? This kind of strength and speed, is it really something a goblin can possess? I have to use the touch of death. A quick battle is the only way. At the same time, Zhou Chen's eyes fell upon the system panel. Looking at it, his eyes couldn't help but show surprise. Wish mission content prohibited from using the abyss. Clear the sacred hall of river. Divine sense level complete. The abilities below are prohibited. Abyss. Touch of death abyss space. Zhou Chen shouted. It's a mission that prohibits the use of my potential. At the same time, another goblin was advancing to attack. Suddenly, Zhou Chen hurriedly dodged. A huge explosion immediately occurred. He gritted his teeth and assessed the attacks of these goblins. Although simple, their speed and power are too exaggerated. If I'm not careful, I might die here. I need to find a chance to counterattack.